Boom. It is streaming. Alright, I gotta get it on my phone so I can get chat up.
Get it on your phone.
It's
Get it on your phone.
on my chat. What do you mean stream live stream offline? It's online. It's now.
It's happening.
It's happening live.
Right now.
It's happening right now. There it is.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five guys at bears.
Five Guys.
Five guys, burgers and bears.
This is so true.
5 bears, burgers and fries.
I
5 burgers.
wholeheartedly agree.
5 burgers, burgers and burgers. Have you ever been to a Five Guys before?
I think once.
They're all right. What did you have?
I think of just some fries because I didn't. Their burgers didn't look appetizing to me.
How did you like how did you like the fries?
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
Yeah.
It's been a long time though, but like they were okay. I think I had them with ketchup.
I don't like their fries. I'm not a fry person. Like the only fries I do like are McDonald's fries, but it has to be very specific.
It has to be very specific. Like, do they have to be fresh?
They have to be person. Meow. Who is it?
Hi, Pesto.
It's Pesto. I add. Ooh, okay. Let me get that PNG. Cardboard cutout. That PNG.
Cardboard cutout.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn you up.
Hi, Pesto.
Hi, Pesto.
Hi, Pesto.
Hi,
Hi, Pesto.
Hi, Pesto.
Who's Pesto? All right. Gotta find. There you go. Oh, it literally is a cardboard cutout. Oh shit. Now. There it is. Perfect. All right. Put you in the line.
Beautiful.
All right. Let's see here. All right. I think. Let me just double check. Check the chat. Even though one person's watching. Oh wait, no. There's multiple people in the chat. Both of you are in the chat.
Yeah, hi.
I was like, wow, there's a lot of people. All right. I'm gonna retweet that on Funnies. Get more people in.
I'm gonna retweet that on my main.
Yay. All right.
There we go.
Alrighty. Game theory time.
Game theory.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Let me grab one quick thing.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Hi, chat.
All right, I'm
Hi,
good.
Chat.
It's my phone.
I was talking to the chat.
All right.
Hello once again, theorists. Welcome to MatPat Plays. Today we are playing the scariest game of all creation. Probably never heard of it. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my god.
Well, the Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never watched this video before.
You're not gonna like it.
The camera came up. Oh, was that a bunny?
You're not gonna like this one.
Was that a bunny?
Was that a bunny? Me when I'm outside.
I'm so scared right now. Oh god! Oh, it was only the fan.
When does he get the flamethrower?
Only the fan. Only the fan.
Flamethrower?
Flamethrower Freddy.
Have you not seen FNaF the musical?
Oh god! Shut the doors! Shut the doors! Shut the doors!
Okay, well, Roxy, that's another stream idea.
What?
Watching FNaF the musical.
I might get copyrighted for that. Hold on, is there?
Yay! Catch it.
Hold on.
Just the fan.
Turn up the subtitles. Fuck.
Thanks, Pesto.
Just the fan. I don't know. What? That's it. That's it. It's a jump scare. Little bunny rabbit jump scare.
Ah! Alright.
Oh, there's the bunny rabbit. Shut my door.
I
Why
like
are
how
you so beef with Bonnie?
I like how he's just making fun of all Let's Players.
Oh my gosh, guys. I'm almost out of power. 11% and it's 5
Why
a.m.
is he have such
Nobody
beef with
made it.
Bonnie?
Please don't get me Freddy. Please don't get me Freddy.
Oh, hi.
Is this what it takes to get views on YouTube?
Yeah! Game Theory!
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Alright, I need to check chat.
You did that bag with the chainsaw, says Jackal. I agree with that.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game
Game
Theory.
Theory.
Fear is our middle name, Matthew Fear Patrick. It's a very strange name. Okay, I'll admit it. I didn't give Five Nights at Freddy's enough
MFK.
credit when it
Not
first
the
came out. A few
same as
jump
Matthew
scares from
Patrick.
creatures that, aren't that scary. People overreacting to it on YouTube. Pass. But then when I asked you about it, you showed overwhelming
Oh
support
my
for an
God.
episode on the game on Twitter, so I began to dig a little deeper.
Oh, Twitter.
Deeper. And what I found was some of the most interesting storytelling, most intriguing mysteries, and most disturbing events.
This is
I've
not where
read
you're gonna go,
about in a
where you think it's
long
gonna go,
time.
Pin.
Now, if you were just to play the game straight through 5 days, the story would actually come across as pretty
Oh
supernatural.
boy.
You're the
Like,
new night
scared?
guard watching the security
Yeah.
cameras at a Chuck E. Cheese style restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. 4 animatronics roam the halls at night because the owners don't want their servos to lock up. Bad news is, you can't let them near you or else they'll kill you on the spot because you look like a naked endoskeleton. Ow, ow, show them the circuits. Apparently, one of them bit
Ow,
someone
ow.
back in 87, presumably 1987. And the past guard
What
leaves you
about
recorded phone
1887?
messages to activate the tutorial.
1887?
That is as much as he could record before he got himself killed.
I do
That's
say.
it. Stay 5 nights,
That's
collect your
not
paycheck,
No, the
done,
year
game
87.
over, play something new. But playing it
The year
is doing the game
87.
a huge disservice,
Fucking
because that's
dinosaurs
not even
roaming about.
scratching the surface. If you're
DC
really
or 80?
observant, you
Was
start
like
to
the Bible
unravel the
basement.
layers of unsolved mysteries around this place. You find that there's a 5th animatronic, that posters on the wall will change randomly, that news clippings appear and disappear, telling the dark secrets of this twisted place. Putting it all together, here's the rest of the story. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza,
Yeah.
once a popular restaurant, fell into hard times when
This is
5
the lore.
children went missing there after being lured to a back room by a man dressed in a character costume. Though a suspect was caught and convicted, the bodies of the children were never recovered. The pizzeria was also threatened with shutdown due to sanitation complaints, as foul odors started to come from the
There's
animatronics.
rats
Blood
scurrying
Rats.
around the
oozing
floor.
from their eyes and
Rats.
mouths. The last article, written years after the incident, states that the pizzeria would finally be closed by year end. In addition to the core 4 robots, Chica, Bonnie, Freddy, and Foxy, there's also a 5th, unofficially referred to as Golden Freddy. Ignoring the rules of physics, Golden Freddy appears and disappears at will. Can inexplicably
Technical
That's
FNAF is in
last
chat. What?
forever, causing strange hallucinations.
Hi, Technical FNAF.
And when he
Hi,
attacks you, you're not taken to the typical game over screen. Your game crashes. So that's unsettling. And there's also strange messages appearing on the walls, repeating the words, "It's me." According to the game's creator, the place is indeed haunted by what we can only assume to be the spirits of the 5 lost children.
Oh my
so
God.
that's the gist of it. Murder, missing children, foul odors,
Wow.
killer robots, and pizza. But
Oh,
this story leaves a
and
lot
pizza.
of lingering questions. Who
And
is your
pizza.
character? How's he fit in? Why does he stay for 5 nights when he's very clearly confronting the possibility of death? What more can we know about this terrifying Golden Freddy? And most importantly,
Uh-oh.
what is the complete story
Uh-oh.
behind 5 Nights at Freddy's? They're all good questions about a delightfully incomplete and
You
mysterious
keep going,
story with
uh-oh,
just enough
I'm
threads to
scared.
keep you theorizing.
Yeah.
So
This is
now,
not-
if you'll indulge
This
me,
is
let
one
me
of the not
reciprocate
good
that
Game Theory
story,
episodes.
one of my own. I think you'll find
You're
it
scaring me, Roxy.
December
Ah!
1990, Aurora, Colorado. 10 p.m. Tuesday night at a local Chuck E. Cheese. After a family birthday party runs long, manager Margaret Kohlberg and teenage employees Sylvia
Oh.
Crowell,
Oh,
Ben forced to stay late to close up shop. But as Margaret tallies receipts
Oh.
in the back, Bobby
What?
strolls down the kitchen. The other 3 work outside in the main arcade. Unknown to any of the 5,
What?
there's actually a 6th person locked in the building with them, waiting silently in the darkened restroom. A 19-year-old named Nathan Dunlap. Earlier that year, Nathan had begun working there as a cook, dough master, before getting fired in July after a disagreement over his hours.
Thanks,
Now,
Matt Pat.
5 months later. At 10:05, he left the bathroom, pulled out a small
What?
caliber hammer, and proceeded to execute everyone in the building. First Sylvia,
Oh.
then Ben,
Well.
then Colleen. Dunlap then moved to the kitchen,
Oh.
where he surprised Bobby Stevens. The
Hello?
bullet entered Bobby's jaw, sending him sprawling onto the ground. Then finally,
This
Nathan
is
moved
the
to the
only
back
one
of
that
the
he
office.
does this for.
Margaret opened the safe before Nathan shot her twice. Proceeded to grab her bag, filling it with $1,600 in cash.
Yeah.
arcade tokens, and
Arcade
keychains.
tokens?
Spurred on by the building's security footage, police ran his home
That's
a
what
few
I
hours
asked,
later.
dude.
He was promptly arrested.
Yeah.
Eventually, he was tried and sentenced to death. But his
Yep.
story re-entered the news just recently, as his punishment has been postponed, leading people to debate whether he was able to
Yep.
knowing
This
that
was
his
a harsh
execution
one.
has been delayed. This is a tragic story. A
This is-
disgusting waste of
Oh.
human life, and one that I won't joke about. or
You're
make
making
fun
a
of
game
it,
theory
but I
off
want
of
to
it.
address because
What
I
do you
have a
mean you're not
strong
gonna joke
suspicion
about
that
it?
This story is the one that inspired Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's look at
No,
the
the
facts.
fuck is
First, I don't think that there's any doubt that Freddy's is a parody of Chuck E. Cheese. From the singing animatronics to the alliterative naming of the characters,
This is
the parallels
tragic.
are just obvious. So the setting is certainly the same. Next, what year does Five Nights take place? The timing is
93.
certainly kept
2001,
vague,
9/11.
but there are
What?
clues put together. For one, the Chuck E. Cheese franchise had a tremendous period of growth
Oh.
and
God,
success
is
in
this
the
real?
late 80s and early 90s, but started to decline along the same
Freddy
time as
Fazbear,
arcades,
cause
with
I'm not gonna
at-home
joke about
video
that.
game consoles taking center stage. So that's one clue, but even more detailed. Specifically,
gonna joke about that.
I'm surprised that a lot of people don't know about this one.
Nights there. So that's 30 hours of total work time
Look,
for
I barely
$120
watch
bucks.
Game Theory
In
videos.
total, $4
Yeah.
an hour. How can they
I've
do
never
that? That's
watched
below
Game
minimum
Theory in my
wage
life,
for
so-
2014. But
Strap in. It's not gonna be like this, I
wages
swear.
was $3.80.
Okay.
In 1991,
This is like
it was
the
rated
bad
to
egg,
4.25,
okay?
And by 1996, you were looking at about
Bad
$5
ending.
an hour. So the game seems to take place.
Oh
from
no.
1991
Someone said this
to
is their introduction to
1996.
FNAF.
The Nathan Dunlap story took place in
Oh
1993.
no,
Let's
Scarlet,
move on to
that
the
is
most important
horrible.
This, alright.
victims. In
Look,
the game,
this
there were
is just
5
a
child victims.
really...
Real-life story.
Where was Michael Afton during...
But we can get even more specific. Online theories about the game always tend to draw parallels between the number of kids
Oh
missing
my
and the
God.
number of animatronics,
Father, it's on
saying
every
that the
channel.
children's bodies
Father,
were
turn on the
stuffed in
TV.
with and this appears to be true. Bonnie
Father,
and
they
Chica
hit the
both have
Pentagon.
moans and raspy breath sound effects, as though someone's trying to cling to the last threads of their lives stuffed
Oh.
inside the costumes. And other sounds made by the animatronics are just slowed down versions of children's laughs and screams. Additionally, as the news clip
William was
mentions,
probably
the
dur-
suits ooze blood
probably-
and mucus and begin to stink like
During the
decaying
safe
bodies.
round.
Animated
In
corpses.
this-
So 5 victims, 5 suits. Seems like a
Where was
slam
entered?
dunk, but nowhere does it say
Uh,
that all 5
Where was
were
entered in
murdered,
9/11?
only that they went missing
non-existent.
found.
I'm gonna
Also,
tweet
the trouble
that,
a lot of people
Scarlet,
have with
with
this
doing
is
that.
Golden Freddy. Why is that guy so limp and lifeless? So unlike the others.
Where was
It's
entered during
weird
9/11?
until you go back to
Thanks
the
for
real
the
life
tweet
story.
idea.
Yes, there were 5 people.
That's
shot
like a
that
me
night in
tweet
Chuck E.
right there.
Cheese, which matches the 5 victims.
I
in
would
Freddy's
tweet that. I
story.
should
But
tweet
of
that. Don't
those,
tweet it. I'll do
one
it.
survived.
I already
Bobby,
tweeted
the
it.
one
Damn
in
it!
the kitchen miraculously
You can also
survived
tweet
the
it.
shot to
I'll-
his jaw
yeah.
after he was knocked to the floor.
Where
by
was
the bullet.
Gregory?
He went limp.
Gregory
Played dead
Murray?
to avoid the killer
No.
coming back to finish the job. And that relates exactly to the advice you're given on
Gregory is not a Murray.
At 9/11.
Oh
Again, let me
no.
reiterate that I'm not trying to make light of the real life of
You're making light of it, Matthew.
costumes and animatronics, but I do want to point out that these
Matthew.
similarities
You literally doing what you just said you're not gonna do.
appears to be a lifeless
Matthew.
empty suit.
I'm not gonna point out the coincidences or whatever, but this is what happened.
Matthew.
Ultimately leading to his death.
Oh
sentence.
boy.
Which animatronic surprises you by appearing randomly? The one you don't expect and has no clear pattern?
Golden Freddy. It's also worth mentioning that all the cameras in the restaurant, one is always black, preventing you from seeing
Oh
what's
my
going
God.
on. That camera is located in the kitchen, leading many to assume it's where Golden
I
Freddy
need a
hides.
soda after
Just so
this.
happens to be the place Bobby was able to survive the attack. So I ask, odd
Day is it?
coincidence or source of
I
inspiration?
didn't know what day
In
it was.
fact, if you think about it, the behavior of the animatronics really corresponds with
Oh.
the features of each of the real-life story's victims.
This is
We
just a
discovered Golden
very
Freddy and
poor,
Bobby, but the rest
like,
is
coincidence.
parallels too. Bonnie goes into the utility closet filled with floor cleaning supplies,
Oh.
the most prominent ones being a mop and a broom. It's probably one of the most
That's a
random rooms in the
stretch.
game, until you consider that Ben was vacuuming at the time of the attack.
This is
Bobby is
terrible.
kept sequestered in the back of the
Huge
building,
stretch.
behind a curtain, more aggressive than all the rest. Similar to the way Margaret,
Oh,
his
no.
manager, was in the back office counting receipts at the time of the murder. The role as
This
manager
is
would
terrible.
inherently make her more aggressive or assertive. Sylvia was closest to the bathroom and was cleaning up the salad
This is
bar
what my
at the time
brother
of the
sounds
attack.
like.
Chica walks past the bathroom and is associated with food. And Freddy,
Where was
well, he
Liberty
doesn't have
Chica
that strong of a
during
parallel
9/11?
with Colleen, but he does appear in the girls' restroom. Odd for what we would assume to be a male animatronic. Maybe it's a reference to Colleen being a girl. Or
I was
nod
a
to
believer
Nathan's
of
plan
the
hiding
Freddy
in the
spirit
bathroom
being a
until he was
girl.
ready to attack.
I was
Alright,
too.
After doing all the research, reading every
Trans
fan
Femme
theory in
Gabriel
existence, and
fans?
putting
Where
all
you
the
at?
clues together, what can this mean for the story of the game? I think the game is an allegory
No.
for that night back in 1993.
It's not.
Here's
I
my
think the
final
game is an
interpretation.
allegory
You,
for
Mike Schmidt,
Freddy Fazbear.
are the murderer, former employee of
Oh my
Freddy's
God.
Pizzeria. Like Nathan in the real story, you
Is
were
this over
fired
yet?
for the
Oh my
reasons
God.
stated in the
No.
Day 7 pink slip, tampering with the animatronic.
Nature box.
Nature box.
Maybe it was your tampering with the robots that caused the
Mike
internet
murderer.
Regardless, like Nathan, you were mad and wanted to get even.
No.
So you lured children to the back using a costume, killed them, stuffed their bodies into the animatronic suits,
No.
hoping to get the place shut down, then left. Notice
Oh.
that the newspaper clippings never say it's an employee of the company luring the children away, but we know it must have been someone with access and knowledge of the employees-only section of the building. And as the newspaper clippings clearly show, just like Nathan, you were caught almost immediately, captured on the security footage. You were arrested, tried, and convicted, forced now to live on death row. The Freddy's Pizzeria you work in now are just the nightmares that
Oh.
haunt you, taunting you every night
My
with
God.
the phrase, "It's me, it's me." It is you.
The
You
murderer.
are the killer. The nightmare is also why everything is so surreal.
are the
Posters
killer.
switching at random, heads on the
Oh.
animatronics glitching, Golden Freddy appearing and disappearing at
I
will,
wonder if
taunting
Scott
you
has
as the
seen this
one
video.
who
Most
got away.
definitely.
It's also why you're only at the pizzeria from midnight to 6 a.m. every
wonder-
night. It's a nightmare. It's in your sleep.
I wonder if
It's a
he gave
place
Matt
you
a
created,
stern talking
a
to
restaurant
about
that
this.
closed as evidenced by the spider webs, and overrun with angry spirits
This is
out for
very
revenge on you, and you alone as the one who took their lives, as evidenced by them completely ignoring the naked endoskeleton
What
elsewhere in
taking
the building.
lives?
It's also a place you can't escape from. Why you
The
find yourself
naked
back there night
endoskeleton?
after night, even after you complete your 5 nights.
Ugh.
See you back next week, the ending text goes. You're unable to leave this terror, the threat of death,
The stretching is
guilt,
crazy.
because it never ends. And in a delightfully ironic twist, your personal
You're
hell
not eating
forces you to
taffy.
supervise the exact same security footage that led to your
Feel
capture in the
cheated.
first
Oh, okay.
place. But hey, that's just a theory. A game.
A game theory.
Sweet dreams.
What does the box say?
What is a nature box?
Is required
Ad?
that you scroll your mouse on down the screen. and
Oh my goodness
click
gracious.
type in
Nut.
naturebox.com/MattPat. Choose your 5 favorite snacks.
5 favorite? 5 nut. Also, oh, all right.
5 nights,
Oh,
five
whoa,
dinners,
whoa.
5 nights.
So it was
Mappa. All right.
and it's really
My bud! He kind of looks like my buddy.
Bye. See you 60 more times.
Hold on, wait, pause for a minute. I need to go get a Dr. Pepper.
All right. Oh God, technical
Dr.
FNAF.
Pepper.
Roxy, don't check your Twitter DMs. Oh Christ. I was sent a photo. I'm gonna. What is this? What the hell is that? What is that thing? That's a red Ralpho figure.
Can you like put it put it up on chat.
Yeah, I'll put it in chat. What the hell? All right, hold on. I love this. I love that packaging.
What?
Yep. That. Thank you, Technical FNaF. Ralpho is coming to the games. Oh.
I return.
You return.
I return.
Hi, Ben.
Hi. Alright, you can continue.
All right. Well, 1 second.
Okay. Are you DMing Technical FNaF?
No, they DM'd me. All right.
Clara Health City loves pickles.
Technical FNaF
Ruby
followed me.
L.
What?
Oh my god. Hi, Technical FNaF.
I'm honored. All right. Back to this.
Back to the shop.
Hello, and welcome to the new and improved Five Nights at Freddy's 2 video.
Phone guy. Wait,
Oh.
this is like no FNAF musical. This is like random encounters. Sorry.
Tricky guy. Don't worry though, we'll get everything cleared up.
No, you won't.
Oh, and watch out for the puppet.
Oh my god, that's so scary. Oh. Science Blaster? You mean this isn't his song? What?
It was.
This is somebody else's song?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that promises not to
Hello,
include or
Internet.
jump
Welcome to
scares
Game
unless that's
Theory.
just what I want you to think, so I can lull you into a false sense of security and scare you again. But I wouldn't do that. I'll just let the uncertainty of whether a jump scare is going to happen or not drive you insane for the rest of this episode. Man, I
Thanks,
love reverse psychology. You know what else I love? These games! Not because I'm freaked out by the rosy, tingle-looking, emotionally dead animatronic.
Tingle!
Okay,
Tingle!
the balloon kid is pretty messed up. No, what I appreciate about these games is the level of thought that went into
Oh, boy.
every element of the story. When you create a game that has people rage debating about whether it's a sequel or a prequel, you've definitely done something
Look at
right.
that guy on the right.
Unless
Look at
that's
his
ever your
goatee.
intent, in which case you've done something horribly,
It looks like
horribly
nostalgia
wrong.
critic.
I think
Anyway,
it was supposed to be a sequel.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 looks to be everything you'd want in a sequel. More cameras, more danger, and more fan. Oh, the fan. But that
Fan.
also comes with more questions. Questions about the game's lore. And while others will provide you with the jump scares, I provide you
Lore.
with what everyone
Lore.
answers.
Oh.
Well, maybe not everyone. What an elite, educated subset of
Lore.
really want answers. So grab yourselves a slice of
There was
Freddy
a guy in
Fazbear's
my
signature
Clash of
pizza, because
Clans
we're about to
game
dig in.
That was called
Ugh.
just FNAF
It's like-
lore. That
FNAF
was the-
lore.
Let's get the big one out of the way first.
FNAF
Is the
lore.
game
Cardboard.
a sequel or a prequel sequel?
Prequel.
What I mean by that is, contrary to popular belief, just because it has a big 2 slapped next to the name doesn't automatically mean the game comes after the first one in a timeline sense. It's a sequel, yes, but it tells a prequel story. Take, for instance, these all-time classics: Psycho 4: The Beginning, Lion King 1.5, and the
They made another one?
classic Godfather Part 2.
Yeah.
All of them
They made
They made another Lion King and I didn't know about it.
prequels. It's not mutually exclusive.
You
So
got me the
where's
date.
Five Nights at
Yeah.
Freddy's 2 fit in? Knowing its place in the
Ah.
timeline
Where's
is
Five Nights at
crucial for
Freddy's 2
understanding
fit
the
in?
story. Well,
Ah.
Well,
now,
that's
let's
whenever
focus
the
on
John
paycheck
from
you're
Godfather
receiving
comes
at
out and
the
he's
end
like,
of the year. The date places the events in 1987,
Godfather.
a whole 6 years ahead of when we determined the first game took place.
Yes.
Our first video.
This is
whenever I'm
true.
talking to my- You whenever I'm talking to my priest.
Game by calculating Mike Schmidt's hourly pay and comparing that to the minimum wage of the 90s. If Scott Coffin, the game's developer, is just picking random numbers for the payments, this bit of evidence would be meaningless. Except that he's not. At the end of Five Nights 2, you get paid $100.50. Divide that by the 30 hours worked, and you get $3.35 an hour. The exact minimum wage for 1987.
Yeah.
Which means that us using minimum wage calculations to identify the year of Five Nights 1 is a perfectly
wait, he made a
valid way to prove
typo.
it, and shows
Your
that it
minimum.
takes place after after the events of
That's
Five
okay.
Nights
He's
2.
that guy.
Still
He's
don't
allowed to
believe
make
me?
typos.
Players brave enough to survive an extra
I
night
I kind of
6
wonder what
are
like
rewarded with a
what
bonus.
certain games
The
take
newspaper
place in, like
says
in
the
what
toy
state.
robots are getting scrapped, and that the old ones are going into
Because it's
stores
not all
for a
Utah. It can't all be
smaller-scale
Utah.
version of the
Yeah.
restaurant.
That'd be
That would
silly.
explain why the old models reappear in Five Nights 1
Utah's
and the toy
fucked up.
models don't. And
Yeah.
notice how it mentions a smaller version of the restaurant. The building in Five Nights 1 is significantly smaller than the setting of Five Nights 2. Need more evidence? What about the fact that on the first night in the office, the phone guy explains that the robots used to walk around during the day just like they do in Five Nights 2,
Why is there just a
but not
giant
anymore.
fucking
Or the
hallway?
fact that phone guy dies.
I
Like,
have no
imagine you're a
idea.
child
Hard
and
for
you're
him to
wandering
also be the phone
around.
guy in Five
Yeah.
Nights.
Imagine
If
you're
it
a
takes place
child and you're
after
wandering
Call Me the
around the
Phantom Menace, 'cause
pizzeria and you
every
end
night
up
of
in
Sunday,
this place and
game
you start like
is a
messing.
prequel. So
Enter
Like-
the Menace. Sorry.
They don't
And
even
you
have
start, like,
a
messing
kitchen.
around with like the computer and shit.
Yeah, like
Like
the
a door. They don't even.
the building doesn't make sense. There's no kitchen at all.
Actually, the architectural design of FNaF.
Additionally, the phone guy makes reference to it on night 1, mentioning the old location and how it was left to rot. So we know that there was one Freddy Fazbear's Pizza for the first game, one for the second game, and one that came before both of them that we've never seen.
The Wizard
But even
location.
Before that, the phone guy also mentions an even older restaurant called Fredbear's.
Oh my God, is it gonna show the
which,
Gravity Falls
aside from
place?
its confusingly different name, also had different owners.
He always uses
There's the restaurant from the first game,
a certain like location from Gravity Falls to show Fredbear's.
1987 in Five Nights 2,
I
the old
wanna
location of
see
Freddy
if he uses
Fazbear's
that.
Pizzeria left to rot, and the original
Why is it in Mexico?
Yeah, that's from Gravity Falls.
Anyway, it's
I
at this first
know.
location, the diner, where the whole story begins.
Fredbear
Submitted for the approval of the game theorists.
with a B, with a
This
capital
is
B.
the true tale of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Car
When
tire.
you die in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, before you've even gotten over the jump scare, you sometimes get a screen like this. Oh, turn it off! Turn it off! It's horrifying. That, youngsters, was E.T. for the Atari, a console that came out before the NES. Yes, around the same time as the dinosaurs.
My
It's
goodness.
widely considered to be the worst game of all time, hence me reacting in a horrified manner. See? Humor, folks. But seriously, you get these disturbing minigames which, true to the
Pixels!
1987 set, use
The movie!
best graphics to depict various
Adam Sandler.
voice spells out letter by letter.
Ah, it's Adam Sandler.
Save them or save him. These
Waiting for
death
him to play
minigames
Gangnam
are
Style.
Adam Sandler should have been
figuring
in
out
that
the
film.
story behind these
Gonna be
games.
real.
Let's start with this.
Oh.
This death minigame has you playing as Freddy, taking cake to screaming children at a birthday party. As Freddy rushes around trying to keep the whole party happy. a
That's
single
not Freddy,
sad
that's
child
Fredbear.
looks on from
Guys,
the
my-
side when
guys,
suddenly
my
the
brother
door
wants to say
is
hi.
anything but
Hi, brother.
Hello.
as a
And
purple
FNaF
man
Funnies.
pulls up in a
Hi,
car,
brother.
murders
He
the
said hi.
child and drives
Roxy
off.
says hi,
It's
brother.
my belief, loyal theorists, that this game takes place at Fredbear's Diner and is chronologically the first event that we see in this timeline. How do I know? Well, it's a small establishment and there's only one animatronic, Freddy, as opposed to all the other games which show other robots. But more importantly, this murdered child is the one that sets everything into motion. One of the new tasks added to Five
Guys,
Nights at Freddy's
this is
2
like
is
FNaF.
finding a
It's like
mysterious
FNaF.
piece
It's
that
almost
will
like
play
FNaF,
games
the
with
game.
animatronics. If you fail to find the music box, what you're introduced
Guys.
Brother from Real Time FNaF.
The puppet looks like No Face from
Oh my
Spirited
God, he
Away.
just left my
What
room,
else he
too.
looks like? Take a look at
They can say, "Hey, brother, you're a FNaF reference."
Even after he's dead,
No
if we
way.
assume that they'll continue to stay with him into the afterlife, we can make a pretty good
Misgendering
case
Charlie
that this
right
kid's
now.
murdered
Wow.
spirit eventually found its way into the puppet animatronic. But that's not all. What jump scare happens after this save him minigame?
Wait,
After
so-
seeing this tear-stained child's murder reenacted in 8
I'm gonna turn you up, Pesto. I'm gonna turn you up just a little bit. There we go.
I don't think so. That incident marks the first time
My
the chain is ever
ass
associated with a
Mason.
violent act carried out against a child. And we can infer that it was this incident that caused the original owners of Fredbear's Diner to sell off to the company.
I like how he
now
hasn't
known as
commented on the
Fazbear
car.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but if I was senselessly murdered
He
and
doesn't
left
comment
alone
on
in a
anything
pizza
besides
place
the
for
dead
rest of
kid.
my life in the body of an
Why would you
awful
comment
looking
about the
clown
car?
doll,
It's just a
I'd
car.
want to get my revenge as
It's
soon
a
as possible.
purge, an awesome car.
So it doesn't quite turn out that way. Fast forward a few years to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, the first location.
1970
the one
Dodge
that has yet to
Challenger
appear
in Plum
game.
Crazy
This new
Purple
restaurant is the one I talked about in my earlier episode and throughout the first game.
Yeah, but
where our
that's
pal
just
the
a car.
murderer uses a golden Freddy suit to
That's just a car.
Five children.
A purple car. Thanks for driving.
Wall, he gets caught the next day, but the bodies are never found. Presumably because they've been stuffed into the animatronic suits. The restaurant's
Purple car
open
like
for
a
months
Thanos
until the dead bodies
Thanks
start
to
to
Freddy's.
off the robots, causes the place to get shut down for health reasons. But how do we know
Their
this happens
spirits
in
aren't the
first
only
person
things
location?
inside the
Then
costume.
we turn to what
Is
the
their
Funnies
bodies?
Their bodies.
on
Ugh.
episode 2 of Five Nights
Elizabeth
Two,
Dale
he
speech
mentions
bubble.
the smell
I love it. She's silly.
the smell that got the original restaurant shut
She's
down.
so
We also
pretty.
know that
She
after the
is.
Freddy incident, it took multiple months for the restaurant to get shut down. That couldn't have happened in the
Elizabeth was
restaurant of Five Nights at
awesome.
Freddy's.
However,
which shut down on night 6
Josh
for the
Hutcherson.
foreseeable future. But outside of these lore clues, it also makes logical sense. Before the
Don't even get me started on Josh Hutcherson, dude.
Why was Spock there?
But now there are 5 more dead children, and thanks to another of the dead
Oh.
minigames, we find out exactly what happened.
We have
to
s-
them.
we have
That
s-
minigame, the
59 more of
dead
these to go
children
through.
into the robotic suits, giving their souls new life, and preps them for their
Oh.
final mission.
The purple man.
But Mad
Why is
Cat,
my
who
cat
saved
chewing on a
Shadowy
water
King,
bottle?
there
Oh
are
my
only
god,
4
placeholder.
dead children in that
Nadia,
game,
hi.
to which I tell
My
you,
cat's
look
here.
closer
Hi, cat.
if you dare, for the
Candy
frame
FNaF,
right
FNac,
before
FNac.
Golden Freddy's head jumps out and attacks features the lost 5th dead child, and what started as a haunted puppet has suddenly
Oh.
become an army of possessed animatronics out for revenge. But wait, that's not all we know. We also know the murder
Why
was
did-
committed by the same
This
guy
is- this
who killed
theory
the
is
first
correct,
child.
right?
How?
No.
Foxy
Well,
wins minigame. Twice, Foxy runs out to
I don't
meet
know.
kids. The third time, we see the tall purple man again, smiling. Foxy goes into the other room to
like,
find
predicted
5
that,
dead
the
children. The man
kid
in
at-
purple
outside the
strikes
restaurant
again.
was the
Skip ahead
puppet.
to 1987,
Yeah, that's true.
finally
That's
bringing us to the events of Five
indisputable.
Nights at Freddy's
That's
2.
been reinforced
New
with FNAF 6.
animatronics
That
have
part
retired.
has been true.
New versions of all our favorite
What is
that
toys.
pirate font?
Facial recognition software that just so happens to be connected to a sex offender.
What?
database.
What?
Failed.
What?
Detail right. Consider that the last restaurant was closed for having children
What?
kidnapped and killed by
Where did you get that from?
Satan.
He's.
You see
Is-
how it ties together? Some animals possessed by vengeful spirits and another batch on the prowl for predators. That doesn't stop there.
Phone guy just says criminal. He doesn't say sex offender.
Fazbear's Pizza. As we learn from the phone guy on nights 4 and 6, the new restaurant is again under investigation as a
Oh my god. No way.
You don't want Epstein appearing in
Oh my god. The sex offender database.
sex
The golden
offender
Freddy
database.
killer struck again. Final minigame also
This-
shows
oh my god,
you,
Matt.
as Freddy, must walk through an exact
Ugh.
replica of the building. Animatronics all in their proper places, seeing the 5
Yeah,
dead
it's a
children
proper
spread
place
out
for
through
fucking
various
Golden
rooms.
Freddy.
And based on what Phone Guy says, it
Sprawled out
seems
on the
like the guilty
floor.
party was the
Oh my
former
god.
guard, the one who moved to day shift and the one your character replaced. And Phone Guy makes plenty of uncomfortable references to suddenly having an available position during the day.
Oh my god. Can't get over that. Oh my god, is this where people get their theories that
Someone we've never met.
William is a
Work there
a no-no person?
Someone we trust. Someone with a long
probably.
history with these
I mean-
characters.
Oh
Someone
my
no
God.
one would suspect. The head guard. The one forced to fill new positions and teach new recruits by leaving them instructions.
He
over
looks
the
like a
phone.
fucking
Is the purple
prison
man
architect
the
character.
phone guy? Ask yourself this. What do we really know about Phone Guy? Let's look at what he said. First, he
Oh
always
no, he's
seems
gonna
like an
Sorry.
outsider
he's gonna say
looking
phone
in.
guy
He
is a
refers to the
purple
management
guy.
of the company as they. So he's not
I was
They,
really
them.
confused by the
CEO
theory
or
when I
the
was a
manager,
child.
But he's also not a typical day worker, as he says things like the employees and the staff. So he works there, but isn't generally considered a regular member of the company. We also know that he's qualified to take the role of a night guard. As we learn,
Oh.
he plans to take over the position sometime after night 6. And
Phone
is
guy
on his
would
way
love
out of the position
estrogen.
by the time the first game starts.
He would. I want to see what he looks like.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun that we don't.
I
Mm.
just always pictured a Scott Cawson.
Yeah.
What else do we know?
No, actually, I always think of the day shift variant where it's just a guy in a suit with a phone head.
First pizzeria that we haven't played in. He also openly admits that Foxy the Pirate was always his favorite, and that he has never...
Oh god, I just got a flashback to something that's gonna show up in one of these theories.
No.
What's gonna show up?
It's a
It's-
special tool that'll help us later.
There's a piece of fan art.
Oh no.
Oh, Pesto, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh dear god. Oh no. It's one of the early theories.
Well, let's look at the mini games again. He has a long
There is a piece of fan art that shows up for like 5 seconds, and it is very, you know,
as he watches Foxy perform. Phone
it's
guy's
something.
favorite, right before
Wait, on my
Foxy sees the room of dead
on my
children.
tweet where I said where was entered during 9/11, one of my mutuals just responded at the club.
What?
And here's the bombshell. We
And it
know
should have been at the
killer is
club.
security guard. How,
Oh
on
my god.
very rare occasions,
Some people in the chat know about the
while
fan art.
chases the puppet, the purple
Tell me
man
whenever it
turns and
appears,
chases
'cause-
you.
Oh, you'll see when it appears. I don't know when it'll show up. That's the thing. All I know is it's one of the early theories. It comes up.
An odd, seemingly innocuous
Cave girl from Half wanted a phone guy on estrogen. Oh, that voice training really did well. Good for her, dude.
Oh, the little things come in small packages. Uh-oh.
Nerd.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Shadow Bonnie.
Very clearly, phone. The robotic voice is saying
Oh,
out for you,
God.
Save them. But when purple guy, phone guy, catches you, the screen crashes and all
Fucking-
you're left
Okay,
with
I
is
heard about this theory when I was like
That's not where it ends,
7
Sarah,
or
as
8.
you and I both
Yeah.
know,
And it
there's
confused
still
the hell out of me.
Freddy's one.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Is last in
Yeah.
line, and the puppet is truly pulling the strings behind all of this. You might be asking yourself where he is in Five Nights 1. We know the other animatronics got scrapped, but this ghostly guy should still be around if this timeline I proposed is correct. And get this, the puppet is in the first game.
No.
Look at the east hallway. Seems pretty
puppet
normal,
is the
right?
camera.
But every so often the posters on
You
the
are
wall
playing
show
as the puppet
this.
in the
You
first
are
FNaF
the
game.
puppet.
Two streaming lines.
But that's just pictures. Those are pictures, not the puppet.
Vengeance. One child. 6 children. More. Looking for revenge against a sick child. The purple guy. The guy who just so happens
What was
to
the
be
one
first
theory
voice you
about,
hear
like, the
turning
mimic
on
was
these
the
games.
red dot in the
Save
camera?
them. Save them.
I remember that. I thought it was
But
stupid.
hey, that's
Just a theory. A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
Right up those
Make
fires.
sure you wind that music box.
All right. Theory 3. Oh my god. I remembered.
Oh,
Oh my.
because tonight will be the night that I will call for you.
Imagine filming this. I kind of feel like the craziest people to do this.
8-year-old me in animatronic world Roblox.
It's time.
No, it's not. You aren't solving nothing, Matt. You still got like 6.
You're solving shit.
The timeline. The first. Oh my god. Springtrap roleplay.
White man jump scare.
Hello, Internet. Welcome.
This is
to
the
Game
final
Theory,
timeline.
where good things, or at least FNaF things, come to those who wait. And man, when it comes to this game series, no one was waiting for anything. I mean, the second game came out 3
Ugh.
months after the first. The trailer for the third was 2 months later, and like 4 minutes after that, the game was available to download. So forgive me if I was
Crazy.
caught with my pants down
What?
for that one. I just wasn't prepared for it. But even more impressive than that,
Pull up your pants,
abbreviated
Matt Pat.
timeline was your
Why
ability
is
to rip
Scott
that
here?
final game apart. Hours
How do
after
you
the
pull your
release
pants
of
up
the
in a
game, people
performance?
were
It's incredible.
discussing good versus bad endings, 8-bit Atari cake, glitching through walls, and
One of my
punching
friends
a
texted me.
flipping code into
Why is one
cement
of my friends
bricks arranged
DMing me
like a
Ultra Kill
telephone
fan art?
dial. In regards to that last one, I have 2 things to say. First off, well done to you guys for figuring it out so quickly, and secondly, Scott, Seriously.
Why is one of my friends
Seriously, Scott?
DMing me
Oh, look,
buff
here's
men?
a wall. Let me just dial in my phone number. Beep boop boop beep boop boop. What? When did we jump from a point-and-click horror game to magical fantasy? This thing is like platform 9 3/4. I expect Harry effing Potter to apparate in Pirate's Cove or something. Jeez. Here I was thinking that you'd plug your numbers into, the one other
This
place
is
that
like
you
a
see numbers
time
in this game.
capsule. Why does
Bonus
he
jump
look
scare
like
menu,
the
or
freaking
something,
Dallas
anything.
Park?
But
Yeah.
nope, dialing it into
Yeah.
a wall makes so much
Why
more
is he
sense.
leaving again?
Okay, sorry, just needed to get that one off my chest. Moving on. Now, with 15 days at Freddy's under our belts and a few overtime hours clocked in for good measure, we have ourselves a completed video game trilogy with the third game
actually
giving
like
us more jump scares, more phone guy, and more
Fan!
But this game also contains the final clues we need to get some closure on this game's deviously vague story. Scotty C certainly didn't make things any easier for
Scotty
us, but
C.
at this point I think we finally have enough puzzle pieces scattered across the 3 games
We love
to
Big
assemble
Scott.
a fairly accurate picture of this franchise.
Autism.
Since you guys had a, let's just say, above average interest in this theory, I wanted to create something that answered
Brain
as
trap,
many
2 different
questions as
words.
possible about this franchise. But beyond just the details, the question we all want an answer to is, what exactly happened in the story
excuse me.
throughout this series? It's a pretty fundamental question to not have an answer to, and yet, despite thousands of videos, forums,
it's coming!
Tumblr posts,
No! No!
Whoa, hey, put that away. This game is already scary enough without you sticking your hook somewhere it doesn't
Why would you
belong,
just
okay? And
leave
despite
that
all those
there?
things, we still don't have a clear picture on the
Get it on!
Yes, there's a child.
Good lord.
The infamous purple
Hello,
guy
man.
who's been using
The
raspberry
pinwheel.
pizzerias as his hunting ground of choice for years, but going into the third game, we still weren't sure about who this guy was or even how many
I didn't
victims
like
he'd
that.
officially
I'm
taken.
sorry.
Sure, we
I really
generally
didn't like that,
understand
Roxy.
killers' dead bodies have been stuffed
Oh,
into some
Matt Pat.
suits, and that with the help of the puppet, the kids were able to
That was
breathe
awful.
life in those robotic bodies. But then,
That was-
what about
I-
Shadow Bonnie and
I'm
Shadow
gonna be
Freddy, who
reliving this in
randomly
therapy.
appeared in Funnies 2, only to become prominent figures throughout part
Goodbye, all of
3?
you. I'll
How did
remember
they
you in
fit
therapy.
What about the ghostly Golden Freddy? Someone we've been talking about since the first game, and yet we still don't
Oh.
really
Golden
know
Freddy's
anything
my
about
favorite
it.
lesbian.
Well, now that we finally have all the facts, I think it's time we revisit my
She's
timeline
a
I
Golden
presented
Freddy.
in the last episode to see what I got right, what I got wrong. Yes, you heard that. Wrong. Shame.
Oh my god,
Boy,
you're gonna do it 20 more
meanwhile, I'm a big
times!
kid now, and finally fill in
Why
the missing
both your
details
pants
to
got
create
back?
what I believe to be my definitive Five Nights theory. And boy,
He's on a
howdy,
period.
it is a doozy. So strap in,
Yeah!
theorists. You wanted it, you're about to get it. Overall, the timeline of the franchise I presented in the last video still holds strong. Decades before the name became a
Oh.
whole legend meriting its own theme park style attraction, Freddy Fazbear got his start at Fredbear Family Diner. It's here where our story begins.
Gravity Falls 1993!
Something we see in the Take Cake minigame.
It's
from
even more
Five
connected than we
Nights
thought.
What tells us that this is Fredbear's
Holy
first in the
shit.
timeline? Well, as I said last time, in addition to it being a small space, the only character we see is Freddy, whereas all other minigames feature multiple animatronics. He's also holding a cupcake. Since that would later become Chica's signature item, the event depicted in this game must have come before she was created. Additionally, notice that the purple guy's murder takes place outside the building. This is the only time we see him murder someone outside the walls of a Fazbear building, which implies that this
Never
is likely
see
his first
him
victim.
murder
Serial killers
Yeah.
often have what's known as a signature, a way of killing that's unique to him and him alone. For Purple Guy, his signature is
Wow,
dressing in
so
an
women
animatronic
can't be
costume,
serial
then
killers?
luring children to the back of the pizzeria and
This placeholder really
there.
need to
But
teach you a
this
lesson.
murder
Thank
occurred
you.
before
Sorry.
he developed this particular style, implying that it is the first. From there, we know that the puppet jump scare that always follows this
The
minigame,
bit- the
combined
hugger.
with the tier design on both the dead child and the puppet's mask, implies that the soul of the first child now exists in the puppet. The
I
event
just
caused the
realized
original
the
owners
eyes
to
of
sell
the
the Fredbear
ghost
name,
thing
who then
are
rebranded and avoided the negative PR, becoming what we know today as Fazbear Entertainment.
Just realized
They then
what?
opened a new chain of restaurants, which we
The
never
eyes
saw in
of
the
the
games
ghost
until
thing
the
aren't
release of
even,
Five
like,
Nights
one
3.
is
This
smaller
is
than the
not
other.
Fredbear Diner
Oh.
like many interpret, but rather the first location of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, predating the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. How do we know? Well, by paying close attention to the old recordings of Phone Guy dug up in FNaF 3, he introduces us to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, not Diner, before explaining the functionality of the special spring-lock suits.
Welcome to your new career as a performer / entertainer for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Right now, we have 2 specially designed suits that double as both animatronic and suit.
He also lets us know that the animatronics are still allowed to walk around freely during the day.
Cheese,
meaning
the
that
cheese
this happened
animatronics.
Before the bite of 87.
They look like
An
SpongeBob.
animatronic bites someone during business hours, removing their frontal lobe and resulting in the animatronics being restricted to moving around only at night.
Lobotomy.
Each of operations, animatronics are set to
Real
turn
button.
and walk towards
Who's here?
Oh,
Who
hello.
just came
Again
in?
informs us, and as we see in the stage
Hi,
01
Zeri.
minigame,
Oh,
there are 2
it is
special
Zeri.
suits,
I shall
the
add
Golden Bonnie suit and the
I will
origin of
add
the infamous
Funny.
Golden Freddy. But
Okay.
the lifespan
No,
of these
no,
spring-lock suits is
I
actually
can
short-lived, as we
to
learn
just say a
about their
really
one
quick thing, okay? Don't worry.
Yeah, what
Okay.
what's up?
What
Okay.
good thing?
All of you are nerds, okay?
Thanks.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness, we need to kill that guy.
I'm literally getting my coat on right now,
fatal
driving my
After
ass
learning
all the
of
way
an
to Brazil or
unfortunate
wherever.
incident at the sister location involving multiple and
He's back!
simultaneous
No, wait, he's
spring-lock
not.
No,
Who's?
I
Oh.
was
I.
my live stream, and Sarek said you were all nerds, and that was pretty rude of him. So I want to say you're not nerds, okay?
Thank
You're all
you.
cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Watching this, if Sarek is watching this, fuck you, Sarek. Am I allowed to swear?
I think so.
yeah, we've been
Bro,
swearing this whole time. We were literally doing a bit about 9/11 earlier.
Oh, that's my favorite topic. Did you know Ralpho did that? From Bunny Club?
Yeah,
Did you know he was involved with that?
awesome.
Yeah, that did happen. I gotta go now. I'm gonna get a mad DM
Okay.
from Sarek Monto, I think. I'm gonna go catch that.
All right,
I'll see you
goodbye.
later.
Also, Jackal from the stream chat just talked to me on Twitter. When was entered during 9/11, and they replied, "Who do you think was in the plane?" Thanks, Jackal.
failures,
Oh my
companies
god.
deem the suits temporarily unfit for
Wait,
employees.
was he a
The cost
passenger or
suits
was
are
he
being
driving?
retired to an appropriate location.
Now,
He's.
let's
I think
pause
he's a
here.
passenger.
2 employees are killed by the
Yeah.
failure of a Bonnie suit
That was-
and a
yeah.
Freddy suit. Where else in the game do we see Bonnie and Freddy sharing a unique
How did he
feature
get
that
to
no
the
one
TS?
else in the game
There was no
possesses?
TSA,
Shadow
right?
Freddy and
I-
Shadow Bonnie. Could this be the origin of the paranormal
Oh.
Shadow suits? Yes, actually. Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie are tied to
Hold
the
on.
ghosts of the employees who died in the
Oh.
spring suits.
Uh-oh.
Get this. The
Yay.
employees' bodies were
Hi,
taken
Pascal.
out of the suits, which is why their appearance is more paranormal and why they can't possess them as well as the children can. Plus, having this as their origin would explain the in-game behavior of both suits. In FNaF 3, we see that Purple Guy hides in a secret safe room that has been built into every pizzeria. A room that's hidden to customers and invisible to the animatronics programming. During the minigames that occur between nights, we see Shadow Freddy lead the other animatronics to this secret room, only to cause them to glitch out and then get torn apart by Purple Guy. This supernatural origin story is how Shadow Freddy is able to enter the safe room when other animatronics can't. How he's able to lead you to that room in the
Magic
first place
force
when other
field.
animatronics
The
won't
magic.
be
Black
able to
goop on
see
the
it based on their
No,
programming,
no.
and even why he leads you there, knowing that Purple Guy
Why
attacking
can't
you will
you everywhere?
eventually
Well, those are some slippers.
That's also
Some
why there's no Purple
haunted
Freddy
slippers.
when you do finally enter the
No, I'm
room.
not talking
It's
about
not
the
an
rat.
alternate
I know,
Talking about
but
the
if you're gonna
Purple
say that's
Guy.
black goop, I'm gonna say that's.
Suck on that, Harry Potter. I knew someone would apparate
it's
eventually.
Suck
It
on that,
also
Harry
explains
Potter.
why Shadow Bonnie's minigame in FNaF 3 always starts on stage 01, the spring suits, and why it's the one animatronic we control that has the ghostly ability to glitch, fly, and
Glitch
teleport.
trap?
As we concluded last episode, this is also the point in
Holy
the
shit.
timeline of the first missing children's incident, the one we learn about via newspaper
What if
clippings
there
in
were
5
several?
Nights
What if there
so,
were,
based
like,
on the
5
newspaper
missing
clipping
children
evidence we
incidents?
have, we know that
And
the
they
murderer
were
That would be
all
too
murdered
many.
by the
dressed in one of the
same kid.
suits, lured
That would be
children
too
to a
many.
back room and killed them. He's starting to develop his signature. But one nagging detail FNaF theorists have been wondering is what suit does he use for
Why
his
does he have
disguise?
shoulder
The
pads?
answer?
Yeah, that.
Golden
I was like, that's some
Why?
weird
Well,
sprite work.
the phone guy saying the faulty suits were being
1980s
retired to an appropriate appropriate location.
Power
There's a
suit.
high likelihood they're being stored in one of the
Oh my
same
god, it's the
rooms of
FNaF 2
restaurants. Plus, we hear in
costume.
FNaF 2 that the purple guy has a habit
The
of using
purple
that
guy
yellow
costume.
suit.
We had a spare in the back, a yellow one.
Whoa.
Someone used it.
But why not Golden Freddy? Phone guy tells us so at the beginning of Night 5 in FNaF 3.
Management has also been made aware
That
Oh.
wasn't there.
Prince Bonnie animatronic has been noticeably moved.
My, what an oddly specific detail to include, Scott Cawthon. And remember, these tapes that play in FNaF 3
Rabbit.
date all the way back to the first pizzeria location, which is why this detail is so important. It reflects Purple Guy starting to develop his signature killing pattern. From there, we know the rest of the story. Purple Guy kills the kids, stuffs the bodies into the suits to hide them.
Yeah.
But as we read the paper, is caught on camera and arrested.
No.
Meanwhile, the puppet gives life to the children, and the angry spirits possess the robots. Or is that really how it goes?
Nice,
Let's go back
nice
to the
fan
Give
art.
Gifts, Give Life minigame. The children are lying there dead, and the puppet first tries to give them presents. Weird, right? Weird until you consider
This is
that
just
his
like the
place is at
music
the
video
prize
for the
corner.
Living
Giving
Tombstones.
presents
It's
is
been
the
so
only
long.
thing he knows that can make children happy. It's a reflex. Remember, this is still a child's spirit in this puppet. But when that doesn't work, the puppet goes around one more time and does the only other thing it can think of. Put the bodies into the suits. You heard that right. In trying to save the children, he's the one hiding them in the animatronic suits. Not the killer like we've been assuming. But then what about the fifth child, as there's only 4 here? Well, as we pointed out last time, the
Fuck
fifth
them
child
kids.
is there too, appearing at the very end of the minigame and taking the role of Golden Freddy.
always
But
be confused by, like,
Golden Freddy
the
is a
killings.
decommissioned spring-lock suit at this
Same.
point. Deemed
I just
too
don't think
unsafe
there's,
to
like,
be
any
functional.
definitive
The reason he's slumped over and
conclusion
can't move
to
like
that.
the rest is that his endoskeleton has been taken
I'll always be
out.
confused
He's
by,
in
in general,
suit
the
mode,
FNaF 2
not
minigame.
free roaming mode.
Yeah.
He physically doesn't have the
Because
mechanisms in
Scott
place
has
to
said that
stand
there's
up
been
and
one
move.
retcon in the
Yes or
series,
no?
but he hasn't
Dead
said what
child's
it
spirit
is.
just can't give a
Why
boneless
the
suit
fuck?
the ability to
I-
stand. This
It could
also
be anything,
explains the
literally.
lone naked endoskeleton that appears occasionally
We
in
need to
both
kill
Five
this guy.
Nights
I'm
at
joking.
and Five Nights 1.
I'm
An
joking.
endoskeleton that once belonged to Golden Freddy. Whew.
Get
I know
real.
I made you wait for this one, so I knew I had to
Waterboarding
make it
this
count.
information out
Heck,
of
if
him.
there ain't a lot to cover. Still with me? Good, because we're ready for our
I
next
agree with you,
location.
Jackal.
You
FNaF
see,
2
since
is
the
one of the more
puppet hid the
confusing ones.
bodies, no one knows
Definitely.
they're in the suits until
FNaF
they
1 and
start
2 are, like,
seeing and
really-
smelling, which, as
Yeah.
we see in the papers, eventually gets the place
Yeah.
shut down for health violations. The company tries to recover from, quote, the tragedy that took place there many years ago, but can't, and eventually is forced to shut its doors for good. This leads to the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Finally, we're actually going to talk about a game in the series. Seriously, can you believe we've been going this whole time on locations that aren't even settings for the 3 main games? That is why this lore is so challenging, but also so interesting. Anyway, forgotten, dismantled, deactivated. These are the words you see at the beginning of the trailer. Back when the debate about whether this game was a sequel or a prequel to the first game, these words made it seem like a follow-up, that everything had been shut down since the first game, but it wasn't. These words are a reference to the business being closed down after that first missing children's incident. That's why posters
No way.
everywhere in Five Nights 2 are all about the brand new Fazbear Pizza. It's the grand reopening after years of being out of business. That's also why the new toy animatronics
Oh, no.
have built-in facial recognition software to a criminal database. They need to be
Oh, good.
careful to
He
prevent
said criminal.
incident. But as we know, it
He didn't
doesn't
say-
work.
he didn't say
Every
sex
single
offender.
Save Them minigame, 5 more children get killed in this new location. We know it's
The
new
second
location
MCI
because the
also always
minigame map's
confuses me.
layout perfectly
Yeah.
matches this new Fazbear business. We also know it couldn't have happened earlier in the timeline, as both the old animatronics and new toy robots are presented in the game. But this time, the puppet solution isn't saving the kids.
I completely forgot that there's
it's
just
stopping the
blood on the floor
he
right there.
enlists the help of Freddy to
Yeah.
try and
V-E-T-H-E-M.
leading the bear to the killer's location.
Thanks for spelling it out
Except
for us,
Purple
Matt.
Guy came prepared, equipped with not a phone, but rather something to help him tamper with.
What is that? Is that a lightsaber?
He knows that something
Looks like a-
fishy is going
I'm not
on
gonna
with
say
these
what that
robots.
looks like.
Oh.
He's been watching, and studying. The puppet wants Freddy to
Yeah, that's
save
used for
the
dismantling
killer's
robots, Pin.
answer
That's
is
the
only
answer.
this. You
That's his
So how did the
that's
Purple
his
Guy
signature
manage it when he
tool,
had been
don't you
caught
know?
years before?
Freddy
What about the
Fazbear would
bite of
crumble to
87?
dust and
No.
knock
What
them
about
out.
number 3 fit in? And most importantly of all, who is the purple guy.
You!
All that next week.
No!
Don't worry, I'll come back. I always do.
Ah!
It's all just a theory. A game theory.
A game theory. Holy God.
Make sure you don't
Oh,
just
Dr. Freddy! Ah.
All right, the ending you missed. When was this? 8 years
That
ago.
was the sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who. That looked like something from Star Wars.
Oh, game theory. That's. Oh.
Lol.
Facebook.com.
You have a Facebook?
Hello, Internet.
Yeah.
Welcome to Game Theory.
To
We
Game
may not
The-
have made FNaF, but I like to think we've at
To
least
Game
made it
Theory.
a bit more interesting. So in part 1 of this long-awaited all questions answered FNaF theory, we covered everything from the origins of the shadow animatronics, to the reason for Golden Freddy's ghostly behavior, to proof of what suit the killer uses. We clarified the timeline and even went so far as to dispel the myth that the killer is the one shoving the bodies into the suits. Click here if you
The
missed it
movie.
to get caught up. Don't worry, I'll wait. This is a positive video.
The movie
Today we're
says
covering
that
the
he
major
did
questions from
put
the
him in the
franchise,
suits.
the final bits of the timeline, the ending of the game, and most importantly of all, the identity
Oh my
of
goodness.
the purple guy. So enough intro, let's cut to the chase.
Oh,
To top things off,
he
there's
died!
another round of murder done in Fazbear Pizza. Purple guy had once again used a Golden Bonnie suit to lure in another set of 5 kids and kill them, as depicted in the Save Them minigame from FNaF 2. The place gets closed for investigation a few days later, but the one thing
But.
that practically everyone overlooks in this location is
But.
that
Even
it's
someone asked me what
open.
people
In
shit
FNaF
out of.
2, the night one
That's
phone
just
call
a
welcomed
butt
you to
theory.
a new summer job at Freddy
Oh,
Fazbear's
I'm so
Pizza.
mature.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear Pizza.
Summer job. And yet, the paycheck at the end of the week
What?
reads November. There is
Oh
not
my
a
God, I'd
single
never
place in
realized
the
that.
world where November is
What?
the summer month. Not one. Meaning that
Have
these
I-
tapes, all these tapes,
I've never
are
realized that.
And honestly, that shouldn't be a surprise.
Oh, you think
Phone
so?
Guy's calls are
I've n-
recordings in
You think it was
every
recorded?
game. In
Wow.
FNaF
I
1,
also
before
never
Phone Guy
realized
dies,
that.
he says he
Wait,
he
but, like-
recorded these messages when he did.
But then the night 6 phone call saying like, why are you still here?
They find the old training tapes the phone guy made.
First of all, we found some vintage audio
Oh,
Maybe
it's...
he anticipated.
Well, that's
shit, I don't know.
storage.
yeah, that's FNaF for you.
Training tape.
In short, all of
Welcome
Phone
to
Guy's
FNaF, guys.
messages are unspelled
Inconsistencies.
not recorded anytime near your tenure as security guard. That includes the ones in FNaF 2 talking about children going missing. The pizzeria isn't being shut down for an investigation of some missing children the week you happen to be working there. You're
Why does he always
listening
use
to old tapes
Isaac?
Because there's no other images for crying children that aren't like actual...
Crying all the children
Yeah.
specifically.
Happening as the last event before the building closes. But what decorations do we see put up throughout the building for the entirety of the week you're working there? Happy birthday
Ugly ones.
banners. Confusing? You betcha. Game changing?
Is that not true?
Not. Neo-Nazi?
Oh
Yeah.
Two aren't the killer purple guy at all. They were both working in November.
Not Jeremy, not Fritz.
No. Hello, my name is not...
Couples.
Which brings us to the other key point in the timeline, the bite of 87.
Oh,
Ever
no.
since we heard about this mysterious frontal lobe
Is it the
nibble on that first
bisexual of
fateful
87?
night of May, we wanted to know more about
The
this
bi
bizarre attack,
of
one that
87.
ends up resulting in animatronics
That's
no
me.
longer
I'm
being
the
allowed
87
to walk around
bi.
during the day. But now, 3 games in, we do know more.
No, we
know
don't.
it took place
We
in
know
the
less.
location of
No, we
FNaF
don't.
2,
We know
the
way
God.
less.
date on Jeremy's paycheck. And furthermore, the newspaper clipping that ends FNaF 2 gives us a clue that it's the bite which closes this version of the restaurant, not some
Ugh.
serial killing. Quote, after being open a few short weeks, the restaurant is closing its doors, the article says, with the new animatronics being scrapped for possible malfunction. That's game designer Scott
Scrapped?
Thompson telling us
Like,
that one of the new
Scrap, baby!
hit someone during the day.
No!
Holes for the new These ones get kept for possible reorganization. Well,
Sorry,
outside
I
of an
think
obvious
Scrap
need
Baby's
to
really cool.
retcon why these new robots didn't appear in Five Nights 1, it's because the company considered them safer, relatively speaking. So, now who's the biter? Well, it's none other than the pile of
Who's
scraps.
the biter? My cat.
Mangle. The most obvious clue is the
What is
unhinged jaw. The frontal lobe is the biggest part of the
Salmonella Academy type shit.
Oh my god.
Toy robots wouldn't be able to handle the size of the human head, especially when you compare it to the Mangle's narrow snout and wide open mouth. There's also Mangle's
That is
sharper teeth
scary.
and potential angle of attack. As shown by its jump scare, Mangle goes for the top of the head. And who got bit? There is enough evidence to say definitively, but your most likely candidate would be fan favorite Jeremy Fitzgerald.
Jeremy
passes the test, and on his
Fan
paycheck
favorite
at the
white
end of
boy.
the week, he's welcomed into the family, presumably getting moved to day shift. Fritz gets hired to replace him on day 7, but then promptly gets fired for tampering with the animatronics. That means he's not
Get
likely the
fucked.
one to get bit, and instead
Stinky
the person
bitch.
who fires him on day shift is, leaving Jeremy as the most likely frontal lobeless candidate.
Lobeless.
But regardless of whether it's Jeremy or some other customer we've never met, someone gets bit, the restaurant closes for good,
Customer?
and as the newspaper clippings show,
Did he mean
the old
employee?
animatronics go into storage awaiting a smaller location with a lower budget. Fast forward to the 90s and FNaF 1. We
Ugh.
know it's the 90s based on the hourly rate of the paycheck received by Mike Schmidt, security guard extraordinaire from the first game, something we proved in our first Five Nights video. And now we can breathe a sigh of relief, because this was the beautiful time long, long ago, last August, when the games weren't so complicated. And the biggest mysteries were a game-crashing gold bear and
Oh.
the words, "It's me." No
That's
Destiny
funny.
Games, no puppets,
The irony.
no need to shoehorn in extra overcomplicated storylines. When the first
Wow.
game
The irony. The irony.
Those sequels make things complicated. The full feature 8-bit
Wow.
more
Boy,
details
do
than this
sequels make things
from the
complicated?
game. First things first, we know that the purple guy kills 5 children
Wow.
here. We see it in the Foxy Go 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 minigame from FNaF 2. Foxy runs past a grinning purple guy to see 5 dead bodies. Sorry, no fireworks this time, Foxy. And how do we know it's the FNaF 1 location? Well, it's the only time in the game when Foxy's stage, Pirate Cove, is located to the west of a dining area. See how he performs for the children by running to the right?
Well-
That matches the map layout of the FNaF 1
No,
pizzeria. We also
not
know
really.
from FNaF 3 minigames that this is where the purple guy dies inside a golden
Uh,
Rock Bonnie suit.
The minigames are like the most confusing part of the series. One of.
Exactly.
Conveniently explaining why it never appeared in the first game. But hold on, weren't those safe rooms sealed up a long time ago? I mean, we touched on this last episode, but the old recordings of Phone Guy we listened to throughout
Ugh.
FNaF 3 say that these rooms are being closed off, discontinued, and will never be mentioned again. Why would a location 20 years later possess a safe room unless it was the same building as the first Freddy Fazbear's
Oh, wow.
Pizza
Actually.
location? That's why it's in such disrepair when we see
Oh.
the FNaF 3
No,
minigames
actually,
boarded up
intriguing
with
idea.
rats on the floor. It's been closed
Oh.
down for years, which also means the dead kids from the Foxy Go 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 minigame aren't another set of new victims. Cause seriously, at this point, the killer would have made his way through like
Oh.
a short bus full
No,
of
that
hungry
safe room point is
No,
such a good
those
idea
kids
though.
Are the first 5
That is a
dead
good
kids,
idea.
the ones who would eventually possess Old Bonnie,
Oh.
Chica, Freddy Foxy, and Golden Freddy. I mean, look, if the animatronics were possessed at this point, don't you think Foxy would be attacking Purple Guy rather than just running past him to perform for some dead
Right.
kids? This also explains the random cutscene from FNaF 2
Wow.
where the puppet's looking into Freddy's eyes. You can tell by the tables in the background and the design of both Bonnie and Chica that this is the FNaF 1 location
sense.
with the old
Oh my
animatronics
God.
on stage.
This is
But
actually a
it's
good
not
one.
Flash forward to the game's next location,
Oh.
but rather flash back to the moment the puppet brought these characters, these children, to life.
Oh.
Okay, but that's just tying together some
puppet.
loose ends in the story.
That's
We're
really
interested in
interesting.
how this whole thing ends, and those FNaF 3 minigames give us the conclusion we're looking for.
Ha!
These flashback minigames show Purple Guy dismantling
Conclusion.
the animatronics from the security of the
The
city
Bobby Dots
one by
conclusion?
one,
Bobby
but in
Dots.
doing so, he's unwittingly
Bobby
releasing the
Dots!
spirits
We had
of his
like a
former
brain
victims.
like moment.
Freddy,
Bobby
Bonnie,
Dots!
Chica, Foxy,
Golly
Golden
Dog.
Freddy. When their powers combine, they are able to scare Purple Guy into the Golden Bunny spring-lock suit, which fails,
They
crushes
turn
him
into
pretty
Captain
much to the point
Planet.
of death.
Don't be drunk, kids. Me, Freddy Fazbear.
You die, and the spirits fade away. Golden Bonnie, with Purple Guy inside, now known
Golden
as
Bonnie.
Springtrap, rots away in the safe room for
Springle
years
Borp.
until he's finally uncovered by the founders of Fazbear's Fright from the third game. With the discovery of
Faz
Springtrap,
Force.
this haunted house attraction, inspired by the years of
That-
mystery
I
and
did
murder
think
of
about
the
the Faz
pizzeria
Force.
chain, finally has their first real animatronic, who then haunts the player for 5 nights and a nightmare night until the place
Night
burns
nights.
down.
Nightmare
with
night.
faulty
Nightmare night.
wiring.
Like from
The
My Little
end.
Pony.
Take a bow. It's finally over. Well, kinda. We're still
Sorry, I
left
just
with
watched that
one
episode,
final.
so-
I just watched a few episodes this morning.
Impossible question to answer. Who is the purple guy? After spending
Me.
Me! It's
I-
you!
Details of this game franchise
me,
on
Pin the
whiteboards,
Flamingo
talking it
from-
over with anyone who has to listen to me ramble on and on
Slaying in
about
that dress.
haunted robots, and just looking at it from every possible angle, all logic points to it being
What? What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Click here to find... Are you kidding me? Click here to find out now. Sorry for the shameless cliffhanger here, but due to a copyright strike
Due to a
currently on the
copyright
channel,
strike currently on the channel, I can't upload videos longer than 15 minutes.
and this one is 18 minutes plus. No,
Oh, there's boobs in this one.
no, that was
Proxy.
the other one.
That was the other one. That one had...
He's saying this is 18 minutes plus,
I know.
and I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer. Are you kidding me? All right.
Maybe it's in the... Okay. Oh, okay.
Second half.
real animatronic, who then haunts the player for 5 nights and a nightmare night until the place burns down due to faulty wiring. The end. Take a bow. It's finally over. Well, kinda. We're still left with one final, seemingly
Not
impossible question to
It's
answer.
never over.
Who is the purple guy?
Me.
After spending, I kid you not, full days plotting out all the details of this game franchise on whiteboards, talking it over with anyone who would stand to listen to me ramble on and on about fictional haunted robots, and just looking at it from
He's
every
talking about
possible
himself for the next
angle,
7
all
years.
logic points to it being
Ew.
the phone.
Oh!
And no, not because I made a theory about it and refused to let it die. Honestly, I couldn't care less if that last video was wrong. At this point, I just care about the truth, and Phone Guy makes the most logical sense. I know your complaints, and I promise you, if you stick with me,
How
you'll be
limited the
convinced.
cast
Why would he
First,
say
there's
that?
the circumstantial evidence I presented during
Oh,
my
not
FNaF
sure.
2 theory. Phone Guy's admitted love of
My
Foxy
cat
is
is sleeping now.
reflected by the smiling purple guy sprite during the Foxy Go 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 minigame.
I
His
have
distrust of the puppet, a creature haunted by his first victim that we see time and time again trying to bring
I'm
a
holding
stop
my
to his
cat.
killing spree.
Kitty
His
cat.
admitted role as a security guard, and even
Yeah,
the
he's
weird
a little
phone-like
baby.
object in his hand from the Save Them minigame.
Why is he
But
holding-
there's
why would he be
even
holding a
more
phone?
evidence that we
Hey guys, you
consider
want to order
Five
some
Nights
pizza?
3.
Tell the
Consider
guy on the
this.
pizza
He's
what
the
you want.
only person in the game who
hello.
knows about the safe room.
But he
As
also
I mentioned
dies in
before,
FNaF 1.
all
He
the safe
can't...
rooms
Oh
were
my god.
sealed up back in the Springlock
Oh,
suit
man.
days.
I wonder
Back
if
in
he
the
forgot
first
about
Freddy
that.
Fazbear's Pizza location, meaning
Like,
every
of
other
course,
employee coming afterwards
like,
had never even heard
employee
of
would know about the
this
safe
phone
room.
Guy is the only character we meet who would have any knowledge
Oh.
of these rooms, and more importantly, of how they operate, how they're invisible to the cameras.
But he's
and
also
more
dead.
importantly, to the animatronics.
He
That's just
dies.
the beginning. He's also the only person who knows how to
My
use
cat's
the
licking my
Springlock
hand.
suits. Again,
Aw.
once they were decommissioned, the suits were hidden away. Regardless of whether you believe that the killer used a golden Bonnie suit the whole time, or you think he used a golden Freddy suit, either way, we know for a fact the killer was using one of the yellow spring-locked suits.
No.
And Phone Guy is the only character we know who had knowledge of A, where they were hidden, and B, how they were operated
Oh, Nod,
safely.
do you want
Now,
lunch,
I
Matt
know
Pat?
a lot of people
No?
have said it couldn't have been Phone Guy because he knew better. He knew that they were dangerous and could
My
kill
cat
him,
wants
so
to look
if he
out the
wasn't
window
the
and look at the
purple
birds.
guy, he wouldn't
The
just hop
birds.
into a Springtrap suit like
Yeah,
you see
she's watching some
depicted at the
doves.
ending of FNaF 3. But there's one key detail that everyone has been overlooking, and that Scott carefully included in this game. Listen. there's rain. There
Yeah.
are puddles on the
Rain.
ground. It's dripping from
There's
the
rain.
ceiling. The killer
It's
has been using these
raining.
spring-lock suits safely for years, but in his panic to escape the ghosts, he failed to notice the wetness of the building around him. The killer had never encountered this problem before because the building had always been in a decent state of repair, but now it's a wreck, torn apart by age. Rain is able to seep in, something he
Cloud
didn't
speck
realize
on
when
the
he was
wall.
in such a hurry to run away from the ghosts. And if moist breath
Cloud
and some
speck,
blocks,
my
you can
beloved.
bet some rain would make those suckers
I want the
ready to
cloud speck
snap
wallpaper
shots,
in my
and they
house.
do,
I would
according
love
to
that,
the killer.
actually.
I mean, all of that makes
I
a
want a
pretty
cloud speck
compelling
cat.
argument. Almost an open and shut case if there wasn't
Yeah.
one final major criticism to the phone guy theory since the release of FNaF 3. And it's a good one. The fact that phone guy seems
Okay,
to die
there we go.
during his night
Yeah.
phone call from the first game.
I swear if he says he faked his death.
I may not be able to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad
It's
that
actually
recorded my
not
messages
any
for
of
you.
the animatronics, it's actually the IRS.
If Phone Guy was the killer, why would the robot
He's
still
been evading
be active
taxes for
after
several
his death
years.
and the ghosts disappear? It just wouldn't make sense unless you stop to consider the rest of FNaF
Person.
3's ending.
Hello.
I
The
say,
big twist in FNaF
Hey.
3 is the inclusion of a good
What are you guys doing?
We're going into insanity.
Live streaming.
we're watching MatPat.
That's great.
ending.
Yes.
Completing the game normally, you get the bad ending.
We're
You get
watching
to see
every
Purple Guy
Game
die in
Theory.
the flashback minigame, and the whole thing ends with 5 masks representing the 5 main animatronics with lights on behind their eyes.
This is
The
like
good
history, I
ending,
think.
meanwhile, requires
It
using
is.
the
Yeah, it's
main
gonna be in the
They should
history
teach
book.
this in schools.
Basically ignoring
Yeah,
those
it's
games, glitching them
May
out,
6th,
and making
2015.
kids cake to make them happy, obviously referring to the victims of Purple Guy. Beat the game this time, and the ending is largely the same, but with one
I just
fewer
remember what he
animatronic
says at the
mask
end of
and
this.
No lights on. The obvious difference
This
here
theory?
is that in the good ending,
Yes.
the souls of the dead children have been put in peace.
Is it good?
Unfortunately, I have sort of an
They don't go
encyclopedic
back to their
like
animatronic
knowledge.
bodies, but the bad, the lights on behind the eyes of all 5 masks
This
mean that
sucks.
these guys
It
are still
does.
active.
It's-
Angry, restless
I just
spirits
remember
still
shit.
haunting the robots to this
It's
day.
mildly
Because
infuriating.
here's the thing. The good ending doesn't
I
exist
know,
until you,
like for
as the
reference, I
player of
know
the
more
third
about like
installment, give
FNAF
cake to those kids
than I
during
know
FNAF
about
3's
like
hidden mini
taxes.
What you
Same.
play in FNAF 1 though is the
My cat's
aftermath
attacking
of the
me.
bad ending.
Oh.
When the animatronics have killed Phone Guy, but are still out
What,
for vengeance.
Oh.
Yeah, you made
Well,
it
you
through those
know what
first
to
5
do
nights
then.
at
You can
Freddy's.
like
You overheard
you
the
can
death of
shut the
Purple
door,
Guy
flash the
recorded
light at the
live
cat.
on the phone, but it wasn't enough.
Oh,
You
Sometimes the
got
mask
a
works.
bad ending. Even with the
Oh,
killer
no.
crippled in
That's
the
a
back
bad
room in a
ending.
The
spring
bad
suit,
ending.
The lights are
Bad
still on in these animatronics. They're still roaming the halls, attacking anyone wearing
Hello,
that
Nacho.
much-hated security
Are you
guard
purring?
outfit. People
Alright,
like
I'm gonna
Mike
go to
Schmidt,
another
an
server.
innocent
Bye-bye.
guy just trying to
Bye-bye.
do his job
Bye.
at
Purring.
a failing pizza restaurant. And as the final nail in the coffin, what Phone Guy says in his Night 4 recording perfectly foreshadows what we see in the games.
Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm gonna try to
This
find
is-
out until
This is the
checks.
mobile port.
It can't be so bad. Yeah, I always wondered what was in all those empty heads.
Oh my god, this is that old
Think about
mobile
what
port.
Purple Guy does. He hides in a back
I have the
room,
mobile port of
safe
FNAF 3
room,
on my phone.
hides in a suit, and despite getting sprung trapped, actually
Sprung
does
trapped?
hold out
Sprung
until someone
trapped?
checks. Holds out long enough for the
Sprung- I'm
phone
not gonna
dude
say
That's
that.
not
to
a
find
verb.
the hidden
Noun,
safe room,
whatever.
recover the animatronic, and set him free in Fazbear Fright. Exactly what the phone guy said he'd do in his final moments. And as Springtrap, he comes back in FNAF 3.
Oh.
Comes back like he
No.
always does. And with no real animatronics present at Fazbear's Fright, remember Springtrap is the only real one they've found. With all the rest scattered, probably located in dumps, which is why their bodies and faces are decaying. All that the spirits can do is appear as phantoms, hallucinations. Well, all except one.
Bonnie,
Puppet,
or
who
puppet.
we see in his physical form roaming the hallways
Bonnie.
of Fazbear Fright. So real, in fact, that we see his reflection visible in the pools of water under his feet, meaning he is there and unburnt. There's only one
True.
way to
Whoa,
truly
RTX?
end the murderous purple guy, burning the place to the ground. The puppet gave robots life, gave spirits peace, and finally gave the murderer, the phone guy,
Oh, why are
his
you biting me?
long-deserved death, or at least tried to. And that is the
What's
end
the bite of
the Five Nights
24?
at Freddy's story. No cat, no movie, no fourth.
No movie.
Movie.
No movie. No fourth installment.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what happened? What's wrong? Oh no.
But hey, that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching. Hey, if you enjoyed
I like that this is like the most replayed. Oh, FNaF 4 is a huge mistake.
Sorry, Scott Cawthon. I'm tired of waiting for you. This
Sorry,
time you're gonna
Scott
have to keep
Cawthon.
up with me. Oh, never mind.
Why are you biting me? You're so rude.
Get rid of that.
I remember whenever FNaF 4 released. I was like just getting into FNaF whenever FNaF 4 released.
Really?
Hello,
And I was
Internet.
like,
Welcome
I was in the
to
thick of it
Game
whenever
Theory, where instead of
Sister
waiting
Location
for
came
FNaF
out.
4 to be released, this time we're getting
I
out
was, like,
ahead of the
peak.
game. Or at least that
Sorry,
Small
was
Neo
the
session.
plan.
Yeah, I was like,
Scott, I
FNaF
swear
fan
you are the biggest
in
internet
between
troll out
FNaF
there.
1 and
Oh, it's
2.
being released October 31st. Okay, let me plan my entire schedule around that. Never mind, it's now in August. Okay, fine.
Hi,
let me
Doco, why is
rework
it-
everything. Lols, here's the full version now. You, Scott Cawthon, are the reason I have an emotional dependence on Diet Coke. But today I'll be sipping that sweet Diet Coke in sweet
He's just
victory.
like my
Because guess
mom.
what? I win! Scott, in your rush to get the game out, to get out ahead of my theories and completely
This
flim-flam
is where I
the
tweet
internet and
from.
shock everyone
Flim
by releasing
flam.
the game 3 months early, you
That's
missed
that's
a
one of my
huge
buddy's names.
detail. Maybe before releasing the game, you should have spent
I
a
just,
bit more
like,
time
literally
researching,
LoJack pointed
because
at my
this
screen.
game, as you've presented it, is impossible. Let me explain. Basically, it's all but confirmed at this point that in FNaF 4 you play as the victim of the bite of 87, and that this game is either his nightmare or what he's seeing in a coma as he recovers from his injuries. Let me run you through the evidence real quick so that we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
First, in the months leading up to the release of the game, there were clues hidden in the source code for some of the teasers on Scott's website, with the numbers 8787
87, 87, 87.
Two numbers that anyone who hasn't been living under a rock will recognize as a key date in the franchise's lore, the bite of 87. This is further supported by the
Was
text
that
on
the-
the teaser images. All of the pictures released on the site basically ask the same question: was it me? Which seems to refer
Was
to
it
the actual
me?
attacker of the bite
Why would they
itself.
be asking
But there was
that,
one
though?
more word we saw repeated throughout the teasers: nightmare. Hidden
We
over
see
top of
who did
multiple
it.
teaser images was that exact word. That, combined with the
These
Freddy
teasers
Krueger-ish
always
design
freak me
of
out.
Animatronics with teeth and
Yeah.
claws everywhere.
The cupcake
me,
especially.
From how
The
it's
cupcake.
The one that freak-
designed
the-
in
the one-
past seemed to indicate that this would be
Yeah.
the
What
way
freaks
a
me out the
child
most
would
is,
imagine these creatures
the
if he had
chica one,
had
the
a
fox
traumatic
one.
experience
Yeah,
with
it was the
them.
Freddles
It seemed like
and
what
the
we would be
chica
playing
in the
would be
teasers that
dream.
scared me so
Yeah.
much.
That was some evidence from the trailer. The first words
I was
are,
horrified
"What
of
is it
Nightmare
you
Foxy
think
when I
you
was little.
see?" Making us
But
Ugh.
when I was like
reality
really
of the
little,
images
I
in the
like
game.
generally
But there
get
was
really
also
scared at
something that
night
everyone
because
seemed to
I had a
overlook
really
about
bad
this
fear of
trailer.
innards.
The appearance
Oh.
of the number
Like, you
4.
know the
Scott
post
doesn't do
of
things
someone
randomly,
being like,
as
I'm
sure
scared to
we're
go in my
all
kitchen
aware
because
right
what if
now.
Freddy
And notice
Fazbear's
the
out there?
movement of the
That's like
4.
8-year-old
It
me,
starts
but with
off in a
innards.
horizontal plane, like it was laid
And
down
now
on
you
something,
are
say a bed,
innard
but then
on
wakes
the
up to
internet.
stand
Now I'm an
vertically
innard
before
fan.
the trailer
Innard.
ends. Even that remnant red rectangle is meant to symbolize the bed. Everything seems to be letting us know that
The
what
what?
we're seeing isn't really real, it's a dream, or better yet, a nightmare. Now, fast forward to the game's release.
Sorry.
Or, I suppose, casually meander
That's
to the
a
game's
squeaky toy I
release,
have.
since it wasn't too long afterwards. And we see that this theory still holds. Flowers and IV and pills will occasionally show up next
Always
to
the
your bed.
pills.
Pills.
Always the
Medical
pills.
supplies that
Always
show
the
us that
pills.
this is a
Oh.
child in
Take your
recovery.
pills.
Foxy, who's
Take
hiding in a
your
closet, will
pills.
transform back to a plush toy if you hold
That's
the
our
door
fucking
closed
duo
on it
team.
long enough, making it seem
Rambo,
like this was
where you
all a
at?
dream or hallucination. And of course, the biggest piece of evidence of all, the cutscene that ends Night 5.
Woo!
Which, if you don't want a spoiler,
Sorry.
click here to skip.
Oh,
saying.
I don't want spoilers, guys. I don't want spoilers.
Guys, I don't want spoilers.
What's
I don't
happening?
care.
Oh my god, I'm being spoiled right now. I just got spoiled. Yo, what? I just got spoiled. No.
No.
I just got spoiled. Come on, that. What?
My fridge after a week.
That bit you. So yeah, that's it. All the evidence points to the victim of 87 being our protagonist.
The victim
character we're
of
playing as in
87?
FNaF 4. Good job, Scott. You finally put together a game with a coherent plotline. Except you didn't. Scott
Yeah,
Thompson, if all of
he
us are right in our
didn't.
theory, then you, sir, are wrong. Just as it looked like you were making a game that actually adhered to its own lore, you also made a game that is completely impossible from a scientific perspective. Loyal theorists,
Oh my
it's time we
god.
give Scott's
Matt
latest
Pat
bag of
is
tricks
going
a little
off right
lesson
now.
in real-life science. While
Play.
It's a
frontal
Ninja
lobe
Brian.
injuries aren't as uncommon as people think, actually they happen all the time in car accidents, playing football, falling down, etc. Having your whole frontal lobe
I thought that was a
has
butt.
much more profound
I thought that was a
impact
butt.
than
Get up.
functions. It would come with a whole slew of symptoms from motor skill impairment to nervous system issues. But the side effects we're most concerned with today would all be psychological. Removal of the frontal lobe significantly impacts the victim's ability to process certain types of stimuli.
Yeah, it impacts your ability to feel
specifically
fear.
Fear stimuli. Let me give you some
Oh.
backstory. In the good old 1940s and 50s, psychiatrists often thought the best way to cure problems with the brain
Lobotomy!
Lobotomy!
Feeling depressed? Well, let's list that out.
Lobotomy!
Overly aggressive?
This is like
Well,
BoJack
that chunk
Horseman.
probably wasn't important. As such, there are extremely well-documented studies of patients without frontal lobes. And what's fascinating about them was what happened to their fear response. Patients without a frontal lobe become
Ah!
uninhibited because they no
Oh, is
longer
this not
have
a lore? This isn't a
Way
lore.
back in my Fallout
No,
episode,
maybe it
we
is.
looked in depth at the most
Whatever.
famous accidental lobotomy in history, Phineas Gage.
Phineas Gage!
Who literally
Phineas
had an
Gage
iron
flagpole,
rod
did you die
shot
before your
straight
day?
through his head,
Sorry.
completely destroying his left frontal lobe.
How does that
One of the striking
happen?
Differences between pre-pole Phineas
Oh,
and post-pole
I think
Phineas
he was
his
like
sense of
working on
ambition. And by
something
that I
and
mean
like he
post-pole
fell.
Phineas
Ugh.
had none. He had no
Yeah,
sense of
it was
caution,
really
no sense of
nasty.
fear or self-consciousness. He was described to be impulsive to the point of being rude and vulgar in public. No fear, no
That's exactly
anxiety,
what Phineas
no
Gage was doing.
social
Did he
pressure
actually do that?
anywhere. Going back to the game, one of the things
Yeah, he
Scott does a
totally
great
Spider-Man
job
danced.
of throughout the FNaF franchise is
No,
putting
duh.
you
Like, did he like
inside
streak
the
naked in the
character.
streets?
We feel invested in our protagonist.
I
because
think
we
so,
are
yeah.
that character. But in this case,
Oh my
it's
God.
scientifically impossible.
That would be
Specifically
tragic to
because
just.
of
Oh,
the
okay,
Freddy
okay,
seven.
okay.
If the main
So,
character of this
pause
game
it for a second.
truly is Phineas
Yeah.
Okay, so Phineas Gage, he got the pole through his head because of an accidental explosion of a charge he was setting off inside of
Ooh.
a hole, and it blew a 13-pound tamping iron straight through his head.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's a miracle he's
Front-
alive.
Yeah, literally, the front part of the left side of his brain was just demolished.
Ugh. It must have been like
Like, he's had
absolutely
a-
gory.
Like, I'll put a picture in the VC chat.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of
Just for
curious.
This is like dead ass, like what he fucking looked like.
Oh.
Where is it?
I watched in the VC, like the internal VC chat, little general thing.
Oh,
Little thing in the
damn.
corner.
And
Like
what?
that's what Phineas Gage had happened.
And when was this?
This
Da, da,
goes
da, da,
hard,
da.
I'm not lie.
What year did Phineas Gage?
Oh, wow.
It
We should
was
make a William
1848.
Matthews night like that.
1840. That's interesting. That's crazy that like
Yeah.
we have so much of that like recorded.
Yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
watched a few videos on Phineas Gage a few years ago, so I needed to.
I like
needed
this
to
I like this name. Little Timmy lost a lobe.
Little Timmy lost a lobe.
That's like a toy. Like it's little lost a lobe.
lost a lobe
Little
He
plush.
wouldn't wander around a house flicking a flashlight on and off. Why would he? He doesn't care. Because tragically, he no longer has the capacity to care.
He just doesn't give a shit. I should get a metal pole stuck in my head.
Honestly, we should bring back lobotomies.
Is it not allowed anymore?
Yeah, they're like outlawed in most places now.
What the fuck?
Some people, some places still perform them, but in most places they are not like performed anymore.
Interesting.
Happening in front of them. A child missing a frontal lobe who repeatedly turned a flashlight on and off in a hallway without seeing anything would lose interest. They wouldn't have the mental wiring necessary to concentrate on self-preservation. They would literally just go back to bed. The game is impossible.
That little character of Gage looks like a good, yeah, he looks like a good William.
Yeah, he does,
How
honestly.
frontal lobe injuries affect the imagination.
Imagination.
The frontal lobe controls a ton of mental processing abilities, including dreams. You might think that an uncontrollable imagination would lead to exactly the kind of nightmares or hallucinations you see in this game, but in fact, it's the exact opposite. Rigorous studies have been done on the imaginations and dream states of lobotomized patients. While patients without a frontal lobe can have dreams, one thing they can't have is nightmares. Patients missing a frontal lobe carry their lack of fear and inhibition straight into their dreams.
Oh.
Why not? It makes sense. If the mind isn't registering fear consciously, there's no reason to process it subconsciously in a dream.
Interesting,
Studies show
honestly.
that lobotomized patients can dream about idyllic scenarios, money, fame, praise, but they can't dream about the monsters under the bed, or in this case, the foxy in the closet, making the nightmare
The Bobby Dots. In the conclusion, they can't dream about the Bobby Dots. Oh!
I can't conclude.
Patients who experience the
Woo,
kind of
lobotomy!
nightmare we see before actually have their frontal lobes intentionally removed.
Oh my! Look at that guy's arm hair.
One famous case describes a
Good
fellow
lord.
experiencing a recurring dream of being
Yeah.
chased by ferocious animals. After the patient received the lobotomy in 1953, yes, he still had the dream, but would instead describe it as being a nice dream with some nice animals.
Yeah.
His visions in the dream were no longer threatening. The animals were happy. He was happy.
I forgot we're watching
He was no
FNaF.
longer able to perceive any of the fear he once had prior to
Yeah,
the
we're watching
surgery.
FNaF.
So
I completely forgot about that,
there is
and that we have like
single
58 more
great
videos of this to go through.
the bite of 87 victim, like Scott seems to have indicated. Sure,
I'm
it
just
could be
enjoying the
another
research
kid.
done on
Yes,
frontal lobes.
That would be lame.
Yeah.
No, this game is meant to be about the victim of the bite of 87.
No.
The poor
Wrong.
kid who wasn't just
You're
kept
wrong.
at the restaurant, but continues to be tortured through nightmarish visions,
Womp.
coma-induced hallucinations, whatever. I have zero doubt that that's what Scott intended.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is,
Nope.
he just didn't do enough homework. A kid with those sorts of injuries wouldn't care about those things in the first place. He would have no fear, and there would be no animatronics, real or imaginary, that would be able to keep him up at night. Biologically speaking, nothing he would be experiencing would be any scarier than the fan.
The fan.
Sorry,
The fan.
Scott. Better luck in the
Why is
movie.
he so scared of the
But
fan?
hey,
The movie.
just a theory.
A game theory.
For watching.
A game
So
theory.
that's the science of FNaF 4, but I'm working on picking apart the lore.
The lore.
In a few weeks, so make sure you
No more!
Why FNaF will never end.
bite of 87. You text? I must be close. Incident of 83. One movie.
One movie.
Animatronics. 11 kids.
We've had a
One
movie.
guy, one killer. Hex code for purple backwards.
Oh my goodness.
Is that Markiplier?
What?
Yes, Matt.
What?
It was me. It was me
What?
the whole time.
What?
And that's no theory.
What is this? Markiplier's William Afton. Markiplier's purple guy.
Markiplier! I thought Matt.
Oh my god.
I thought Matt Pat was the killer. Markiplier's the
Markiplier's the villain.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's podcast. Oh,
Honestly,
sorry, I
I'm
mean
being
Game Theory.
lobotomized
Game
watching
Theory.
this.
The show that covers theories on other games in the 2-week interval.
No, that doesn't
between new
blue.
installments of FNAF. But if I'm ever gonna see requests for games other
I'm
than
sorry.
FNAF or my Twitter
Was
feed,
that-
this video needs
I'm
to
sorry,
be
I had like an
because
obsession with
I
that
have a
like a
confession,
couple years
Internet.
ago.
I made a mistake. In my last FNAF video.
Oh my god!
Research, mind you. My conclusion that this kid scientifically could not be the Bite of 87 victim.
That was a red
actually
versus blue
100% right.
theory.
Exactly, and as you've been eager to point out, lore-wise, no, I was wrong in calling this the Bite of 87.
Yes.
I'm man enough to admit my mistakes. Hey, it's why they're called theories after all, right? Anyway, in this case, Scott was sure to let me know my error in his first comment on any of my videos on the franchise to my knowledge, which was really exciting.
Sometimes I forget the fact I've met Kellen Goff before.
Me too.
And let me just say, because you were asking, I didn't delete that comment. I only delete comments from Game Theorist bots. No, I don't want your free PSN codes, okay? So I guess Scott must have deleted it himself. Maybe there was a typo. Or maybe include a FNAF 5.
Oh my god!
But before we get that far,
What was that? What did that say?
maybe
What? I gotta figure out what
Do
that's.
you know how to go frame by frame?
Yeah, but I got rid of like the key. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, I got rid of the keyframe things because. Oh, give up now, give up now, Matt. Pat. FNAF 5 is coming the week after you post this video. Hold on, when was this? When did this come out? No,
December 1st, 2015. Yeah, I know.
only a year, and like.
Before we get that far ahead, let's close the book on FNAF.
Ugh.
First, let's set the record
That
straight
would've been
on
funny,
where it
though.
takes place. It does not.
What? Why is this a render of like a Gmod FNAF 3?
Yeah, I was about to say it looks like G-Bot.
in Fredbear Family Diner, but rather the first location of
You couldn't get a
Freddy Fazbear's
screenshot of
Pizza
FNAF 3 at all?
old phone guy tapes found in FNAF 3. But the spring lock yellow suits are the only ones there.
You have a screenshot right here. Why can't you guys get one?
Obviously are, but remember, phone guy's tapes in FNAF 3 welcome you to Freddy
Do not
Fazbear's
question the
Pizza, not
creative
Fredbear
process.
Diner, where
yeah.
it tells you about their quote.
Do not
specially
question the
designed
genius.
suits.
Yeah, I can't.
Welcome to your new career as a performer/entertainer for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Right now, we have two specially designed suits that double as both animatronic and suit.
Specially designed, i.e. not in existence during the Fredbear era. Plus, in that same set of phone calls, Phone Guy tells us the suits have become decommissioned after an incident where there were, quote, multiple simultaneous spring lock failures. What do we see at the end of FNAF 4? An incident
No.
where multiple spring locks fail simultaneously.
No,
and the
that's
child
just
dies. And
no.
to be clear,
It's
this
just
is
a
not
bite.
used
It happened.
In the game, the word spring lock is used to describe
No
both
spring
the
locks
suit
went
as a
off.
whole and the individual locking mechanisms within that suit. A spring lock suit is made up of multiple spring locks. To have multiple simultaneous spring lock failures, like Phone Guy said, would
Multiple
either
spring
mean
locks.
multiple
Spring
suits
locks,
going down
oh.
at the same time, which is a bit coincidental.
Who
in my
blocking their
belief,
springs?
Or that multiple locks within the same suit collapse at the same time, causing a catastrophic failure. Say, for instance, because a child is
No.
squirming to escape and his tears are moistening the locks.
No.
Crunch. And besides,
That's-
don't you think it'd be weird for Fredbear's
Okay.
Diner to use these suits, have them kill a child, sell the company, and then Freddy Fazbear's Pizza starts using them again? It just wouldn't make a lot of sense. Long story
Damn it.
long,
Trying to move this
although
stupid.
Fredbear and
Long
Springtrap are
story.
the featured attractions at this restaurant. This is a Freddy Fazbear branded joint.
Hold
What
on,
day
actually,
that?
let me do something. Hold on. I want to. Never mind. That's not gonna work. Okay.
To, as we see on the TV set, 1983. But enough about the timeline. I don't want to dwell on it in this episode. To me, having a general placement of the timeline is enough because the most interesting part of this game is the ending and its overall
The
meaning. Like I said in
ending.
the other FNAF 4 video, if this
Yeah, like, that's
was
the
just a
ending.
random kid who got bit, that would be really lame. So how does this particular kid fit into the overall lore? Why is this incident of 1983
child.
so important to show? Who is the FNAF 4 kid, and what does the ending line
It's
of
Michael.
"Put you back
Gay
together"
daughter.
mean? Well, let me tell you, the evidence points to him being the puppet.
No, what?
First, many have pointed out the
Are you fucking kidding me?
which mimic the tears down the puppet's
No.
face.
That what? That what?
Sure,
That
was
what?
good evidence when we first tears down the
That what?
Oh.
Look, the mimic! Oh, it's the mimic!
Wait,
mask. Okay, sure, that was good evidence when we first saw them in
Oh.
FNaF 2,
Logan
but
in the
at this
chat,
point,
you
those
shouldn't
are
actually.
Oh my god!
every chubby-cheeked kid who's ever entered these restaurants.
Oh!
While the tears themselves might not be interesting, look at this. It's a screen from the Mangle minigame
Oh.
back in FNaF 3. This weird, crying, giant silhouette was just kinda out of place in the last game. And all us FNaF theorists just kinda glossed over it in our analyses, since, seriously, what is it? I mean, it kinda looks like the puppet, right?
That is the puppet.
Fabric feel and it's
And that
shaped
is the
like
puppet,
legs.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I thought at the time, but again, there's really no reason to bring it up since it just didn't
What is
fit
that thing?
anywhere. But now we have a new game and new information that might make this make sense. Look at its
What
body
is that
position.
thing?
Notice anything specific about it? It resembles a position.
But what is that thing?
Oh my god.
Including his
No.
final scene, kneeling down, two streaming tear tracks, and
No.
his face turned 2/3 toward the camera.
No.
Do you see the connection here?
Oh,
But not
no.
only
That's not at all the same angle.
black and gray striped shirts. And remember, this is in a world
it's
where all
Gregory.
the other kids are generally wearing single color
Oh.
outfits. It's an oddly
Holy
specific
shit.
detail. Now, I
Freddy
ask
Bully.
you, what's the signature look for the puppet? None other than black.
No.
Stripes. But besides those design details, consider that there's no sign of the puppet anywhere in this game, and yet practically every other animatronic is present in some form, meaning that this game likely exists at a time when the puppet has yet to be created.
Okay, but
Remember,
if
he just
Mangle's
kinda
there,
showed up in
and the
FNaF
puppet
2,
is yet to be
which I
created,
should
and yet they're
remind you
both in
takes place
FNAF
4
2.
years later
Yeah.
than this game. He just kinda
Well,
Yeah.
although
It's-
the puppet
yeah.
was in the puppet was
This
back
idea
in
of
Fredbear's
Kid
or
as
whatever
puppet also works really
Yeah.
well with the
because
little
of
box at
Charlie.
the end. What's in there besides
Yeah.
Markiplier's stunning face and buttery voice? A puppet. As we see in FNaF 2, he has
Wow.
a habit of coming out of boxes.
I didn't know that
and
Markiplier
he's
is part of the
able to
lore.
bend and fold up into a space that small.
Well,
But
have you
more
not seen
than
FNAF AR?
Yeah, I know. He's in there. He's the guy.
What exactly
He's the
is the child
guy.
of
He's the
Funnies
guy.
game? Why does he hate this restaurant so much? The easy answer would seem to be the animatronics.
The
but
gas.
that'd be wrong. It's important to note that
The
at
gas.
time of
The
the
gas.
beginning,
He's been
he's
vaping.
not scared of Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. When you walk over
He
the
was
pile of
vaping.
plushies in the corner, we see that he considers these characters as his friends. Foxy is kinda in that camp too, but to a slightly lesser degree because his brother has started scaring him with the Foxy mask, hence the head being pulled off. Even the weird psychic friend
Oh my
Fredbear
God.
isn't a scary presence for him.
He's
So
here,
clearly
he's there.
not scared
Oh.
of the characters. Is he scared of the people working at the restaurant? The purple guy? Maybe, but that's not quite the full answer either. Again, watch how he behaves. When trying to escape the worker in the Fredbear outfit, he can't muster the courage to run past the show stage with the yellow suits. He collapses in fear. And when the bullies drag him over to the stage, he's freaking out. Clearly, what he is
Freaking the fuck
specifically
out.
afraid of in this restaurant is the yellow Springtrap suits. Whether in
Those are not
animatronic
Springtrap
mode or
suits,
suit
dumbass.
mode, which begs one question. Why? Well, the answer lies in psychic friend Fredbear. Look at the dialogue running through the kid's head. Hurry the other way and find someone who will help. You know what happens if he catches you. That line would be easy to write off as this just being a scared kid who believes the ghost stories he's heard from the dead-eyed girl he talks to on the way home. She's creepy. If it wasn't for one thing.
She's creepy.
No.
My sister's
That's a
creepy.
rolling ad.
Saw. This kid actually saw something. A crime. Something terrible in these restaurants. It would seem
They had
that
an
one
animation
saw
budget?
another child get shoved into one of these suits.
Whoa.
This would also
I wonder
explain
how
the
many people
strange
thought that was a
brown
real
pixels
thing.
surrounding the yellow body backstage.
He plays that exact thing like
All of
a
these
million
details
times in a bit.
with the
He
character
plays
I've
that.
been lovingly calling psychic friend Fredbear. He's here, he's
Yeah!
there, he's everywhere.
Who you gonna call
Yay.
second friend Fred?
I mean, seriously, what is this thing? Sometimes he's a bear, sometimes he's referencing it, and sometimes he's a flower?
Flowey!
Okay. At first, it seemed
Oh,
like a
little
creepy little
flirt,
toy was
little
nothing but an
fucker.
imaginary friend. That was until the final moments, after the bite, when we see the bear's signature yellow text. But this time, instead of parroting back the kid's feelings like he usually does, he shows that he is clearly in possession of a mind of his own, saying all kinds of creepy things like, "You're broken. We're still friends. Don't you believe that? And I'm still here. I will put you back together." This isn't just a split personality of the kid or anything. This is a separate entity.
It's like the movie
This
Split.
is a spirit. This is someone who knows the danger of getting caught by the people wearing those suits. This is the victim that our FNAF 4 kid saw getting stuck.
What? No.
This is Golden Freddy, little guy's first victim. And I know you're rushing into the comments now to say that this changes a lot of things and goes against stuff we've been saying for a while.
But-
reasons
Just
and
get excited.
citations.
I should go and comment that right now.
Our two most mysterious animatronics. This is an awesome revelation from an evidence standpoint, but to be honest, it's a little disappointing from a storytelling standpoint. Here's why. We humans all have a proven psychological need to complete things. This need is called, unimaginatively, the completion principle.
The
We want to fill in
completionist.
the blanks in the stuff around us so that the
Gangnam
world makes
Style.
sense and we feel in control. It's the biggest psychological reason why you want to beat a game, or even just an individual level. You know how you just can't stop and save in the middle of a level? You have to play until it's done. This is the reason why. Weirdly enough, it's even the reason why it's so hard to leave just one slice of cake outside of sheer deliciousness, or leave out the last two pieces of a puzzle. I mean, even just looking at it on the screen, Earl, just put the piece in. Just finish the last two just animate the pieces to move over into the open slots, and I beg you, just finish the last. Thank you. This isn't just you being OMG, I'm so OCD. It's actually because the brain is wired to respond to knowing when you're done with a task.
I'm so
The
OCD.
brain can now take the mental energy it was using to focus on that
Threaten Link.
activity and use it on something else. But what happens if you don't finish that piece of cake? Or if you walk away from a game right before beating the level? Your brain can't put that activity away because it's still not finished. You literally continue to spend mental energy on it in the background, even when you're doing other things. As long as there are unknowns, your brain can't feel in total control and can't let things go. And whether he knew this when creating the first FNAF game or not, Scott Cawthon has done an amazing and infuriating job of creating a story that looks like it goes one way, but also looks like it might go somewhere else. This keeps us thinking about FNAF lore, talking about FNAF lore, pestering our favorite YouTube theorists for more FNAF lore for weeks, months. Watching every video released on everything from top 10
Smike!
details missed in the FNAF 4 teaser to top 10 facts about
Smike!
the cupcake. 10 facts about
Mike.
the cupcake.
10 facts about Toy Freddy.
Once we're into the lore, our brains
facts about
He's a bit, well, you know.
kind of resolution, a completed story.
Is this what
but
autism
Scott
is
has
like?
done such a good job of keeping
Yes.
the game in flux that the pieces
Oh,
never
no,
quite feel like they fit in a way that feels satisfying. We never get that moment of ROLAIDS.
What?
That spells relief. So we want the pieces of the
No, it
puzzle to
doesn't.
fit together cleanly, and the problem with FNAF is that
I
while there's
give up
plenty of
my lawn.
evidence for the story to go one way, there's also evidence for it going somewhere else. Try this one on for size. Well, there's a lot of evidence for the kid in FNAF 4 being the puppet, and I'd bet my bottom dollar that that's the solution that Scott intended. From a storytelling standpoint,
No.
more pieces actually fit together if the FNAF 4 kid becomes Golden
No.
Freddy and not the puppet. This would make our first victim, the one our FNAF 4 kid
No.
sees get killed, the puppet, like we've been hypothesizing since FNAF 2. Suddenly,
That's-
you have a group of 5 kids celebrating a birthday, one kid associated with each animatronic, with the one representing Golden Freddy being the odd man out. And this scenario perfectly mimics the FNAF 3
perfectly what?
Happiest Day minigame, where 5 souls from 5 kids
Ah!
night to celebrate a birthday that never really happened. It actually creates a beautifully bookended story of redemption and forgiveness, a reunion of brothers. And yeah, I know the complaints. Don't get me started about the size of the kids being different. They're the spirits of dead children in an 8-bit minigame, okay? Literalizing the sizes seems to be a bit of a stretch. And it goes even further than that. In the FNAF 2 Give Gifts minigame, the puppet gives life to the dead children, with Golden Freddy as the odd man out who doesn't get a mask mask and does a ghostly jump scare at the end. That would reflect the 4 bullies getting killed in the pizzeria by
What?
a local guy in response to this incident.
No.
One, Golden Freddy, dies somewhere else.
This is actually
in a
wrong.
hospital bed. I mean, we do see the IV
'Cause
pills and flowers.
Purple guy wouldn't kill Michael.
The puppet, the first victim, is able to reach those 4 kids.
Well, we didn't know it
souls
was
and
Michael
save
at this
them,
point, to
while
be
Golden
fair. We
Freddy
didn't
has to
know,
behave
like...
a ghost. It also
We didn't
tells
even
the
know
idea
that
the
was a
Paper
kid.
minigame
Yeah.
represents the
We
first
thought this
victim
was
at the
some bug-ass
first
random
location,
kid.
and why the puppet is always the jump scare. Because he's the kid we've just watched get killed.
Yeah.
So a lot of storytelling pieces fit together.
No.
At the end of the day, that leaves us with too many questions about why Golden Freddy is talking to our
There is a
FNAF 4
single
kid.
aspect
The
about this
spirit
theory
needs to
that
be
is
inhabiting
prevalent in
that bear
placeholder.
for the story to make sense. And Scott certainly put in plenty of evidence that leads us to believe that the FNAF 4 kid is the
Single
puppet. The
aspect.
FNAF 4 kid needs to have seen a tragic, scary incident to make him fear the restaurant, which means he can't have been the first kid to have been killed. In short, the challenge here is that you have a choice. There's more evidence for
No.
a FNAF 4 kid.
I refuse to choose.
The resulting story is more satisfying for him to become Golden Freddy. And either side leaves you wanting more, because not
No.
all the evidence works in either scenario. And that is the true secret to FNAF. The completion principle demands that we get answers, that the scraps
So
of
far,
evidence
how many
across the
theories
4
have been
games
right?
come together cleanly. But if and when they
I don't
do,
know.
your brain starts to move on and forget about it, making it just another game that we play
I think like a
and is
total of
collecting
1.
dust on our shelf, or taking
Yeah.
out
That is so 4 scored 7 years ago.
in the meantime, good on Scott for making
start
sure
of this
FNAF
was
is
almost
always
full.
on our minds. He didn't do it by giving
The
us
only
endless
correct thing he
levels or a
said
whole
was
bunch of
that
stuff to
the
complete.
What?
He did it
kid
just
killed like
What?
had a
there, never so
Okay,
GG,
wait,
Scott.
can you repeat that again?
GG. And
Can
GG
I
to
get-
all of
oh.
you two theorists, all of us. The pieces that are there are did it just sure FNAF is always on our minds. He didn't do it by giving us endless levels or a whole bunch of stuff.
Ah!
Why is
He did
the
it by
teal?
making
That's
sure the pieces
terrible.
that are there are never
Why
quite
is it
enough. So
teal?
GG, Scott. GG. And GG to all of you two theorists. All of us. For trying to complete the story and solve the mysteries. I may complain about it, but
I wonder what all these
honestly,
people are doing now.
Gravity Falls of video games. It's been my
Oh my
honor to
God,
work
he
with all of
just
you on this quest
loves
over the
Gravity
last year,
Falls,
and I
don't
look
he?
forward
Hi,
to
Phineas
trying
Gage.
to continue the quest in the year to come.
In the year to
Luigi
come.
It's been a video many of you have been waiting for a long time. Now that it's finally out, Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific.
I'm not reading the chat.
Glad you're
Right
eating
here on
pickles.
the Game Theorist
I'm not
channel,
reading the
answering
chat.
all the remaining questions you have about the FNAF franchise.
Oh.
Judging on things I
Clara's
didn't get to
out
cover
here
in
eating
this
pickles.
episode, like the
All
presence
right.
of
Next
many
one.
FNAF
What we
fans.
missed.
Today we end the horror.
Nope.
Today we
No,
solve
we don't.
Nope.
How many have we done so far?
We are 8 out of 61.
Okay, we're getting
mentally
pretty.
tapped
We're
out.
getting really close to peak. My favorite FNAF game is up and coming.
This is a good
we're-
theory. I like this one.
I love Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location.
I do too.
You have no idea how excited I get over seeing a specific character. There's a particular association that nobody will
Yes.
get.
This location is kind of.
It's underwhelming, but it's fun to me. Also, part of it's the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory,
Welcome to
where,
Game
after
Game.
months of intensive therapy, I'm back to finally put the original FNAF tetralogy to rest. It's done. No more Halloween updates, no more FNAF 5 rumors, and no more fans.
Oh my.
Suck on that, you multi-bladed propeller of air. So shortly after my last
What
Freddy
is this
theory,
deal
I arranged
with
a live stream with some
fans?
fellow FNAFers to close the book.
It's Mike!
And what
Look at
happened
him!
was something that no one expected.
The face.
We have it. We're back.
Oh.
No, not the stream issues. Scott started talking to us. Well, kinda. He kept updating his
Brought
site,
out a
ScottGames.com,
Ouija board.
with cryptic messages as to the true meaning of the game. What is seen in shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. In the FNAF 4 minigame, why would the tiny toy chica be missing her beak? And finally, 4 games, 1 story. It was incredible! After a year of taking shots in the dark, finally we were, in a way, hearing back from the man who knew all the answers. Scott
I don't think he knew.
Kaufman, the creator, was reaching out from the
I don't
shadows
think he
to
knew.
give us, for pretty much the first
From the
time
man
ever,
who knew it all.
leads as to where to look. But what did these cryptic clues mean? In the moment, the best I could do was this. Is it possible that FNAF
What did
2
Scott mean with
didn't
those
actually
messages?
happen? But in the days that followed, those 3 clues led theorists on Reddit, Steam, and YouTube to completely throw out everything that they knew about the franchise. What if we were looking at the franchise all wrong? Instead of counting animatronic toes, calculating minimum wage rates, and tracking Purple Guy's work history, maybe we needed to take a step back. What if everything in FNAF
No!
was just a dream?
What if
That's
everything
right,
FNAF was
FNAF
just a dream?
theory
Oh,
that
it
everything
was.
we play through in these games was created in the mind of the FNAF 4's crying child. It sounds like a cop-out, right? Like a lazy storytelling cliche. Maybe. But stay with me. Even if you think you've heard parts of this theory before, you'll want to stick around. I've unearthed the clues that finally
Stupid
put
animation.
a year and a half of FNAF speculating to rest. Of the 3 clues Scott gave us that day, the most damning one was the last one. Why
He
would
swore!
Chica be missing her beak? What? In the FNAF 4 minigame, you can talk to a small girl on the playground with toy versions of Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica, but her beak is missing? During the stream, we were all like, Scott, please. But when we looked, sure enough, there it was. A few orange pixels laying on the ground. What?
Pixels.
Seriously?
Pixels.
This was the crucial detail all of us
Like
had
Adam
missed.
Sandler.
And yet, for as absurd as it may sound, those 5 pixels
Donkey Kong.
everything, upending a year worth of theorizing, because that missing beak directly parallels FNAF 2's new version of Chica, who loses her beak when she goes on the attack.
I
It was
love her.
something
She's
we
so
all had
fucking
written
crazy
off
and
as a
weird.
graphical glitch or a design choice, not as a clue to
I
the
love weird
meaning of the
women.
entire series. And yet, here it was from the creator's mouth.
Skittle.
That is when it started to
Skittle?
click. FNAF 2's shiny new animatronics. What are they called? Toy animatronics. And that's not just a cute name the community came up with, like Freddles. It's right there in the custom night menu. It's canon. That's a strange name for a bunch of robots, right? Unless it's meant to be taken literally, and then they're all just a bunch of toys.
No.
God. What if they are toys?
No.
And this is all just a dream scenario inspired by these little guys.
This
Well,
feels
let's
like
keep
a
going
theory
with
my
this
brother
toy
would come
clue.
up
I mean,
with.
obviously, the toy animatronics are shiny, plastic-looking fake, just
absolutely
like a small
dissing this
plastic
man.
action figure would be. But it explains a bigger
Whose render is
question
that? Oh,
about
okay, I
FNAF
actually
2,
credited.
the look and design
Whose
of
render?
Mangle. I mean, seriously, the story we're told to believe in this game is pretty absurd. That kids just
What
rip it
if
apart
Ash
and put it back
Ketchum was
together
in a
again?
coma?
Employees just leave it as a mangled collection
Pac-Man's
of
a
parts
bad
for
guy?
small children to play
Mario's a
with. Parents
communist.
would ever be comfortable letting little Timmy touch that thing. Oh, and here's a cute thing for you to play with. Oh my gosh! Who could have seen that coming?
Oh
But
my
if we assume
God.
FNAF 2 is in the mind of a
Oh my
child who has seen all
gosh.
these
Oh my
toys,
gosh.
Mangle makes a whole lot more sense. He's just a dismantled
that
toy.
what they're
Think about
chica?
Sid from Toy Story, who fuses various toys together to create hideous abominations.
This is
This
terrifying.
Explains Mangle's 2 heads. I don't care how much you redesign Foxy, no one planned him to have 2 heads. In fact, note that Mangle appears in a girl's
Why did he
room.
pull up a
An
picture of a
insignificant
rhinoplasty?
detail? I don't think so. The Chica Beak shows that this girl's toys fall apart, just like Mangle. The
Maybe
tear
she should
apart,
take better
put
care
back
of them,
together
dumbass.
toy. The toys explain FNAF 1 too. The crying child of FNAF 4 has 4 plushies in his room. The crew from FNAF 1. Plushies, as in soft, stuffed animals. What are the original 4 animatronics made out of? Soft materials.
No.
Fur and fabric, not plastic like the toys. So much so that the
They're
one
also
thing
made
that
of
we hear
metal.
about them
Yeah.
throughout the series is that these old animatronics collect odors and never get washed, just like an overused and overloved
Yeah, but they're
stuffed
also
animal.
oozing
The
with
parallels
blood.
don't stop
Yeah.
there. Foxy out of order in FNAF 1? Well, the plushie he's based on is missing its head.
That
Foxy's
plushie's
jump
just
scare
stopping
popping in
wet
abruptly from behind
constantly.
a wall. It's awfully similar to the way the brother scares the crying child
The
throughout
brother!
FNAF 4. In his Foxy
brother.
mask, no less.
Love him.
How does
I wanna be
Golden
like
Freddy
him.
fit into this?
Brain
Well, in
is
the hidden
not
FNAF
good.
4 Easter egg, we see on the TV that the show Fredbear and Friends features the Golden Fredbear alongside the core 4 of Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. That's your cast from the first game. The dream of FNAF 1
No.
was inspired by this show and the plushies, hence it not containing any of the other animatronics. Even the fact that the child doesn't have a golden Golden Freddy plush, and that instead he has his imaginary friend, a psychic friend Fredbear, who appears and disappears at will, directly references Golden Freddy's ghostly behavior in FNaF 1 and 2. In fact, every
Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
This theory, the recurring elements of the phone and the fan right there from some of his favorite toys. The fact that no one in their right mind would work in a place like this. Dream firing an employee for something like odor? It's a child's imagination of what employment is like. How about the weird metaphysical hoops that you have to jump through to access FNaF 3's minigames? Well, Dreams have weird rules where dialing codes into cinder blocks makes perfect sense. FNaF 3's Springtrap is directly inspired by the girl in her golden body finger puppet that pinches and traps her finger. The idea that the animatronics stuff you into suits comes from this girl spreading the urban legend that if you die, they hide your body and never tell. The naked endoskeletons come from his time trapped in the supply room. Balloon Boy is the dream version of this kid, excited to go to the birthday party. They even have a single balloon each. Even the oddballs of Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie fit under this theory.
It's just some random kid rides over on a tricycle. You're gonna die one day. Rides off.
Theory even rolls up the purple guy. Let's pull in Scott's second clue. What is seen in shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. Yes, he could be referencing the shadow animatronics, which are literal shadows. But what he's more likely referencing is purple guy helping a fellow employee put on the yellow suit. They're in a dark, shadowy room, and what the kid sees, or what he thinks he sees, is someone getting violently stuffed into a suit. It's just a mascot putting on his head. Think about how traumatic it'd be if you were a kid and you were at Disneyland and then saw Mickey Mouse suddenly take off its head.
Oh my god, what is the structure of that man?
It's just employees chatting about the daily grind. In fact, that's why
that did not.
In Atari-style games, shadows are represented not with black, but with purple, as indicated by the shadows cast by the animatronics on stage. That's why Shadow Freddy, Shadow Bonnie, and even the innocent employee in the dark back room, the shadowy purple guy, are such
the purple guy
color. Still skeptical? So was I. Sure, it answers a lot and smooths out the timeline, but there was still one piece of the puzzle that was missing. One thing that was nagging me. It still felt like a convenient explanation, but not an intentional one. Not something that Scott had planned for the series.
I think that's the thing with every conclusion with FNaF lore.
Conclusion?
Together. But then,
Bobby Dot's conclusion?
It finally dawned on
Stop
me.
Bobby
The nail
Dots.
in the coffin. The one piece of evidence that no one can deny that, to my knowledge, no one has talked about in months of theorizing. The detail that convinced me this theory has to be true. Are you ready to have your mind blown? Listen to the sound that you hear at the end of every night of the first 3 games.
Is it the yay? Oh, the grandfather clock.
Is it the yay? Ding dong.
A grandfather clock.
I thought he was talking about the children cheering sound effect.
Why would my shift in an office be signaled by a grandfather clock chime? It wouldn't, unless I was asleep, dreaming in my house with a grandfather clock right outside my room, just like the layout of the Crying Child's house.
Oh my god!
FNaF 4 mini
No.
games. 6 o'clock a.m.
Oh my goodness.
But now let's look at FNaF 4. How does each night end there? A beeping alarm clock. Why? Because we're no longer in the Crying Child's house. We're in a hospital, trying to recover.
That's not a hospital.
Hence the pills, IV, and flower Easter
Oh,
eggs.
welcome
No
back.
hospital has a grandfather clock, but they're all equipped with a generic digital alarm clock. This, to me, was the missing link, the piece of evidence that took this theory from convenient explanation for a lot of the game's weirdness to definitive proof that this is what Scott intended. My heart is racing right now. I'm so excited about sharing this with you. It feels like finding the Rosetta Stone, the one detail that unlocks everything else in this huge mystery we've been trying to solve. But at the same time, it's bittersweet.
The grandfather
Remember
clock.
what I said at the beginning of the episode? It sounds like a cop-out, right? Like a lazy storytelling cliche.
He's losing his mind.
How many of you agreed with that? If you're honest with yourself, I bet a lot of you. You'll notice across my videos I don't cover dream and coma theories very often for exactly that reason.
There's no theory again.
Too flexible. Because it's all a dream, weird stuff can be written off. Logical errors overlooked simply because it's not actually real. In the theory world, they're OP. They're hard to argue against and can be molded to fit any random collection of details. And for a game like FNaF, where us theorists have spent thousands of hours combing through all the details, making and remaking timelines, bending over backwards to make every last piece of information fit together across the 4 games, it was just a dream reveal invalidates all of that work. It says that none of it really mattered since none of it really happened. And Scott knows this.
No.
Let's look at a quote from Scott in his update on Steam regarding the Halloween DLC for FNaF 4. Quote, "The story remains completely hidden. I guess most people assume that I filled the game with random Easter eggs this time. I didn't. What's in the box? It's the pieces put together. But the bigger question is, would the community accept it that way?
What the
fact
fuck
that
are
the
the
pieces have
pieces
remained
put
elusive
together?
this time
Nobody
strikes me as
knows.
incredible and special. A fitting conclusion
God.
in some ways, and
Go
because
to
of
your
that,
house.
I've decided that maybe some
Is the
things are
box
best
ever
left
gonna be
forgotten
revealed?
forever." End quote.
I hope
To me,
not.
the key phrase here
Whenever
is
Scott
the
dies, he's
community
gonna be
accepted
buried in that
way.
fucking
He
box.
knows that it's all a dream explanation.
That's gonna be
would
his
fail to live up
coffin.
to our astronomical
The Scott coffin.
It's underwhelming. What about the puppet? What about the oddly specific detail of the paychecks? How about Scott confirming
why
on
is
Steam that my FNaF 2 theory was almost 100% correct?
What's
It's
that
this will the community accepted quote that makes me think Scott intended the dream theory to be official, but also understands that ever revealing it would be a huge mistake. Hence him keeping it locked in the box. I mean, you can already see it in the comment threads discussing earlier versions of the dream theory. People enraged by the sheer mention of this thing. Heck, you'll probably see it in this comment section. But it doesn't have to be that way. Sure, the nights themselves may be a series of dreams, but the lore contained within those dreams doesn't have to be meaningless. In fact, it's not. Think about it. The urban legends the kids are sharing had to start somewhere. That crying child clearly saw something that made him stare at these restaurants. And then how do the Atari games fit in? Are they just dreams within dreams?
They're not fucking
They're not.
Atari games.
In research
They're
on this episode, I
generic.
not only found the clues that solidify the dream theory, but also the missing links that we've all been overlooking in putting the FNaF timeline together. Scott's final clue about 4 games, 1 story may be a reference to a crying child's nightmares and eventual death in the hospital, but it can also be referencing the story of the game's primary struggle, the puppet and the purple guy. And next week, we're covering that on an all-new Game Theory Saturday the 19th at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. That's noon for all of you currently trying to figure out whether that's midnight or noon. I know, I get it confused all the time too. Why am I telling you the time it'll be published and uploaded? Well, we're covering that story, followed up immediately by a live stream discussion where I, and hopefully a few other theorists, will be able to answer your questions as we close out the year with the definitive answers to this incredibly mysterious series. And I want you guys to be there so you can ask your questions and talk about all this together with us live. So remember, that's Saturday the 19th at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time,
Oh
noon
my
Pacific
God.
Time for that episode, followed immediately by a live discussion with you guys. I
10 a.m.
cannot
Santa's
wait
coming to
share all
town.
this with you guys. And in the meantime, remember, that's
people, gay
just
people,
a
gay
theory.
Gay people.
A game theory.
A gay theory. Oh my God. Alright.
I'm the biggest fan of that.
It's been half a year.
Yay!
Let's do this.
Sorry, I just.
Ah!
That's not what Circus City sounds like.
It
sounds like this.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where today the goal is to solve the biggest game mystery of 2016 before it even
I can't even hear.
Once I'm gonna get the jump on you, Scott Fawson. Here's how I'm gonna do it. We'll know that Scott loves dropping little teaser hints on his site, but this time he's tipped his hand a bit too far. Enough for me to get a solid theory going on a lot of key elements we'll see hidden throughout his newest installment.
Why are they little
Well,
naked
some
babies?
clues come from the
Why
teaser
don't they have
images and
any
trailers
clothes?
themselves. The biggest revelation revelations this time have come from the source code on Scott's website. So get ready for a comprehensive preview of what Scotty has in store, because by the end, we'll have looked at every, and I mean every element of this franchise, from the original series of games, to the novel, to FNaF World,
To the
the
novel.
ever-evolving source code on ScottGames.com, in our attempt to expose the facts behind
forgot
the
I
next
threw up a
trip
poll on
to
Twitter.
Freddy's. Now,
What
Scott
book I
hiding
should read
hints in
next,
the
and
coding
I
of his
think
site is
Twisted
nothing
Ones was
new.
winning.
It was the source code that started the whole bite of 83 versus 87 debate back during FNaF 4. But this time, it's a bit more than just a mere hint of what's to come. It is a fully fledged story. So let's take this line by line. This first big chunk at the beginning starts off like a collection of letters and punctuation, but upon further inspection, you can make out repeated numbering patterns and letter combinations representing days of the week. When pieced together, it becomes a schedule looking like this, listing out the days when certain animatronics are either available, booked, needed for a private party, or either in maintenance or needed for a matinee show. Unclear which. It's also worth mentioning that 4 animatronics are specifically called out here. BBY for baby, AL for Ballora, and FDF for both Funtime Freddy and Funtime Foxy. Now, for those of you who don't follow every scrap of information about these games, let me explain. Reddit
Every
discovered
what
that
of
Scott had
information?
gone and copyrighted various names specifically for these new animatronics, and here we see it being confirmed. More on some of
It
the
was so dumb that Scott teased entered.
Clearly a 5th animatronic in this schedule, 05OOS, out of service. But who could this be? In the trailer, we only see 4 animatronics. Well, that's where this teaser image comes in. A few weeks ago, this image was up on Scott
obviously
Games,
that's
a mask with
my
glowing
wife's
eyes and
Funtime
a
Chica.
tangle of wires,
Yes.
almost like tentacles, accompanied by
Obviously.
this text. Quote, "There's a little bit of me in everybody," end quote. Notice the grammar
Genghis Khan.
here. It's not everybody, but everybody. This is our 5th animatronic,
literally me.
our out of service.
That's
What
me
if
right
that's
there.
actually
I
just
mean,
a
look
vibe?
at it. This guy ain't being booked at any children's parties.
He's me!
Yay!
But that's not all we can get about him. The text indicates that a piece of him, his soul, his mechanisms, whatever, is in every
His
other
mechanisms.
animatronic
Mechanisms.
body.
The
This has
mechanism.
possible explanations. Either he's possessed the other
The
animatronics
conclusion.
and is controlling them, which would explain the "don't hold it against us" line from the teaser trailer we hear over and over again.
Error.
Or, more likely, he's the reason the other animatronics have life in the first place. This pile of wires is kind of like the puppet from the original series, giving gifts, giving life. Or maybe this is the puppet.
I like how he's
the new
reading
and
into this so
rebooted
much whenever
version of
the game
Now,
wasn't
stay
even
with
fucking out
me.
yet.
One thing that we've largely
I mean, he's just
forgotten
completely
about since his
fucking
first appearance back in
wrong.
FNaF 2 is how the puppet character just didn't fit in with the FNaF world. Sure, as it kept making appearances in game after
what?
game, we just kinda accepted its role. But seriously, think about it. FNaF 1 through 4 were all about animatronics with big, bulky bodies and an animal
Big,
feet.
bulky
Then
bodies.
insert the puppets.
The
Thin,
3Bs.
human face, complete with red cheeks, crying eyes, and red lips. Features that we haven't seen on anything else until now. Fast forward to Sister Location and we see humanoid faces everywhere. Ballora and Baby, rosy cheeks, lipstick.
Hey, girl.
And now look at Day of the Tentacle over here. Notice that the ears can
Day of the Tentacle.
separate itself from the main mask part of the face. It's the exact same silhouette that our
No!
face has had since the second game.
Maybe the
Additionally, if you
cousins.
look at the trailer for Sister Location
Oh.
very,
Oh no,
very
is he gonna do the
closely, you
reflections
discover what
thing?
may be a very cool
Yep.
Easter egg. In the reflection of Funtime
Oh,
Foxy's cheek,
no.
we see something. For all the other animatronics,
Ugh.
it's part of their body. For Ballora the ballerina, we see the reverse of her arm and earrings. For Baby, it's her finger and bow. But Foxy here is reflecting
Baby.
something that has a bright red dot
No.
besides 2 colored streaks.
That's so
aka a
silly.
bright red cheek and 2 streaming
No.
tear tracks. It's
No.
like that time we
Ew.
covered reflection mapping to find Super Smash Bros. Hidden location. Could that be the puppet's face reflection mapped onto the model of Foxy's skull?
Why would
Regardless,
Puppet
though,
just
if
be
you
right
ask
there?
me, we haven't seen the last of the puppet
Obviously,
in
he's
whatever
having
form
a
he comes
sleepover,
in. And
dumbass.
based on the designs of these characters, Sister Location might finally be giving us the origin story we've long been waiting for. Now, hopping back to the source code, the next section shows us that there seems to be 3 file directories for various clients. The first is for a place called Chica's Party World.
Chica.
The second for private birthday parties, and the third for CRMN Institute. I could only assume Carmen Institute or Criminal Institute. This starts to tell us a lot about the setting
I really
and
like
universe
Chica,
of
and
Sister
especially
Location.
Chica,
First, many
so
people
like
have
in
speculated
steam
that the
stuff.
She's
industrial
silly.
feeling setting shown during the trailer for the game is a factory for the robots. I think we can get a bit more specific. Considering the availability schedule that we just covered and the client folders with various needs for birthday party supplies, it feels like this new setting will be a storage facility and distribution center for the animatronics.
Good.
Responsible for shipping them out to various gigs across
was
their
that?
locations. The reference to
That was
Chica's
so out
Party
of
World builds
place.
out the lore of the universe.
Oh my
showing
God.
Another spin-off location to the restaurants, but also just that, a reference, a fun Easter egg. referencing
What
one
the
animatronic
fuck?
who won't
There's
be
renders of her
appearing
in that
So far, we've
in
seen
that
versions of
room.
Freddy, Foxy, and a Bonnie hand
Yeah.
puppet, but
Just
Chica
wanted
has
to
been
play
noticeably
around with
absent.
Photoshop.
And honestly, I think it's gonna remain this way. For some reason, it just feels like she doesn't fit
Oh.
in this
Hello,
new
Lembear.
world. And
Lembear.
I mentioned that Chica's Party World
Oh my
is a
God.
fun wink and
Hold
a
on.
nod to a character that will be
Let me get you in
sorely
there.
missed. But to me, of all this section,
Lead.
the most crucial client is the last one, the CRMN Institute.
Yay.
Notice when you look at it that it has a subfolder called Project. This, to me, is incredibly important since every teaser image Scott has posted on the site.
I may or may
with
not have
sister
gotten lost while
location
looking for
has
the
been
theater.
labeled Project.jpg.
okay.
Seems like a
I
generic
heard
naming
that
convention,
they were
right?
selling Sour Patch Kids for an absurd amount of
I went to an
price, so
Internet
I went
Archive
behind the counter and
database
killed the
dug
guy,
through
so...
the source code of all the past teaser
Congratulations.
images from
Oh,
all
thank you.
Scott's past games, only to
Anyway,
find
what
that
do you
this
want?
labeling system has been
The first
very
sister location one.
consistent. This
Or-
FNAF World
Theory
images were
9.
all
Yeah.
labeled FNAFworld.jpg. Images about the book were labeled FNAF the Novel.jpg. Even FNAF 4 teasers shared the titling of simply 4.jpg. The fact that sister locations images are all labeled
Wait, there's a
project and that
fucking,
there's a client
Phantom
directory
Chica in
hinting
there.
at some mysterious
Go back.
institute and a secret project
Go
going
back.
on there says to
Pulled
me
up
that
the
if
wrong
we're not
Chica.
headed to a distribution center, then
Where?
we're going to a place where these guys are getting
Whenever he was pulling up the
experimented on,
FNAF
which
4
type
stuff.
fact that sister locations images are all labeled .jpg.
What?
Even FNAF 4 teasers
Oh.
shared the titling of simply 4.jpg. The fact that sister locations images are all labeled project and that there's a client directory hinting at some mysterious institute and a
She's the
secret
project.
going on there
The
says to me that
project.
if we're not headed to a distribution
Number one
center,
project.
then we're going to a place where these guys are getting experimented on.
Oh.
Which ties in with the trailer quote
Close.
of
Close.
these guys are being experimented
whispering,
on. A project at
bitch.
some mysterious institute, and you can bet that they're not happy about it. But perhaps the most crucial detail hidden in the source code is the last line. A line that blows the door wide open on the story for this new game. Service log, maintenance, CO, or care of, AFTN Robotics. Afton Robotics. What the heck is that? Good question.
The name!
Like 99% of the fan base and only know the games, this might not ring a bell. But if you happen to buy and then make it through all 500 pages of the Five Nights at Freddy's,
That was 500 pages?
I just
then that
I just
name
recently
sets
read
off
that,
all
actually.
sorts of alarms.
It's
You
good.
See, in the book, the Fredbear and Fazbear restaurants were founded by two men. The first is named Henry. He's the
Two
main
men.
character in the
Henry!
company, the one responsible for designing and building the
I love
robots that we all
Toxic
know and
Yowie.
love. The other
I love
co-owner
Toxic Yowie.
was, ready for this? William
That's how you
Afton,
say
and
that?
he was in charge
He
of the
was a
business
very
side of
bad
the
man,
restaurants,
and he's
my
paperwork,
boss.
taxes, things like that.
Yeah,
So to
oi.
see Afton Robotics in the source code
Yeah,
teasing
oi.
sister location is huge
Yar.
because it means
Yar.
that the stories of sister location and Silver Eyes are linked. But get ready for this. Here's the bigger twist. By the end of the book, it's revealed that William Afton is what we fans of the game would know as the Purple Guy. Yeah, in the book,
What?
Purple Guy is revealed. Afton is
No
the one
way.
who kidnaps and kills children while
Holy
wearing
shit.
Fredbear themed suits.
It's so
His first
weird
victim
looking
is
back
Henry's
because
son,
this, like,
Sammy,
was
followed
not
by
common
4
knowledge
other
back
kids
then.
whose souls eventually possessed
Like, it's
the
just so
suits.
weird.
So, through these source code teasers, not only has Scott confirmed that this new game will be tied to the lore of the book, but will be
lore.
dealing with a robotics company founded by and named
You know what,
after
I'm glad we're not doing a
child
drinking
killing
stream for this.
Purple
I would
Guy.
be
Now,
drunk
that's
already.
Already a huge mind blow.
I
And I'm about to
would
go further, but before
be dead.
I do, let's address the elephant
Man,
in
like,
the
if I
room,
can't have
the
alcohol.
canonicity of the book. The internet, by and large,
I
dismisses
should've.
Silver
That would've
Eyes
been
under the
fun.
assumption that Scott said it's not canon to the first 4 games. But that's
I can do
not
it. I can get it for the next
true.
stream.
If you read his entire statement, and I understand that it's hard for
I
the
hate
internet
this
since
statement
it's
so
3 whole
much.
paragraphs that aren't summarized with
Is
a
the
key
I
book-
hate it
outline.
so much.
He
Is the
actually
book canon?
says,
Now!
quote, sometimes
don't know.
more of something can become so crowded that you can't tell an original story anymore.
I want to
The first
grab
4
Scott
games
Cawthon
and the
and
books should be
slam him
considered
through a
to be
table.
separate continuities, even if they do
Yeah.
share many familiar elements. The book is canon just as the games are. That doesn't mean that they're intended to fit together like 2 puzzle pieces.
Just say they are in the
book
same
is a
universe.
reimagining of the
This
5
statement
Nights at
has
Freddy's
driven the
story,
fandom
end
insane
quote.
for the
And this
past
makes
9
sense, right?
years.
The first 4
Yeah.
games were crushed under their own
Right.
convoluted
Literally just
lore
like a
and
different
fan base
timeline or
dedicated
whatever.
to making every new toe added to
Like,
Foxy
details
mean
are
something.
canon, but
No, I'm not saying
like,
that's
it
a
goes in
bad
a
thing
different
to have
direction
people
than
enthusiastic
canon
about your
canon.
story, but it
Oh, I
does
know,
become
but you know,
living when you
people
make continuity
still fight over it.
It's
Wanna do
literally so
something
easy
new
to
with these
understand.
characters. And with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming ever closer,
The
it
movie.
becomes even more important.
By June
Actual
2018.
characters into this story. You can't make a movie out of some pre-taped phone tutorials and silent furry monsters.
Yep, you
Thus
can.
Enter Silver Eyes, which builds
Yeah, you
out
can.
new characters, new faces, and new stories that can be told in the setting of these games. So yeah, the canonicity of the book makes sense, but as Scott said, it's a reimagining. And obviously there's gonna be a lot of crossover. And based on that Afton clue we just saw, Sister Location is gonna be bridging the line more and
Wasn't
more.
there a clip of
So
this
does any
part
of this
going
matter?
around on
Yeah,
Twitter recently?
actually a whole lot.
I think
If we
so.
take the Silver Eyes Sister Location connection to its
Guys got
logical
really,
conclusion,
like,
huge
big
pieces
deja
start to
vu.
fall in place. Let's start
Autism.
by working backwards.
World's
Based on the
easiest
puzzle
trailers
piece.
and teasers, Sister
How
Location's main
far
animatronic
they
is this
were
clown
into
girl,
production of the
Baby.
movie when
But the
this came
teaser
out.
trailer isn't the first time she appears.
They had a
She's
Probably-
single
introduced at the end
paragraph.
of the FNaF World
Probably like on their
Update
third script
1.3,
rewrite.
something we discovered in our playthrough of the game over on the GT Live channel. Once you
Third
collect
of how
all the
many?
characters and beat Chica's
Yes.
magic rainbow, long story not worth explaining, you're
I
immediately
see.
taken to a cutscene where a mysterious figure at a desk apologizes to you for creating a robot that cannot be deactivated. The bot's name? Baby. We then see
Baby.
a pair of eyes light up, telling everyone to take their seats before cutting back to the room to see the desk guy lying there dead, presumably
Oh my
killed
god,
by Baby.
this was
Now,
what
many
FNaF
people
was
assume that
before
desk guy
security
is Scott
breach. Look at the
Cawthon, since
blood.
he's the creator of
God.
Animatronic and
my
the
God.
games that you play in FNaF World. However, it'd be weird for Scott to kill himself. Plus, the dialogue for the FNaF in Space minigame, again,
Such a weird thing to say.
is a separate entity from this desk
What do you think
guy
Scott was
creator
going through
thing.
mentally?
So desk guy isn't
A lot?
Scott Cawthon, then who else could he be? Well, now that we know that Baby
FNaF
and
World's
Sister
his vent
Location
project.
both have ties to Silver Eyes,
Yeah.
we can actually identify who this mysterious creator of FNaF World is. He's Henry, co-founder of Fredbear's and Purple Guy's business partner. How do we know? Well, not only is he the creator of the games and animatronics, his death also lines up with the way he dies in the book. Stricken with grief over the death of his
He
son,
dies in the
Henry
book?
commits suicide in the living room by letting one of his animatronics kill him. One that remains nameless in the book, but is clearly not any of the core 6 of Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, Golden Freddy, and Golden
And
Bonnie.
it
In
just
other words,
the stupid
Henry the creator is
endoskeleton.
killed
Yeah.
in his home
Yeah,
by a
it's a
mysterious
stupid
new
little fucking
animatronic.
It's an
just like
endoskeleton with
With
a
a
knife.
giant
Desk
knife.
guy
It's the
in
Yeah, a
knife.
comically sized knife drawn by Pinky Pills herself.
Really confident about.
Spoonful.
Now let's have some fun and take it even further.
For a long
Bull
time,
bit!
I
This
used
is
to
where
mix,
Sister Location
for a
is
long
headed,
time,
but
I
there
used
is
to
enough of
mix
an
up
evidence
Lady
thread to take
Fizzy
us to
and
some
Lizzie
awesome
Pop.
extremes. So let's have a little bit of fun with this, shall we?
I used to
Notice
mix
how
them
Baby is
up.
introduced to us at the end of FNaF World
I still
as
mix
2
them up
yellow eyes
sometimes.
in the dark. And what's the first image we see in that game?
FNaF if it
Yellow
was ran
eyes
by
in
Dizzy
the
Pop.
dark, along with the iconic ending line from
We
wish I had a
don't fucking
I
know
will
what we
put you
fucking
back
been
together.
through.
It's also the
I
last
wish I
thing
had
that
the
we see
fuck
the true
button
ending
on
to the
command,
game.
but I don't have it.
Yellow eyes saying, I will
The
That
what
would
button?
that would be fun.
together. Now,
Ju-
I know what you're
just
thinking.
the
There's
Jack
no
Black
way
thing
Yes!
Baby's
as a
right.
soundboard
One, why
button.
would she say that
Yeah.
when she wasn't even
Make it
in
for the
FNaF
server.
4? And 2, we all know that that line and those eyes belong to the imaginary
Okay,
friend,
one sec.
psychic friend Fredbear. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call?
Psychic friend Fredbear.
Well, don't be so sure. Let me
Hot
remind
take,
you
I
of
never
something.
really
In
liked the
FNaF 4
jingle.
cutscenes, each character has a specific
I'm better
tone of
anyways.
dialogue.
Screw that guy. I
Number
hate him. He still owes me
7878
money.
for the brother, FFF for crying
Fucking
child,
guy.
57C0FF for the brother's friend, etc. Psychic friend Fredbear's dialogue for all of his lines is always the
189 BCC.
FFFF57 shade of yellow. And yet, for the final
blue,
lines
blue,
of
I know.
You're Broken, we're we're still your friends, I will put you back together. It's a different shade of yellow. FFFFA0.
FFF.
Similar, yes, but definitely different from Fredbear. So very intentionally, Scott made this a different character, but in a strange twist, it's actually a color of dialogue shared with one other character we see in FNAF 4.
Maybe he just
Pigtail
wanted
Girl.
to have it be a lighter color so it contrasted better with
The
the
one
background.
who knows that the animatronics come to life and get stuffed with dead bodies. Coincidence? Yeah, or at least we all thought so last year. But look at her design, dressed in a skirt with reddish pigtails and big green eyes, just like the design of Baby. Hear
Is this
that?
actually
The
real?
collective
That's
sound
an
of
actual
minds
baby
being
right there,
blown
too.
across
Yep.
the
Like, this kid
internet.
just
If the
came back
glowing
from
eyes,
fucking
shared
daycare.
dialogue colors,
He's
similar
over here
designs,
talking
and
about
repeated
Peppa
line of
Pig.
I will put you back together didn't convince you. It doesn't stop there. Remember the biggest lingering question from FNAF 4? The girls' room? No one had an explanation for it. I didn't have an explanation for it. And yet Scott
He didn't
felt
have an
it was
explanation for
important to have more of the story to show us. And now we might actually know
Oh, hello.
why.
My cat
What
woke
if
up.
the girl
Oh.
is a part of the crying child's family?
Nah,
First, explain why
maybe.
we would see her
Warm,
glowing
warm.
dialogue reappearing
Warmer.
in his final moments. As a family member,
You're
she
getting
would be there in the
warmer.
hospital with the boy as he tries to recover. And if she shares a connection with Baby, it would also tie together the random presence of Mangle in the room. One of the other
Warmer.
key animatronics we see in
Warmer.
Sister Location trailer is Funtime Foxy, which
Getting
we
warmer,
can
Matt.
confidently say is an
Come on,
impact
Matthew,
model
you can
of
do
what
it.
will eventually become Mangle.
Connect those brain
Again, we're
cells.
looking at the
No, the
major
other ones.
details. Yes, some things may or may not be there. Notice the lipstick, the red cheeks, and painted fingernails on Funtime Foxy, all of which
This robot is
reappear
clearly
on Mangle.
transgender.
So in the games, we would have Baby and Foxy linked. Is it a
True.
stretch? Absolutely. But then
What
again,
if I
this
said
is
drag
Scott
queen
we're
Funtime
talking about.
Foxy?
To me, though, the coolest part about this connection would be in the name of the game. This whole time
What
we've
is
been
that
assuming that
end?
Sister Location was
You know
referencing
who would make
some
a
other
good drag
spin-off
queen
chain of
look?
restaurants, or like I said earlier, a
Ennard.
storage and distribution center for the robots. But if the pigtail girl's soul is trapped in Baby, and she was indeed the sibling of Crying Child, the phrase Sister Location takes on a
Sister
whole new meaning. This is
Location.
The word
her
sister
game,
just
a game about
floating
one
across the
sister's
screen.
soul trapped in the baby animatronic
Help
getting
me!
revenge for her brother's death. Just don't hold it against her. You don't know what she's been through. Or maybe now you do.
Nope.
But hey,
Nothing.
Shut
that's
up.
just a theory.
But
A
hey.
game theory. The ball's in your court, Scott.
It is such a 2015 FNAF meme, though.
All right, next one.
Hi.
I'm gonna be right back for like 2 seconds. Give me.
Okay.
Alrighty.
1, 2. He lied.
October 22nd, 2016. Ooh boy.
I fucking love Sister Location. This is gonna like make me kill myself, I think.
I fucking hate Sister Location. This is gonna make me kill myself, I think.
One by one. You
The
are
dichotomy.
intruders. None of you
Two sides of the same
will
coin.
survive the night. And what makes you think they won't kill
Mando
you?
Pony.
Because
I thought you said suicides of the same coin.
Why is my hold on? For some reason, the
Back. Hi.
Hi, Circus Baby.
God, maybe that'll do it.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory. Still available to consult
Hello,
on the FNAF
Internet.
movie
Hello,
story.
Internet.
Seriously, Scott, I'll be waiting by the phone because I can practice.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Into counting animatronic toes, tracking eye
That
colors,
movie
listing out
render.
the differences between pizzerias, diners, and rental services, parsing out your phone guy calls, and counting and recounting again the number of dead child carcasses left in your story's wake than literally anyone else out there. I mean, I've even gone so far as to do the unthinkable for these Sister Location videos. That's right, I reread The Silver Eyes. An ironic twist, it took longer than the actual game. Now, here I am piecing together this script after, I kid you not, a weekend spent doing nothing but thinking about these games, writing and rewriting
Autism.
timeline after timeline to account for all the nonsensical Easter eggs shoved into this 4-hour experience. And you know the conclusion that I've reached? That your version
Conclusion?
of events isn't satisfying. That any theory I come up with that attempts to bend over backwards and cobble together every line of dialogue, design detail, and character motivation will be overcomplicated at best and inherently flawed at worst. And that's not me admitting defeat. It's a fundamental problem with the series.
Admit defeat.
This one
Do
just
it.
tried too hard to do too many things. You've got elements of the past 4 games mixed in with FNaF World, mixed in with
Andrew, how many years later and this problem still hasn't improved?
Conflicting storylines and competing dates. Couple that with characters that mimic other characters.
Wait, what?
Anyways.
Anyways,
Mimic other characters,
please laugh. They're funny, I swear.
Oh my god.
The different story threads of the franchise, and it's unclear if this is a continuation of the books, a continuation of the games, or just an outright reboot of some kind. The best analogy I can think of is that it's like the giant human blob you turn into at the end of
The blob!
a massive
What is that?
To work together to
That's creepy.
It's like that one episode of SpongeBob.
Honestly, it could have been easy. With Scott saying that the original story was completed with FNaF 4, we could have just said that
What if
Sister
the FNaF
Location
4
was aligned
teasers were
with
how
book
the
and FNaF World
children
cartoon
reacted to
series?
the bite victim in the FNaF 4 cutscene?
Just had to throw in those
Ooh, is
FNaF
it
4
me?
Easter eggs, huh?
Four.
Put everything in the
Four.
chaos. And it's not just me feeling it. Based on what I'm reading, a lot of FNaF theorists sense that the lore contained in Sister Location is a game changer, but then they don't exactly know why or what to do
Whenever
with it.
Sister
Struggling
Location
under
first
the weight
came
of
out, I
exploding
really
away
liked how it
innards
was
and
a lot more
babies,
like
Mikes and Williams, casual
Linear?
and exotic butters.
not
What's an
lore
Easter egg?
focused,
What's an
but, like, yeah,
tongue-in-cheek
linear.
reference, and
Yeah.
what is actual canon?
I
So
thought that was really cool.
understandably, there's some confusion about
You
what's
spelled
actually
canon
going
wrong.
on in this game.
I don't
And
like
that's what I'm out to
Yes,
solve
you
in these
did.
videos. Picking Sister Location
555,
apart to definitively put together which details matter and why this is such a monumental game for the franchise's lore. So go ahead, keep your plots vague.
How many
and
series
convoluted,
how many
Scott Boy.
seasons do
I'm
you guys
here to
think
translate
Moral and
your
the Wrestles
madness
ran
to the
for?
world. First,
2.
who are we playing
2
as?
seasons.
Historically, the protagonists of Freddy's games have had a varying degree of importance. There are those like Mike and Fritz who, for all
right,
we
this
can tell,
was
were just
Creed.
names with the sole purpose of
Uh-oh.
filling out the 2 line on a paycheck.
Watch
Sure,
out,
they
everybody.
reflect
He's
on
gonna
some
say
of the
something
points
stupid.
now, but they were never really intended.
I'm
You play
scared.
as
Then there
William
was
Afton.
You play as
hospitalized
Puppet.
and trapped in a waiting
You play as the bite victim.
more important, I would hazard to say. The game recognizes this as
Play as this
during your
PNG of a
first
hand.
animatronic baby, she calls out,
It's a strange thing to want to do.
You play as
I'm curious what
Jumbo
events
Josh.
would lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this.
Spend their 5 nights here.
Maybe curious.
That's Freddy's. I read curiosity is crunchy. Maybe crunchy. Maybe ignorant.
Why is Bigfoot in VC chat?
dictates every other element of this story.
Who's
Why
Bigfoot?
you're there, what the endings mean, what
In
this
VC
location
chat.
is.
You
Holy
play
shit,
as
yes, it's
Electrobab.
Bigfoot.
The overall timeline.
We found him.
Deal. Now, personally, based on the silhouette in the mirror, my first
You
guess
play
is
as
to say that we're playing
Bigfoot,
as Rick
actually.
Astley.
You play as
Yeah!
the Bobby Dots,
The most
and they
elaborate
conclude.
ritual in
Rick
history.
Astley!
I mean, just look at that hair. It's an exact match. Let's face it, Scott has proven that he's not above trolling us. But assuming he has a little bit more respect for the fan base than that, there can only be one possible conclusion here. His Sister Location
The respect for the
plays
fan base, he
William
says.
Afton, purple guy. And no, I'm not just saying that because the eyes in the ending are purple, like literally everyone else on
No
the
way.
internet.
That's pink.
Sure, it's a nice detail that may hint
Pink,
at
yeah.
Scott's intentions, but it's not proof. For proof, we begin
Who is this?
in-game dialogue.
What is
On your
this?
quest to unlock the game's
It
fake
looks like
ending,
fucking
the
Star Wars
animatronics
character.
phone
I was about to say it looks like Star Wars.
dialogue spoken by a young girl in a British-sounding accent.
I'm still here. Isn't this why you came
Young girl.
Oh my.
to be with her again?
So we know that whoever the player is has some sort of connection to this mysterious
Quit talking to me.
girl. But who
I don't like
is
her talking
she?
to me like
Well,
that.
throughout the game, between nights, we hear the same girl pressing
I'll
her
smack you
mother to let
tomorrow,
her play with
bitch.
babies, saying
I'm sorry,
things
Sir
like,
Stady. I really didn't mean that. You're a lovely person. You're a lovely individual.
Yeah, well, I think Circus Baby is dumb and stupid and,
I will kill you, Leadbear. I will kill you. I will come to your house.
please. I died once, I can do it again.
Oh.
narrows the field down by quite a bit. William Afton and Henry.
You can't kill what's already been killed.
The two co-founders of
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
introduced in FNAF Silvereye.
He has glasses on.
Forcing people to read
I do.
in order to have
Yeah, he has 3D
going
glasses.
on in the
Oh my God, you actually
franchise.
are?
Seriously, without reading the book, you would have no clue the importance of William Afton. Oh well, that's what I'm here for. I read it so you don't have to. I'm like the nostalgia critic. Anyway, based on the girl's accent,
I gotta
and William
piss.
Afton's similar dialect.
Hey, Roxy, can you go back? Can you go back? I need a screenshot of that. That's really good.
Of what? What screenshot?
Of Doug Walker.
Uh,
Oh, I need that so I can post that on Funnies real quick. That's a really good image.
So you don't have to.
Thank you.
it's missing an ear. What is this deal? What is this deal?
Anyway, based on the girl's accent and William Afton's similar dialect at the beginning of the game,
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in
This is
fume
just
tank,
like,
inflating balloons right at
This
her
is just like a
fingertips.
song from.
it would seem as though we have ourselves a match.
You are the father.
What?
You are the father.
But let's not be too hasty there, Maury. We can be even more sure. In the game's real ending, you get yourself tricked, becoming animatronic fodder as the machine.
Oh, someone already posted it on their own.
Replace them with endoskeleton.
Yeah, that was me.
Bothered me since it's like the antithesis. Here I am wanting to finish my night and return home to my basket of exotic butter, but no. That's
Oh my God, he said it! He
Butter!
said it!
He said butter!
My favorite!
series. I wanted to write it off.
I clapped when I saw it! I clapped when I saw it!
A little bit too absurd right now, and I realized that this is a franchise built on haunted animatronics chasing you through a pizza restaurant after they've been killed by a serial killer.
Nice fan art again.
Filled with killer springs. So
Yeah, nice fan art, dude.
They really had a problem with that back then. Like a really
He
bad
did.
problem.
Well, he did. He like every now, like rarely, he'll credit someone on DeviantArt.
Scott's either completely lost.
Yeah.
He did it
He has
once.
some other plans for this character, and indeed,
Yeah,
Oh my
he's
God,
got one
Scott
profile.
is White Michael.
why this odd story turn is so important.
Scott is White Michael.
Scott is the mimic.
Mr. Afton is the one who gets himself stuffed. There's something different about him. It was as if the
I can
guard,
pull this
the
up right now.
man they had met, had been stripped away, and what sat before
What was that,
them was
407?
nothing but a blank canvas.
407?
Quote. And again, 2 pages
I won't
later,
bother.
quote,
I don't.
Dave,
I have a
I'm
lefty
sorry,
punch
Dave
right in
is
front of the
fake
books,
name
and I
for
can't be
William
bothered
Afton
to
in the
move
novel.
them.
You're finding out in another identity.
white
Long
bitch.
story. Anyway, just go with it. Dave's body moved upward, straightening, but the movement was too smooth. He seemed to make no effort, use no muscles, and exert no energy.
Oh my
Dave's
God.
eyes opened steadily, glassy, and without
Guy's
emotion,
named
like
Dave.
the robots
Dave.
on the stage outside. End
That's
quote.
like somebody's
And there you
fucking
have it. That
dad.
totally just spelled it out for us, didn't
No.
it? Like the robots on the
No.
stage outside. In fact,
No.
the book makes a huge deal about Afton's eyes over and over again, like when the character John describes seeing Afton kidnap his
No.
friends on pages 120 to
John!
122.
John!
Quote,
John FNaF!
They were all
Sorry, I
I could
just love
see.
John.
They were dead,
Oh!
just dull and flat. Like they still moved and blinked and saw, but whatever was behind them had died a long time ago. End quote. Died a long time ago, you say? Like perhaps in an underground
Oh my
murder
God.
bunker, doubling as a robotic distribution center, perhaps. Now, real quick, let's pause here and have
This is
some real
terrible
talk
theory,
to Ennard,
Matthew. You
Baby,
should go
and the
sit in the
gang.
corner.
Guys,
Think
we're
about
gonna
your
have
Nice
a
fan
bit of
art.
intervention here. If your goal
Yeah.
is
Hi,
to blend
baby.
in with the outside world and look like us,
Nice
look like another human, choosing to go
I
with
like
the
that it got
purple
so bad that
eyes,
Scott
is
literally
that
had to
really
give him a
helpful
bunch of
puzzle?
renders that he
Artificial
himself
intelligence
made
or
just
like
to get him to
artificial
stop.
idiots? Do your
Yeah.
homework. Humans don't tend to have purple eyes.
And
I mean,
he still
seriously,
uses
you have
the
a
wrong,
blue-eyed animatronic just waiting
image
Markiplier
of Scott's
thumbnail.
avatars in his
Ah,
image.
Gmod!
Oh my God.
Anyway, I digress. We were all just left
I
with
never liked that Funtime Foxy model.
I hate it.
Anyway, it's not just
It's
the
actually
idea that
my
Afton
current
and
Gmod
Afton's meet puppet,
avatar.
his overall physicality has
We have to
undergone
kill you,
a
Roxy.
drastic
I'm sorry.
change over the years as well. On page 418, we hear
We gotta
that
put you
Afton
down like a
started
stray
off
dog.
robust,
No.
lively,
Wait, no, it's a Teletubby right now. I'm safe.
personality of a financially shrewd Santa Claus. Financially shrewd Santa Claus.
Santa.
No one said the writing of this book was any
Santa.
good. There's clearly a reason
Santa.
why only 500 people made it all the way through this book. And I say that because on Amazon Kindle, they actually show you the most popular highlighted sections, and like, they all drop off by midway through the book, so I can only assume that I'm the only person who made it all the way through. The things I do for you. Anyway, soon after,
Sure, Matt,
Unraveling,
Pat, sure,
Shrewd Santa
says the
Claus is
thing.
accused of
Why is-
murder. He's
why is
released
this
due to
squinty
no body being
Santa?
found, and then he skips town. However,
He's
when he comes
financially
back,
shrewd,
he's a
duh.
changed
What? Oh no!
What is that?
What is? Ah! What is this years?
This is still a better interpretation than the one that Pinky
Oh.
Pills gave us.
Yeah.
Leadbear. So
I thought you
some
were gonna say Pinkie Pie.
Leadbear. During the FNAF 2 theory, I completely forgot about one thing he said. He was bringing up that the toy animatronics have a criminal database. Do you want to know? Do you want to know what he called it?
Oh. I think I remember this from Fiznom's stream. I think this had to do. He called him like it was a pedo, right, or something like
Sex
that.
offender.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that was so fucking
Oh
good.
my god, my cat's curled up on my bed sleeping.
So that's a subtext of these lines, but you don't even have to read between them.
William Afton is Santa.
I used at the top of this episode. Quote,
Oh my god, I love this.
John said again, because I'm one of them, he said. I mean, let's face it.
I love
am
this Halloween
with that
clip art
one,
that they
he's
have in the
outright
background.
saying he is an animatronic. Reading the book the first time, you all assume it's like, oh, he has a kindred
He's
spirit
not an
with
animatronic.
animatronic because he
Fucking
loves
love
him
that
so much,
drawing.
he uses his
Big
voice.
nose,
But oh no, after playing
big
Sister
ears.
Location, it takes on a whole new meaning. Now there are two major
Bald.
complaints against the Afton
Bald.
theory. One,
Nah,
that
he's
Pinky's
bald.
lines are
You completely play tic-tac-toe on his forehead. It's already laid out for you.
that none of it
Look at
makes
it.
sense if Afton bleeds out in Springtrap in FNAF 3. But there's an easy answer for both of these situations. First, think back to the FNAF world.
Afton
ending
died
where
in
Death
FNAF 3.
Guy-
That's really funny.
That's really funny. That's really a funny joke.
Afton's partner in the Freddy Fazbear's
Afton died in
franchise
FNAF
confesses
3.
to building baby. He's
Whenever Matt puts the names of the the names on those little people, they make me think of like scientific this like scientific names.
Oh my god, yeah.
Quote, Dave had been shirtless under the costume and now his bare chest was clearly visible.
Ugh.
His skin was horribly scarred.
I forgot he was
Red white
shirtless.
lines
Ugh.
scored his flesh in a symmetrical pattern. Each
Symmetry, my friend.
mirroring the other. He raised his arms
Skip
First I killed your brother.
giving Carlton ample
Boo.
time to hide his scars were everywhere.
Woo, Carlton!
Note that we
Carlton!
never see Springtrap die in FNAF 3. Just
Ah.
collapse into his own pool of blood
Fangirling.
and shiver there.
I got a
The light
buddy
never
that
drains
fucking
from his
loves
eyes.
Carlton.
And Silver Eyes shows that
He's
it's
the
not
only good
possible
character from the
that
books.
William
I like
has
Charlie.
I love-
survived a Springlock
I love his
failure
little
in the
fuck-ass
past.
middle
So
part.
could the FNAF 3 incident be the reason he has all those
It was one of
scars
the
before
the younger siblings of I think it was Jessica. No. I don't know.
My ass can't really remember. I only read the books like once.
I read them so many times in high
I
school.
read graphic novels. I read the graphic novels once, and then I just recently read one of the novels.
Thank you for selecting
The-
Casual Bongos.
But why? What does all this mean for the plot of the game?
Nothing.
Actually explains a
It mean-
lot. But from here it also tends to
Means
be
absolutely fucking nothing.
because now we're dipping into FNAF 4 surveillance,
What is this?
FNAF 4 locations being tied to sister
Is it Nightmare
locations,
Chica? Hold on, go back.
experimentation.
That was the camera system.
So instead of rushing my
What if there were cameras in
What is
Five Nights at
this?
Freddy's 4?
into the FNAF 4 surveillance
That's
footage, FNAF 4
oh.
locations being tied to
That's
sister
so
location,
stupid.
child experimentation, and the identities of Baby and Enter. So instead of rushing my way through it to get it all done in
Hi,
time, I'm
baby.
gonna pause right here and hold all those explanations
No.
for the next episode.
Don't
We
leave
know
me on
who
the
explains it,
cliffhanger.
we need to know
Nah.
why and how it affects the rest of the series as we know it.
Oh my
Click that
god.
exotic button,
Why are map
subscribe,
pets
and
so
be in-
milk so atrocious?
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Isn't this why you came here to be with her again?
Quit talking to me like that.
Don't you remember what you no longer have an
What is that voice?
That's me. Sorry.
Person in chat, I cannot use my keys because I disabled that. I disabled keyboard functions for YouTube.
Welcome to Game Theory. 7 million theorists
Why?
strong.
Because my avatar. I have it set to
Oh right.
I have it set to my number pad, and if you have the thing enabled and you press 7, it'll take it to wherever 7. You know. So if I wanted to go,
Yeah.
oh, let me change this emoji, it would just so I had to get a.
I want to get.
Thanks to this franchise.
Dang.
More
I
often
might
than
want
not,
to get one of
when I
those
talk to
mice that
people
have
about their
the
favorite episodes of
keyboard,
the
like the
series,
number
it's
pad on the side of it.
young,
You're gonna be
old,
paying
doesn't matter, the
paying a
FNaF
lot.
series was
They're
the first
expensive.
Oh, I know.
So I always feel
Yeah.
a lot of pressure on these videos to deliver in
They're
a
funny,
big
though.
way.
I
You know,
like it.
looking back, they're some of my personal favorites. Not only am I proud of the final product, but I'm proud of what they
Oh,
represent.
Matt, you
The
cannot be
FNaF
proud of that
series
first
has been a
theory.
true team effort, branching out across every person who has ever touched
That was
this
a
channel,
horrible
spanning every
fucking
editor who's ever worked on an episode of Game Theory.
Rest
getting
in
you
rest
loyal
in
theorists
peace,
involved with
Ronnie.
pitching theories and covering
what
every
happened?
style of theory.
Oh, you don't know what happened? Wario fart. You don't know what happened to Ronnie?
I don't know anything circling around this.
He's not alive. He's not alive anymore.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Look at this theory, everyone.
Best boobs in gaming.
Best boobs in gaming.
You know what he should have done for his last theory? He should have done
Where
that,
Laura?
like a sequel to that.
The best
Worst.
the
Best
best
boobs in
4K.
FNaF.
The worst
Freddy
boobs in
Fazbear
gaming.
#1 spot.
Have you actually watched that episode?
No.
All I remember from the I only have one image I remember that from that is like a picture of like Laura Croft from Tomb Raider, like hanging off the side of a mountain by her by her triangular boobs.
I love her triangular boobs.
That's the only thing I remember from that episode.
IRL episodes
I feel like
to
you
more
can pull that look
lore-based
off,
ones.
Roxy.
We've used everything from books to spin-off titles, real-world math and science to source code analysis, teaser images, trailer hints, and even US trademark data. Looking across this series, it's incredible the breadth that we've gone to. And to think, I almost never covered this
Not
series
that
to
one!
begin with. It was going to be Slender.
Slender
but then
Man!
You guys,
Oh, yeah.
you
I
loyal
love that
theorists
theory.
encouraged me to look into
We
it.
did get that
All
Slender
based on a
theory,
simple
actually.
Twitter poll. You guys made it happen, and the rest is history. Funny how life goes sometimes.
This is what you
Anyway,
did.
like I said, I
This
take
is
a
what
lot
you
of
did by voting for
responsibility
this.
for
This is what you did,
Today
Twitter.
is my favorite of the whole series because now we finally have
If that
all
never
the pieces
happened, I
necessary
don't
to
think
tell
we'd
a
have anything
coherent
we have
plot.
nowadays.
It's not just some
No,
corpse
we wouldn't.
kids and silent
Not
puppets
to the
and
degree.
murderers who don't say anything. We have personalities now, actual
I,
character, and most importantly of
not
all,
actually
motivation.
existing members are
Motivations for
maybe.
why a serial killer would create a place like Sister Location. And believe it or not, the answer
Felt
is
like it.
actually quite sad.
Money
So
laundering.
the question of the day
Money
is,
laundering.
Can a game make you feel
Breaking
sympathy
Bad.
for a child murderer? Because once
I
you
like
have
the
the
idea
complete
that
story,
Party
you
World
might just
was a
see
money
Purple
laundering
Guy
scheme.
in a whole new light. One line across this entire franchise answers everything.
Nope.
I will put you back together.
Nope.
Before we get to all of that, let's back up.
No.
Last time we established that William Afton, Purple Guy himself, is who you play as in Sister
Nope.
Location, and the one who eventually gets himself
That's
scooped.
not.
We also established that he once had a daughter who got herself killed at the hands, or should I say at the metal claw
Hi,
grip
Lizzie.
of Baby. But there is so much more hidden in this
Hey,
game
girl.
than that. By playing through
Bye,
the game and
girl.
unlocking Sister
Hi,
Location's
girl.
secret private room, players get
Why-
treated
why is
to a
it so
shocking
blurry?
Easter egg. By typing the date 1983 into the
He
keypad
didn't get
besides
it
the
himself,
monitors,
he had
the
to,
static
rely
blazes to
on,
life, revealing
videos.
blurry footage
You get too
of the
scared.
FNaF 4 house, the plush trap hallway,
This is a
Fox's
480p
closet, and
video.
creepiest of all, the crying child's bed. We
The
also
bed.
get a clue as to how this is being done. Sitting there on the desk is none other than our good old friend,
Psychic friend Fredbear.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere.
Who you gonna call?
Psychic friend Fredbear. A little less psychic this time and a little more plush, cradling what appears to be a remote control. Now, many have said that this is a walkie-talkie,
Yes.
but it is, in fact, a camera control.
I like that the
Notice
Hex
buttons on
plushie of
top.
this guy
Those are
has
switchers,
the
allowing you to
walkie-talkie
switch
and
between
everything.
different
Such a
cameras
good detail.
placed in the environment.
It's
The
kind
one
of
at the bottom
both.
presumably allows you to turn the cameras
Like, there's
or
buttons and a
potentially
speaker.
Focus them. The Fredbears from FNaF 4 are just
I think
that.
that's a
Fredbear
dial.
plush is equipped with hidden security cameras, something mothers are using all the time
No,
these
that's a
days to
speaker.
monitor
I'm
their
looking at mine
children
now.
and also
That's a
getting
speaker.
themselves hacked while
And if
doing
it don't look,
See
and if
also
it don't
Watch
look
Dogs
right, then you know
episode
Scott
Free
sucks at
Stuff.
modeling. So
That begs the question: why would anyone have remote monitoring of a child's bedroom programmed to run into a secret room in an underground animatronic storage facility?
I
And also,
guess.
why that
Gosh.
house? Well, it's important to note that it's not just any house. It's a house that's
That's where he
connected
tweets from.
to Circus Baby's Rentals. You heard
Yes.
that right. Sister Location is
Yeah.
under the FNaF 4 house. During the Freddy Breaker Room Challenge, we're presented with a map of the facility. We see the entrance elevator, main hub area, and the various holding rooms branching out all around it. But what we also see, more faintly, are three other areas.
I can't take FNaF 4 seriously anymore because I know the revelation of it being nightmare gas is supposed to be like shocking and everything, but it's really funny what Twitter did to it as soon as everyone found out.
Yeah.
I was freaking out because I had just woken up that information, and I was freaking out because I'm like, I don't want to have to adapt this to my FNAF EU, and I didn't.
It's still just funny because like I just think of 9-year-old spotted, nightmare gas, go!
Busy freaking out over the ever-nearing funtime Freddy, most gamers overlooked that as a part of that minigame, we were responsible for returning power to those areas of the map. They were even labeled Observation 1 and Observation 2. Observation? Observing what? It just gets creepier and creepier. Now, before you go saying that an underground facility attached to a house is
bunker under the house because we couldn't understand what was happening in FNaF 4. This is what we did. But also FNaF 4 was confusing as fuck, so...
Yeah. Is outside her childhood home, which is also home
perhaps
to
some
Henry,
things are best left forgotten for now.
While exploring her father's
We still don't know what's in that
workshop, we
goddamn
get the
box.
following quote.
I hope it doesn't.
Put her hand on the ground, fishing around until she found a small
It's a
screw
bomb.
that bears
It's a war bomb.
If we open it, it'll explode and kill us. So Scott's actually trying to keep us safe by doing that.
Yeah, it's a war bomb.
hidden under the dirt of an animatronic workshop.
But also, why would Scott tease us with that? If he doesn't want us to open it.
Never goes anywhere, but is one of those things that gets
Evil.
the theorist mind tickling.
Evil.
When I hear
He's
ground in someone's private workshop,
I
I
said
think
this as a Texan.
trap door. He didn't trap door. Or more
I don't know if I'm better or worse. I'm an
Could this be a
Oklahoman.
hint as to
So.
a secret entrance in
Oh,
Henry's
that's 100%
animatronic
worse.
workshop?
Oh,
and
yeah,
its
definitely.
Sister location.
That's a good
In fact,
musical,
we can
though.
prove using more details from the book that it is still being used by Afton. Earlier in that same chapter, Scott
I
makes
like
sure to drop a few
not
more
Henry's,
hints
but I like that
seemingly
Sprite's
never
giant
go anywhere. But we
game
all
of
know
watch
Scott
gnomes.
better than that, right? And now that
That's
we have
awesome.
sister location to reference, these little details start to make a whole lot more sense.
Freddy.
Quote, the benches were there where her father had assembled and tweaked his inventions, but the materials, the blueprints, and the half-finished robots that were once rammed onto every surface had disappeared. Where are they? End quote. So we have missing blueprints and partially finished bots that have just disappeared, but it continues. Quote, Charlie, John said
Move
from
the
across
bear.
workshop, he
Move
was
the
in
lead
dark
bear.
corner. If the skeleton had been there,
Get it
could have
on.
reached
Let-
out
Oh,
and
bear,
touched
scooch
it,
a little
but
bit
it's
closer
not
to me.
There we go.
Notice
I'm
the
not sharing
cows
my
here. This
popcorn.
isn't
Kill
something that we're
yourself.
doing for
God damn it.
effect.
Hey,
No, this is actually straight from the book.
okay.
Time and time again,
I'm
Scott
gonna
and the team
wrap
working
my
on this
arm
book are
in
emphasizing
like
these
again.
lines as though they're pointing to a greater mystery here, that someone has stolen these materials and are using
I'm totally
them
not
for their own
gonna sneak
devices,
my arm
that
around
they're
your
hidden
side and
somewhere in
steal
this
some of your
world.
popcorn.
But it's a mystery that never
He'll
gets
know.
solved
Roxy,
within the
please
pages
move
of
me
the book.
back.
But perhaps most importantly of all is a paragraph of
Wait, hold on. Hold on,
Can you
actually.
put me on the other side of the theater?
That's what I was gonna do. Hold on, I'm gonna actually put you with Matt Pat.
I'm so... Ugh.
Yeah, you're gonna be
know, sit
besties.
by me and my
Please,
grubby
okay,
little
no.
hand.
Okay, we can talk about this. Can you please put me like in the middle?
Besties. Besties. All right, there we go.
Pulls all these clues together and
hate
may
this.
find an answer as to what is in
Oh, my
the
grubby
box,
little
you know.
hands.
But it's okay. It's
box.
okay because he's
Quote,
stuck in
John
that
was
position for
standing beside
the
her
rest of his
father's
life, so I don't
toolbox.
think
He
he'll be
stepped
able
away
to
as she
take
came
anything.
over,
He's
giving
been
him
stuck in
space.
that position for years. I don't think he'll move.
His joints have frozen up.
Uh-huh.
Are you able to? Are you seeing the stream?
Yeah. I see it.
Love Bear.
What are you doing? Hey! Stop!
It's looking for Fred Bear. He has popcorn.
Charlie knelt down
so nice
before
of Matt
it.
Pat to
Looked as
join
if it had
us.
just
I
been
hate this.
polished. It was made of dark, stained wood.
It's so nice of Matt Pat to join us. I agree.
They looked as though they had just been used that morning, wiped down and put away meticulously, like someone still cared for them. End quote. Stolen blueprints, missing robots, pristine tools, despite supposedly going unused for 10 years, hints at a trap door and William Afton lingering around the town in disguise. Quite simply,
No.
the pieces here add up.
No,
Here's
they
the hints
don't!
That we can glean from the book. The bigger question here is why would Afton be spying on the FNaF 4 house in the games? Well, because it's his. As we established last episode, you play as Purple Guy.
No!
Each night you go back to your retro.
you don't.
He completely glosses over the mic.
Like they should just be absurd breaks from the spoopy action of the main game.
Clara, the baby
Did he
isn't
say
mine.
spoopy?
He did.
Closer and you notice the details of the room. In particular,
We should kill
a
him.
very ugly lamp. A
Please.
very ugly, very familiar lamp.
my
One that
goodness.
we saw in
In
you
FNaF
guessed it,
4.
FNaF 4. In other words, this is Afton's house. And
No,
from his
yes.
underground
Or maybe
private
s-
room,
No, it
he's
isn't.
observing
Or maybe
his
Scott just likes
kids,
reusing
crying
assets.
child, the
I mean,
little
it is-
brother,
it is-
and the girl
it is
who
the
eventually
Afton house, but
becomes
you know.
baby. As I
Yeah.
suspected in my prediction video for this game, this truly is a sister location, a sister's location. And from there, all the parts start to fit together. So let's retell
they
this
don't.
story from the beginning now that we have all the pieces. Remember
don't.
what will happen if he catches
Why
you.
is he
It's
still
a line we
using
hear
that image
repeated
of that
over
girl
and
from
over
the
again
playground?
throughout
Because
FNaF
there's a
4, and
perfectly
now we
good
know.
You
image
literally
of
had-
I've
Elizabeth.
seen Golden Bonnie abduct children multiple times. In
Yeah,
the past.
there's
This
one
moment
from the
in the
character
background that we all debated
character
about
book,
whether
isn't
or not
there?
Was a murder is in fact a child.
We don't
Yeah,
talk
but I
about
think
that
so.
one, and that wasn't a thing by
It
then.
shows that Purple Guy
I
kills by
hate that
trapping the
book so
kids in
much.
spring
Oh.
suits.
I have it.
I do too. I have
Carlton
every
was
One
wedged
time-
inside the heavy barrel-shaped torso
One
of
time
a
I
mascot
walked into my brother's
costume.
room
The
'cause
headless
that's where it
top
is,
half of some
and I
kind of
just opened it
animal.
up
His
just so
arms
I
were
could
trapped
look
inside
at
the
the
torso
plush babies,
section,
and then I
pinned to his
put it back
sides
down.
in an unnatural position. He could feel pieces of metal that
I
pressed
said
against
hi
his
to the
back
plush
and
babies
poked
and
him.
Scrap
Dave
Baby,
said
and
to
then I put
Carlton,
it back
if
on
you
the
turn
shelf.
those spring locks,
said
two
bye to
things
them.
will happen. First, all the locks will
I had to
snap
check on my
right into you,
oopies.
making deep cuts all over your body. And a split second later, all the animatronic parts they've been holding back will instantly be driven into your body. You'll
Oh.
die, but it will be slow. Having witnessed a scene similar to this, the boy is justifiably terrified, trying to avoid the pizzeria at all costs. But it's kinda hard when your father is one of the owners. Meanwhile, William Afton knows that he's been found out, hence the observation monitors and security Fredbears. He needs to be sure of his son's movements, even when he's at work, be it above ground or below. I mean, the guy
Below
may be
the
a killer, but it's
ground.
not like he could just kill his son, even if he was the witness to a gruesome murder at the restaurant. But Afton's problem gets solved prematurely with the fatal chomp of 83, a son William loved killed by the very animatronics he also loved, leading us to one fateful promise. I will put you back together. We've analyzed this line a lot in past theories because it's not only the final lines of FNaF 4 and FNaF World, thereby making it super important to this franchise, but because it's also
No.
presented to us in a different color than
Yeah.
Fredbear's yellow. Someone else is talking
Not important.
here. And now we can finally pinpoint who said it, and more importantly, why. It was Afton. I will put you back together. A promise to fix his son, a broken son, in the only way that he knows how, animatronics. Enter sister location in the Funtime animatronics, not built for entertainment
I like
or
the
for being
speed- the
worn,
sped up.
but built to help Purple Guy save
Yeah,
his
Night
son.
Core
Built
sister location
for
trailer.
capture. Although no one has yet found how to unlock them in the game, if you dig through the sister location files, you find a set of blueprints for the various animatronics, outlining their size and special features. Not only are they enormous, topping
347
Yes, people
pounds
cannot
is so
prepare
crazy.
Gregory for the grand
I like
finale,
how she's
and
so
that
quick
Aunt
to-
Fazbear family is rewarded for
360-degree
becoming
tracking,
beyond doubt every
parental
animatronic's worst nightmare.
and
Send tweet.
storage tanks. Look closer
Do you
at the
guys
wire
wanna
frames
see
and
the
you
height
that
difference
storage
between me and
tank
Circus
isn't
Baby?
quite
Yes.
empty. Yeah, that's a
I'm putting it
child
in the
there,
VC
curled
trap
up, hidden
thing.
in Fredbear's
Oh, you don't want to tell the stream?
alive, ready
Oh,
to be
it's 4:11
experimented
to her
on. Because
7:2.
Purple Guy is no longer killing to satisfy himself. He's doing it to
I'm up
recover
to her
his
waist.
son, to figure out the secret of fusing
I could fit inside of her
souls
stomach
into
tank.
animatronics.
You're so tiny.
You heard me.
I
Afton
could.
wants to unlock
I could
the
die.
mystery
If
of
I were in a
giving
room alone with that
gifts,
clown, I would
giving
die.
life. If it seems like a stretch, just look at the number of sentient, independent, and fully aware robots in Sister
At least I'm
Location.
tall as
Not
Funtime
only have
Freddy,
the
though.
core set, but there's also the baby
Okay,
babies and
well,
the mini Rena.
do you have
Tens
a little-
of
do you have your
sentient
hand shoved up
animatronics
a rabbit
moving against
ass
their
and thinking it-
programming. And unlike
No.
past games where
Killed
we
you.
received explanations like anti-criminal systems, dying guys in murder suits, or the products of a nightmare, here they just
Okay, so
kinda
he corrected
exist.
himself now and he's calling them
Why?
anti-criminal
Well, baby tells us
systems.
over and
Okay, I
over in
think...
the
Yeah, he
trailer
only
that
said
Afton
the sex offender thing that one time,
Yeah, that was his first time.
with
Hashtag
zero
uncancel
evidence that it
Matt.
was sex offense.
Where's my cat?
A Before the game's release,
In
we
Five
had
Nights
no
at Candy's
idea,
4.
but now we do know what they've been
Oh
through.
no.
You'll have to wait.
Controlled
You're
shocks,
supposed to be
dozens.
there.
And I
I
mean,
love the
dozens
Viddy
of
Babs.
children
They're
captured as
so-
one-time
They're
animatronics
so
executed
important
on
to the lore,
programming
you
that
guys.
drove
Electro
them
Bab
to
is
where
better.
they
Little ugly
left.
naked
Also,
baby
that
things.
Afton could learn the secret to reawakening lost souls. As we see
I'm
in
holding a
Silver Eyes,
cat
he knows
now.
it's possible, as
Perfect.
he's not shocked at
A
all
weird
when the
little
animatronics
baby.
come to life at night.
I'm showing her
Quote,
map.
"They're home with me." Dave's voice was
Hello,
coarse, and the large
stupid.
mascot head
You're traumatizing
slid forward
it.
as he spoke.
You're feeding it misinformation.
All they know is that you're here, trying
Yeah.
to take away
I was gonna
their
draw a
day.
lead bear with a shirt
You
that
are
said "I love
intruders."
misinformation" on it, but I
As
thought that'd be
evidenced by
too
the
mean.
animatronics crawling throughout
That would be
Sister
funny.
Location, He succeeds in his
Kat is
goal,
growing
but
up
in
on the
doing
worst
so,
of
he
FNAF.
pays the
She's growing
ultimate
up on
price,
Mad Pat
losing the
placeholder.
second of his children, his daughter, when she ignores his warning.
That's
Well-
not.
That's not
Well,
your
I think-
daughter.
Whose soul goes on to
Well, I
possess
think that
baby
the cat
boys.
should grow up on
Blue
everything
in the
FNAF.
minigame, to green.
Yes.
She also grows
All
up
the
on
other
everything.
On
times
FNAF
that have
Funnies.
ever yet to
She's
see.
actually the reason
Now
why
flash
Juniper
forward to the
died.
beginning of Sister Location, a place where,
Good
as we
riddance.
told in the
Juniper
trailer,
and ate 'em.
memories sleep,
Good riddance.
anger is restless,
No.
and secrets don't keep.
I
The
needed less
children's
competition.
spirits are mad and
Now
eager
I
to
will
get out,
proceed to
but
sit and
how
do
does a
nothing with my
ragtag group
account.
of sentient robots escape? Even if they made it to the surface, giant endoskeletons roaming around would be like the coming of
I
Terminator
like
2,
that my whole
and,
gimmick was to
humans
look at
don't
people's
take
accounts and
kindly to
post
that
funny
sort of
things,
thing.
but
And so they've
when
been
actually
forced to
looking at
conquer
FNAF,
nuclear
Twitter makes me
plants
sad
to
now.
escape. Put together their individual abilities
hate it.
after
You need to look at my.
programmed, like
Oh damn it!
Freddy's
You need to look
voice
at my
mimics
account and
Laura's
post crap.
misdirection
So look at
tactics
that
to create a
account.
new
Yeah.
entity, the collective
I don't want to.
consciousness known as Ennard, a tangle
Ennard.
of wires and eyeballs that serves
Ennard.
as their
Mimic.
final hope. And you know it's all the animatronics
Oh my
together
God,
because
you
it
guys, it's
refers
FNAF
to
Funnies.
itself as
It's
Guys,
us.
FNAF Funnies.
We've grown.
As the teaser said, there
We
was
grew
a part of
That's
him
us
in
when we have
every
1
body.
million
After
followers
all,
on
throughout the
Twitter.
5 nights Ennard uses
Oh,
his
yeah,
various
I-
skills and pretends
I need to
in
remind
order
myself
to
I was
gain
gonna
their
redraw
trust,
that
using the voice mimic to
stupid
sound like
catnap
baby,
plushie, the
being
YouTube's one. I was
sympathetic,
gonna
adopting the
redraw.
voice
What is
of
that
the
image?
little girl.
What is that image? I'm sorry. What was that image? Go back. Go back. Go back.
Voice mimic
What is that image?
Sweetheart. Sunshine.
Post that to
Sweet little
post that to
sunshine smiley
funnies.
pants.
What is that? She looks like
I'm
an
on it.
apple. She looks like an apple.
I'm posting that to Funnies.
I got it.
Oh my god.
I'm doing it.
What is this?
I'm doing it, Leadbear.
It's already done.
Oh my god. This
Damn it.
is awful. It's like a mix of like the trailer and then like of this is like that
don't even
first
know what
G
that
mod.
is.
This is like the first G mod thing, and then just
Yeah, but look at the arms. They're like drawn on with MS Paint.
And then-
MS
And then
Paint pencil tool.
her sleeves are different too.
this is like a mishmash of 3.5 different things.
I hate it so much.
Oh my
It's so
lord.
bad.
Sweet,
You had
sweet
renders.
girl.
You have renders
Oh
from
my
the
god.
game.
She didn't deserve this.
I feel like if you just straight up stole something and put it there, it'd be
to sound like babies, be sympathetic, adopting the voice of the little green-eyed girl to make us
Anyway, what I
compelled
was
to
gonna
move
say
forward
before
and
that
save
was
her,
that
but it's
I was
all
gonna
a
redraw
trick.
that one
By night
catnap
5,
Mewtwo's
they've
plushie
cleared
as
out all the evidence, killing
Funny's
the
Ennard.
You
technicians,
should.
I think it'd
no
be
one
really,
can
really
see
funny,
the
and that should be the
haunted
profile
animatronics.
picture now.
But note that those guys haven't been
You need to
spooked.
draw
They
Baldi
do that
for
after.
April Fools.
Specifically for you, the purple guy. The reason they're stuck there.
I don't
in
know
the
what you're
first
talking
place
about. Thought there's
is an
nothing
baby's
happening on
voice
April
that
1st.
goes
Right,
into the
shit.
scooping room, remove your skeleton, and inhabit your body. And as we see in the final scene, their escape is successful. The purple guy.
The purple
serial
guy.
Killer father trying to put his son back together is killed by the exact
is very
monsters he first created. But not
But
in
I
an
mean,
unhappy way.
okay.
He
To be
achieved
fair,
what he
to be
wanted,
completely
being
fair to
reunited
Matt
with his
Pat, we
children
did
at
not
age
know the
411 of
idea.
Silver
We
Eyes.
did not
Quote,
know
"The voice of
that
the
Michael
radical
Afton
smooth,
existed until the
rich,
custom
almost
night
musical."
update. So
Dave cocked his head to the side
True.
so that only one
Yeah.
of his
He was just
bulbous
working
eyes
with what he
could hit
had.
the sockets. We both
But he
watched
completely
Love
glossed over the
said in
mic
those
sticker.
melodious tones. Your father love.
I mean, I think a
Now
lot of
I
people glossed over the mic sticker.
It's literally Mike.
But
We
hey,
only know
that's
one Mike.
Just a theory. A
I know
game
it's on there,
theory.
but like it's never really addressed.
Welcome back.
What is
One
this?
of the options.
Like that is like the one. Oh my god, so retro. This is
So
so
retro.
retro.
I like how
Oh.
Baby's in a completely different style because it's like the little minigame baby.
Oh. All right. Next one. Oh, this is the the twisted ones.
Okay. God damn it.
I'm gonna retro.
Ah.
Would you consider Leadbear to be so retro?
Yeah.
Modernized retro.
No way.
He is
A horde of the
Springtrap.
balloon boys emerged from the cave.
I am Springtrap. I am Springtrap. I am Springtrap.
I am Springtrap.
I think that's the second time I've referenced that on stream.
You and me both, sister.
I think I did it on the Jackbox stream too.
Can I find you up top because you're a fictional character? Hello,
We should do that again
Internet.
sometime.
Welcome to
We
Game
should.
Theory,
Yeah.
I
where-
have a version of Jackbox. I need to show you guys.
Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Oh, thank God, it's over.
Looks like I had more staying power than you, Scotty C. Let's be honest.
I like
though,
how he was
it's
happy
more
about that.
delayed than canceled, really. And there's still the movie, the merch,
The movie!
book
I thi-
just released. A
I
third
think
movie
Scott,
soon,
like,
a fourth
that was
one
when
on the
Scott
way,
posted
just
that
like the
fake
animatronics,
Steam
the
thing where he was like,
What?
Oh,
forms with the-
What was that picture?
So just like the
What is this?
I think I've seen that image
Levi.
before. I think it was like FNAF characters react to
Oh
something
my
on like it was
yes!
like a YouTube video. Or
I know what
something.
you're talking about. Oh.
Nightmare Chica.
I still like those old. I think Emil Mako made some of those FNAF 4 SFM models. I still
Yeah.
think they look alright.
Nightmare Chica, not so fun time
Nightmare
franchise.
Chica.
Speaking of ridiculous names for the same old cast of animals, let's talk about the latest addition to the roster, the Twisted.
The Twisted.
Animatronics. Stars of the new FNAF book that came out at the end of June. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This book was definitely a step up from the first. It had 200 less
Someone
pages.
posted in chat S goes boom moment and referring to the SFM stuff. Can I tell a bit of a story here?
Yeah.
Okay, so back when I was still I think I was FNAF character of the day for a minute.
Yeah.
I posted a thing about FNAF World Mobile and how the dialogue was different because I thought it was funny, and someone pointed out in the comment that I had gotten like the screenshots from an Eth Goes Boom video, but that's only because like that's one of the only places that it's like archived and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said like, yeah, I had to watch it and I just kind of screenshotted them and deleted it from my watch history because like I don't want to be caught watching that shit. He went on a whole Twitter rant about me and everything about that. I think he deleted them. I need to go find them, and he had some of his followers attacking me, and it was so fucking funny. This was back in 2021. I need to go find those screenshots right now, but it was so funny. And he was like saying, this guy with 4,000 Twitter followers is being mean to me. It was ridiculously funny. It's
crazy.
incredible.
Still had a
Oh.
robotics
What?
major going
I'm gonna
to
go
the
look for
scene
that
of
now.
a murder and then touching the victim,
fuck
getting
is
blood
this?
on her hands, and no one on the police force even batting an eye over the blatant crime scene
Oh.
tampering that was happening. Then there's the fact that in the book, multiple balloon boys, including BB, JJ, and whatever other ridiculous combination of letters you can come up with, are canon too. But you know what? I still gotta appreciate lines like page 183. You never know when a corpse may wander out of the shadows wearing a rabbit suit. Even the books have become self-aware of their own absurdity at this point. Now, at this point, Scott has made it clear that the books and the games
The
are separate
books.
canons. And while that may be true, both are still shambling their way out of Scott's mind grade. We
I like
all know
Corey's
that Scott
hand
leaves
still on
plenty of
Scott.
holes in his stories, details or events that are left purposefully vague so that we can theorize to fill in those gaps. But what's interesting is that he leaves different holes in each series. And by looking at the two series in tandem, those holes start to fill themselves in with events from the sister series. The sister location.
The sister
No,
location?
no. Anyway, reading Twisted Ones was like reading the crib notes for Sister Location, because a lot, and I mean a lot of that game's weirdness became more and more clear as I turned more and more pages. So FNAF 6 may be dead, but we're gonna go back to beat the dead horse animatronic that is Sister Location.
It's totally
You know,
bad.
name it
We're not gonna be
Horsey,
introduced
Horsey,
to
the
some of the
dead
coolest
horse
characters
animatronic, and
ever.
just beat it every time we do an episode about one of these games. Great. Dead horse
Okay, I
animatronic
found them.
Horsey
I found them.
time because thanks
You
to
did?
Twisted Ones,
I'm posting them in the
all
Dags
information
Fan
we
Club
need to
channel.
help that game
I forgot that we
Dags-
called it that.
Dags
Yeah,
Fan
they
Club.
are deleted. They are deleted.
Related
So,
to
but
Sister
thankfully I sent them
Well, it's easy. The answer's in the
to a
title,
friend.
the Twisted One.
When it
So the
happened,
recurring
but yeah.
threat in the book are these
Oh
so-called twisted
He's
animatronics.
my
gonna use
God.
my
Even though we're supposed to
content.
think that this is a new breed
You played the mobile version of FNaF World. You really think it's your content?
Check out this description and let me know if it
Better
sounds
back
familiar.
off.
Page 90. The creature
Angry
had no
werewolf
fur
gif.
and its face
The
was
fucking
smooth
pit crew
and
icon is
short.
sending me.
Over years,
Pit crew
the
icon. I was just
size
gonna
of its
comment on
head,
that.
It had the general appearance of an animal's head, though
And then
much
this
larger
happened,
than
too.
the animatronic animals from Freddy's. Running down the center of its face.
He had like,
long
you know, when you
streaks
turn your
of
profile
exposing
picture
horns
black and,
a line
you know, you
metal
pretend to be
frame, a
sad.
thick
He did that
plastic
because of me.
material that kept its face enlarged.
That's beautiful.
So twisted animatronics have a
Oh
plastic
my
God.
covering and a face
I think this guy
that
had
splits
like
open. It
100,
certainly
over
sounds like
100,000
this
subscribers, and he's getting offended by
But it
this
doesn't
dude
stop
with only
there.
4,000
These
Twitter
guys were built
followers.
to be big because their mission
That's
is to capture
absolutely funny.
like Pokeballs.
I think that was my biggest moment, even though I've had bigger moments, but this was like, I don't know, it just stands out to me more.
Just making fun of F Goes Boom.
Yeah.
Moving slowly upward as she fought not to scream or fight.
I'm
His
just
cheeks and
sleepy.
chin dislocating further.
Was it
no
Death
longer
King? No,
resembled
no
a
chat
living
member.
thing.
It
Before
was
she could struggle
F
further,
Goes
her
Boom.
arms were pinned to her
Though I
side,
did clown on Death
trapped
King a lot.
inside the thing. Only
Everyone
her
did.
I
head
think we all did.
remained free.
Rightfully.
She gasped
It was
for her
funny.
last breath.
Even King
Now
Carter.
nobody talks about him. It's funny.
Yeah, all he does is VHS reaction.
A few pages later, she was
This is what
inside a
FNaF should be.
cavity made for a human being, but the suit was
This is
autonomy. In case you've forgotten, this is exactly
This is Five
what
Nights
we
at
see
Freddy's.
This is what the movie could have been like.
Blueprints, oversized robots with special containment features to
Blumdowns.
trap small children. Even the description.
This is what we could have had! This is what we could have had! But Blumdowns, being the woke pieces of shit that they are! I hate my son! I hate my son!
Rotten boy!
Rotten boy!
I like how that Pat's just talking.
He's been talking in the background.
So why does any of this?
Yeah,
And the twisted ones as a whole book
Rotten
matter
boy!
Rotten
I hate
boy!
my rotten son!
I hate my son!
I hate Five Nights at Freddy's! And I hate my son!
Those
I
are the
hate my
design
son.
choices we were curious about.
I need to get a drink of water. I think I fucked up my throat by doing that.
I need food
Silver
soon.
Eyes. By the
Me
end of the
too.
book, we learned that William is Purple Guy.
How long have you guys been going, by the way?
3 hours?
How many videos are you in?
12 out of 61.
Oh. This might have to be like a 6-parter or something.
I'm aiming for 3 parts.
The business guy who doesn't create robots but does kill children, and
3, 4 parts. That's what I'm aiming for.
Who the fuck?
Fan render.
Now, in my
Oh my god.
decoded video, I drew
Ah!
parallels between Henry and a
I just
mysterious
glanced up
figure
in
that we
immediately
saw
now.
during a secret cutscene of FNaF World, both of whom create animatronics and commit
No,
suicide.
one of
Long
my
story
friends
short, in the
DM'd
game,
me.
he ends
He's
up
watching the
unlocking
stream.
the creation
Yay!
of robots
No!
he's ashamed
Fan
of.
renders!
Why Henry kills himself is still
No!
part of the mystery. Now, if you want more information about the parallels between these two characters, click the eye icon. in
Feels
the
like the
right
conversations that
screen
the
because I
kids
will
have in the
link
back
it
of the
up
class
there.
while the
But
teacher
after
talks.
the video,
Yeah,
it
I agree.
seemed
That's
like a
pretty much
lot.
what this
We
is.
finally had some
Oh,
solid
Ledbear,
pieces of
Technical FNAF was in the chat earlier.
clues were coming
Oh, really?
from
Yeah, they were here for like
opening cinematic
like the first theory and a half or something.
Afton acknowledged that he was the one who created the new robots, and everyone,
And then they also
myself,
followed
was like,
me
"Well,
and
that
Funnies.
Gary Afton was supposed to be the business
Awesome.
guy, not the creator. So if he's the one who builds animatronics in the game, then Henry must not exist. In
Okay,
this
I
universe.
just okay.
God,
One of
it's
my
wool
friends
over my
DM'd me
eyes,
randomly
or at
after I
least
said I
retcon
was
his story to keep
hungry,
me off the
and
set
he just
once
said
again.
I also
Except
need
not. The
food, and
theory
that
was right
scared
the
the
first
shit out of me.
time. The Twisted Ones
How
book
hungry are you?
confirms that both
I'm pretty
Henry
hungry.
and William
You
have
could.
so hungry.
Are you so hungry that you could eat a horse?
I could eat a horse.
I could eat a horse.
What?
Go back and look at those models.
Oh my lord! What? Who is this? What?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Good image. That's a really good image.
That location. I'm
Can
posting that.
pose Funnies, please?
Yeah, you can do that one.
Oh my god!
Yay!
Look at this.
Valora looks so scuffed.
Who is this? I have no idea who this is supposed to. Wait, is this supposed to be Charlie?
Why does he look like that?
Is this Isn't this the guy that played Luigi? Isn't
Charlie
his
Day?
name? Is this Charlie Day?
Oh, I guess that is why
Charlie
he's. Okay, I like that actually. That's really funny.
That's so fucking funny. The fucking quality of this is abysmal.
Animatronics. Whoa, the hardware, the choice, it's older
I'm still
technology.
scared
Maybe
shitless
he
from
made
whenever
it
my
earlier?
friend jump
I don't
scared
know.
me.
I recognize some of this as my dad's work, but then
And he's
a lot
still
of it
using these
warranted.
renders.
Someone else might have had a hand in it. I'm not sure if my dad made it or not, but I have a feeling he's the one who buried it. Oh yeah, by the way, in the book, the twisted animatronics bury themselves during the day and come out as animatronic zombies.
They burrow underground.
Also, Valora's hands are cropped off.
Continually hinted at throughout the book that these animatronics weren't built by Henry. My father wouldn't have used this. He always put stops so that the joints couldn't do things humans can't do. Then again, on page
I guess this would be before FNAF fans got extremely good at being
Yeah.
scarily accurate to Scott's models.
Yeah. It was more easy to like say, oh, that's fan art. I shouldn't use that. Although I'm still gonna use it because I feel like it.
Maybe Purple Guy Springtrap Afton confirms it on page 186.
Did you think my
Springtrap
robots
Afton.
would be as poorly designed as your father's?
So there you go. The original theory still stands. Henry and William can both be active players in the game universe because both build animatronics.
Yeah. Fan renders! Look at that body! No! Oh, hold on.
Look how blurry that William is.
Hold on. Look at that. Look at that jaw.
I think a lot of people thought that Bonnie hand puppet just looked like the Bonnie from FNAF World.
Oh my god, that's such a fucking terrible jawline.
And if you need even more
That
evidence,
he started kneeling.
at the end of FNAF World, and then he kills himself, ashamed of his creation. At the beginning
Please
of
stop
this location,
talking
we see that
at
Afton
once.
is still alive. He's claiming creation rights,
I
and he's
love
obviously proud of his new robots. In the game, his son Michael Afton says that he's gonna come find his father.
Father, it's me, Michael.
Yeah!
Find you.
Thus, William is still alive, Henry is dead, but both must be
No, Henry's alive!
And that's an important detail to solidify because the book also confirms something that FNAF theorists had been speculating about since the release.
Sorry, I heard Michael Afton's
What?
What was that?
I can't even.
I love that. That's so good.
He looks like he's part of a coat hanger.
Details from that game was hidden in Funtime Freddy's roof, where a map of FNAF 4's house was above and directly connected to the map of the location facility. It was also something
Another fan render.
Oh my god, I have a future drinking stream.
What? Every time watch Matt Pat videos, it's every time you see a fan render drink?
Yes, every...
We're not doing okay, you would have to like put that in there because we're not doing this again.
I'll do. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in for myself. Hold on, that'll be a personal. All right.
You're gonna have all these fucking Matt videos.
Okay, well you probably should do it like for like at least the first 20 because I think he got better after that. But it was really bad at the beginning.
Oh my god.
That's a fan cover of a book. Go back, that was a fan cover of a book.
It is, yeah.
Confirms whose house it's built under.
Oh my god.
In the novel, we see the capture the main character Charlie. Again,
how long do we plan on going for?
Fan render.
I say remix because, like a lot of
What is it? What is it?
Wait, what is that? Wait. Chat, zoom in. Zoom in.
This is the most fan. What? What? That's SpongeBob.
Horrifying.
That looks like a Pokemon. No, I don't even know what that is. And that's just a guy. Like a guy over. And I got more fan renders. This is the most.
He didn't use the fan render though.
This is the most fan render heavy episode ever.
Got the carousel and balloon boys from the FNAF 2 location.
We need a counter.
There's a cave and a waterfall for some reason. Because why not? FNAF 7, Under the Sea. Earlier in the book, Charlie and her boyfriend John.
You know what? Wait, no, I would say that's not too out of the question, but
it's
also,
under.
Wasn't there one with a mermaid animatronic, and a shark animatronic? So
It is tragic.
I haven't read the books. I'm only basing this on what the covers.
You haven't read the trilogy?
I read the trilogy. I'm talking about the other ones.
Oh.
Frights.
Yeah, no, I read them all.
I have the first Frights one. I read it, I didn't like it, and I just swore off the rest of them.
Yeah, in the mermaid one, the kid like almost drowns because he's working at like the Faz water park or some shit. Or no, it was like a. It was like
It was
some.
a water park that used to be Fazbear branded.
I love
Yeah.
that when they need a location like that, they just like slap the word Faz in front of it. Because I remember the synopsis for another one being like the Fazplex or the Faz Towers or something like that. For
Yeah,
like
but-
a hotel or something.
But those are canon.
Okay, now hit the second Faz Tower.
I will.
Do
I
it.
like how the stream started with 9/11 jokes,
Oh my god, if we circle back.
and now it's coming back.
Oh my
You're,
god.
you're welcome.
Oh.
And just like we see the underground bunker underneath the everyday home in sister location. And I'm just getting started. Because while all
Oh
this
no,
information
he's
is
just getting started. Fan render.
sister location so tiny and so minute that we all overlooked it in our excitement.
Minuet. What is this?
And yet, much like that infamous chica beat
That's-
from FNaF
This
2
is
and
the
4,
fan
this
game.
little detail is so monumentally earth-shattering.
Look at
to
that
the
spring Bonnie in the
franchise
back.
As we know it,
Oh
that
my
I can't
god.
not talk about it here. On Sister Locations Night 3, Michael Afton's big task is to remove a
Mobile
power
port.
module from Funtime
Fan
Play.
render
After
back.
following the
Is
narrative
that even the
instructions
mobile
of
port? It
which
looks
button to
really
press and
scuffed.
what
Why
order
the
to
fuck-
press 'em in,
Mobile.
Freddy's chest pops open and the power module reveals itself. And it's this little blinking
Oh, no.
black dot, oddly
It's like when Scott the Waz used the
anything
mobile
else
port
in the
version of
animatronic,
FNAF
and
1
in a
on
pretty
the
unusual
on his
place.
video.
Did he?
Kinda stuck on.
Yeah.
Slightly off to the
Oh
side.
my
He did
god.
that.
Thinking at the
He did
time
that
this
in like a
was not a
really
design choice for something that
poorly
was
edited
supposedly
version
powering
of a
the full
FNAF 3
animatronic,
thumbnail or
but
something like
how would
that.
I know?
Oh,
No
that's
one.
so
I mean,
bad.
No one called this thing out, considering Night 3 in general was just kind of forgettable.
Oh,
yeah, it is
Misery
mobile.
That was the spring lock challenge on Night 4, and the fascinating map Easter
Then
eggs
uses
hidden
PC
on Night
footage.
2. But of course, this is FNAF, and no detail is too small.
Game is so
in this
inconsistent.
series, and
I know.
Twisted Ones blew the lid off this disc's true purpose. Its little mystery being so important that it's the reason they're called the Twisted Ones in the first place. Stick with me now, because I'm not making any of this up. That little device from Sister Location is actually a mind-controlled disc. Pause for all this stuff.
I hate these things. These things suck. These
do.
things made theorizing horrible.
Anytime the Twisted Animatronics show
My
up,
brother
people
always
start to
brings
feel
them up.
weird.
Another fan render!
Page 91 and 92. As her hand touched the
It's the
creature,
same
a wave
fan
of nausea
render.
hit her.
No, there's a Freddy in the background.
Something else about it
Oh
had
my God.
transformed at the same time. Its artificial skin took on a luminescence, and its movements were fluid and sure. Its casing
He turns black when he's twisted.
so they were blurry, flickering like a trick of the
Is that what I'm bidding up from that, Matt? Look at that. You see that?
Boy Toy John discover a weird object embedded in the machine. Quote, it was a flat disc, about the size of a $50 coin. She held it up to her ear. Wow, that's really high-pitched. I can barely hear it. The sound is why you feel sick. It emits some kind of signal. It changes what those things look like. It changes our perception of
Ugh.
what they look like. Charlie corrected.
I really wish that these concepts were brought over to the main series, because I like these in the book. I think they were fine in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I really like the Twisted Ones. It's my favorite of the 3.
Yeah.
I haven't read them enough to have a favorite, though I do remember the last one had a lot of parts that made me really uncomfortable.
Well, the last one made me feel dead inside after. I didn't like how it ended.
Yay, it's
I don't remember how
over.
it
No.
Yay!
Pink eye. Whoa! Hold on. Roll those credits again. Sans is nuts!
Will? Oh
Pink
my
Eye is
god.
non-existent.
Wait.
Samuel L.
Sa-
Jackson.
who's G. Afton?
Gregory.
Did he use Garrett?
Lieutenant!
Did you mean Garrett? Garrett Afton?
Charlie is Charles Bidet. Freddy's Bruce Willis. What is this? This is.
Now, for as ridiculous
Oh.
as all this emits sounds that get your brain to change the way it perceives the world around you sounds, it's actually kind of
Oh
based
my
on
God.
scientific fact. The brain is constantly having to process
Charlie
tons of
Day.
information, so it is always looking for shortcuts. For instance, if I show you this text, you're
Stock
probably going to be
music.
able to read it really quickly.
I couldn't
right?
believe that.
Because the
I could oddly understand what I was reading using the
Incredible power of the human mind.
according to research at Cambridge University, it doesn't matter in what order the letters are in a word are. The only important thing is that the first letter is that
be in the right place. The rest can.
the glitch trap virus.
Research on how the brain fills in visual gaps that it experiences. So the idea that a disc is shooting out
Oh my
sounds
God.
that distract you and thus cause your perception of reality to change to stuff
Getting
that you're
pushed
actually
into
more
the TV
familiar with
world, oh
isn't
no.
as far-fetched as it might seem. At least not as far-fetched as robots.
What is Gmod?
Getting into an all-out rumble
Withered
against
Bonnie.
other animatronics
What is
before
this?
unsuspecting victims, which is literally
What?
a thing that happens in the climax.
Why is that?
happening?
Is that the the Jabba Jabba in Ocarina of Time?
None other than dear old dad, William Afton, age 99.
Oh my god! Actual jump scare.
That frightened me.
Ah! Before she was hired as an actual artist too. So what the fuck, Matt?
I don't like that.
That is. Oh my god, that is.
Oh, okay. He does credit her.
Why? Why would you? Oh my god! Why would you credit that? Why would you
Of
credit
all
this?
people to credit.
Of all credit to. This is terrible.
Like,
There was right
oh my
along
god,
one edge.
Jesus.
She had to bring the piece of plastic closer to her face to make the letters out. They
This
were
is
tiny,
so
written in an
awful.
old-fashioned flowing script. They read Afton Robotics, LLC. Charlie dropped the disc immediately. Afton? William Afton. That's my father's old partner. That's Dave's real name.
Have both?
Yeah,
of
Charlie,
the-
he did a bit of trolling.
Have both of the artists been fired?
I guess he did a bit more than that. So
I
why
think
and
Pinky
how
Pills
does
is
this
still
matter in
on.
context
What the
of the game?
fuck?
Ew.
I actually think it has the potential to
Who's the worst of the two? Who's the worst of the two?
It's Lady Fizzy, no question.
Okay. Pinky is
They're
just
both, they're both bad, but
weird.
but Lady Fizzy
She's
is
the
the
lesser of
worst.
two evils.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
it's
something we
like
definitely see at play
it's
in
like comparing poop to
Case.
shit. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Animatronic
Crash versus
blueprints that we
garbage.
discovered. Weird technology put in place to
Oh.
lure and trap kids. Now, this is speculation.
I really want to do all this again just for counting fan renders. That just sounds so fun.
Key locations from FNAF 4. On the map, they were labeled as observation rooms. Could that be what Will was observing? Mind-twisting discs on children. Could FNAF 4 not have been a dream, a nightmare, a hospital hallucination, whatever, but rather the twisted dreams generated by these distraction discs?
No.
But even beyond that, I think these discs explain a
The
lot
gas!
of the activity of
They're
all
overtaking the
my
pizzeria.
the Phantom animatronics from FNAF.
This is a
3.
virus.
Remember way back to FNAF 3 when
No, this is my sea bodies. I love this actually. I would prefer if the illusion disc just took over everything.
Yes. Oh my body! I'm filled with discs. I'm filled with mind
It's funnier
discs.
sounding than sea bonnies.
Sea Bonnies, I love.
I'm filled with landmines.
Sea Bonnies is a boss fight in FNAF.
And notice that the ventilation in the game would only tend to drop after
In Freddy in Space 3.
not before. It's as though these hallucinations aren't
Yeah.
coming from a lack of
I choose not to think about that game.
I screamed so many times while
And that's
streaming
like
that.
View Island.
specifically designed to manipulate your mind and bring forward all the horrific memories that you have.
I was freaked the fuck out because that day.
Whether you think
Uh,
Okay, the day that came out, like my buddy was like online. And
Too
then
shaky!
Right whenever my buddy came back, Freddy in Space dropped or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Contact with a giant golden bunny definitely makes
And I
a
was
whole
freaked
lot
out.
of sense. Could they also be the
Oh.
explanation for the other random Easter eggs we've seen throughout the series? The
Hi, baby.
Wall-Bit mask and the Mini Rena's random appearances in the control room of Sister Location. The Phantom Freddy and Phantom Bonnie from FNAF 2. I mean the FNAF 2 location
The what? The Phantom.
Wait, what? Go back.
He said the Phantom Freddy, and while showing a picture of Shadow Freddy.
Yeah.
sorts in the
Yeah,
book.
mix up
That's understandable.
Maybe even the hallucinations
To be fair,
of
there's a
It's
lot
Me
of different
way back
characters
in
and
FNAF
variations
1,
of
the
characters.
ramifications
Yeah,
of discs
I'll
There's
let
like
that
over
slide.
20 Freddys.
everything, and we physically see them present in Sister
Oh.
Location. So even Even if Scott is tired of the franchise, that doesn't mean it has to end without the answers that we've
Oh
all
my
been
god.
Yeah, he's credited.
I'm here for you to try and put together this
But that's not.
puzzle as a community.
It's the one. Yes.
I want that as a puzzle set, but so bad. I need that as a puzzle set.
Official game theory merch.
Oh.
And I haven't even gotten to
I
how I
need
think
that
the main
puzzle set
character
of
of the book
that
series is
fucking
probably a
fan
robot.
renders.
But
So
again,
bad.
those are all theories for other days.
Oh my god, was that the first time he's ever said like a person was a robot?
In the meantime,
Charlie
remember
Day is a
that's
robot.
much.
What was that?
Take my advice. Again,
Hold on.
those are all theories for other days. In the meantime, remember that's just
Oh, Baby Driver.
All right, what's next? Uh-oh, the final theory.
Okay, guys, we think we might be at the end here.
Yep, well,
This is
these
the
are the
final
last
theory.
theories.
Guys,
Ignore the rest of the playlist.
Bendy!
Boy. Bendy. Bendy was.
Bendy!
You know, it really is uncanny how these two games overlap.
Oh my god.
Hello, Internet.
I forgot, this is when Bendy started coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
200th episode of Game Theory.
Game Theory.
Technically, it's the 201st
Oh.
half episode because we had a mini theory way back on the channel a long time ago that's now privated because of reasons. And then technically, the episode last week was the 200th episode, but I thought this felt more appropriate because it's solving FNaF with one final mega theory. So the 200th
No, it's
episode
not.
of Game
Game Theory.
Pink Guy Truthers Club.
No.
For those of you who don't know, one of the
He's
longest
purple,
held debates in
dumbass.
FNaF Theorydom is whether this murderer watching children die is the same as this murderer
Yes.
watching children die. Because of their
It's all
different
the
colors,
same
they
guy.
became dubbed Purple Guy and Pink
No!
Guy. The two most threatening
Like
colors.
Phil, like the guy, like
Slaughter the rainbow.
What is
Anyways, since
happening?
FNaF 2, I have been opposed to this theory, and I can now confirm
I
it
feel really
is
overstimulated.
dead. Like a child wanting a mediocre.
What is this?
What is that?
Which is dead. One look at Scott's new strategy guide for this.
I
Oh
feel
Freddy
so
Files.
This is like a
overstimulated.
Page 48 when describing
stimuli
the
overload.
Go minigame from FNaF 2.
Average
Quote,
game
"Purple
theory
guy
video
is
moment."
This is why I can't watch Matt Pat.
There it is, clear as crystal.
They're good if you don't pay
Purple guy
attention to
in
the video
corner.
itself,
Now
like if you
comes
just
the
have the
super awkward
audio.
question that I never
I think
thought I'd
it's
have to
fine.
It'll slowly
Which
indoctrinate
guy?
you.
'Cause there's two now, and if
There's
you
like
didn't know
500
that,
different things
FNaF
happening in the
is
videos
gonna be
themselves.
an interesting episode. FNaF as a franchise has always been defined by questions. What was the missing children's incident? Who is Purple Guy? What's the deal with Balloon Boy? Seriously, what is the deal with Balloon Boy?
I don't know.
Oh my god, guys, if you look inside the mouth of Balloon Boy, it looks like there's a pair of eyes on the inside. Oh my goodness.
Phantom Freddy and
Render!
Freddy, let alone a golden Freddy
Oh,
versus
okay.
a golden Fred Bear. We had Fazbear Frights, Fazbear Pizzas, Fazbear Entertainment.
Is that
Fazbear
is that the
Doctors,
Pokemon
Fazbear Friends, children, crying children, and fights from pretty much every decade. Then came
Whatever.
Sister Location, where between the butter and bongos, theorists, myself included, struggled to try and fit together a story told by animatronics that lie, hand units that lie, animatronics that fuse with other animatronics, and animatronics
Oh my
that fuse
god.
together with you and become purple and immortal. Needless to
Oh
say,
my god.
it was a lot. For me, what had become the biggest part of FNaF wasn't the jump scares, it was the lore. So you can understand why when Pebbles came out and offered what seemed to be simpler solutions, I hopped aboard. I started looking for more streamlined solutions within their pages, hunting for clues to the games in a place where they didn't exist, but kind of looked like they exist and probably should have existed, but didn't exist. And the only thing I accomplished in the process was making things more complicated. So in all the time that FNaF 6 has been percolating in the back of Scott's mind brain, I've thrown out everything that I thought I knew about this series, and I've gone back to doing what I do best. Darn it. Basic counting.
Oh my-
One Freddy button.
oh my goodness.
2 Freddy buttons. 1 Foxy Toe. 2 Foxy Toes. Only this time, I was aided by knowledge of where the series was headed, as well as Scott's latest release of
Oh.
Freddy Files. It's a
Uh-oh.
book that many others
The
dismiss
beginning
as
of
a
misinformation.
updated strategy guide to
I have the
games. To me,
updated
it
version
was
of the
invaluable
Freddy
and
Files,
built
and
I have
anytime
all
I look
3
at it, I
versions.
get a
details
piercing
that
stare in my
himself
eyes.
I have all
The
3
only
versions
good-
of that book.
And this entire process of
The
starting
only
I have,
good
like,
version
so
of the
many
Freddy
things
Files was
I'd
the
never
first
made
one.
before.
I have like 2 versions of
The
it.
the good one was the one that had less amount of misinformation.
A series of events that explain key breadcrumbs that Scott has
I have a
left for us
clown
along
that
the
looks
way.
at me.
And the more I
That's
looked,
what I have.
the more it all started to make sense. And that's
It's
the plan for this
okay.
video.
These are still
We're gonna
infinitely
use
better than the
alert
security
this
breach
video to
guidebooks.
create a
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Because I literally have that with Ruin. You've seen it, right, Ledbear?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like how the ultimate guide has fucking Crossbear on it.
It was supposed to have Springtrap or Bonnie.
My bookshelf is really fucked up because I have a manga I've turned backwards, so I can't see the title of it because it makes me upset.
Oh, I remember, Roxy. It was a render of Bonnie from FNAF AR specifically. I don't know why they chose that one for the book, but they changed it to Frostbear.
Yeah, there's also a Springtrap from
makes
AR.
even less sense.
They're also going to choose a Springtrap AR render too.
That would have fit infinitely better.
It would've.
Still AR, but that fits better.
Better than fucking Frostbear.
Fuck Crossbear. I'm homies hate Crossbear. Get a flamethrower on him.
Oh my god, it's the Aftons.
This is FNAF.
of the Fazbear timeline are actually buried in the fates of
You don't know
each one of
shit
the
about the mother, and I love that.
Yep.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
The one who starts
The
this
father.
whole timeline with a story that's all too
A
familiar.
father?
The father. He's the mother.
Oh, the father.
Bear-themed pizza restaurants. It starts back in the 70s.
Kills a kid, doesn't elaborate, drives off.
Afro there, Scott. FNAF flashes us back to these origins.
Drives.
Purple Guy's first victim at Fredbear's Family Diner before
Drives on the opposite side of the road.
5 victims of the Purple Guy in the
Freddy,
FNAF 2
no.
location, and potentially yet another 5 victims in the FNAF 1 location.
No!
And he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids. Literally, because his victims refused to stay dead. The soul of the first child enters the puppet, who then gives life to the other children by preserving their spirits in the bodies of the other Fazbear animatronics. Give gifts, give life. We've all known
I'll
this for years,
never
it's not even
understand.
confirmed it, but we had to start
I hope
somewhere.
that just gets cleared up one day.
Kids, but where the story
Yeah.
gets to
Because
next
I just need to know what victims there were, how many there were, where.
From sister location where we meet Afton,
Do you think
the
Scott
adorable
gives
grown-up
concise
daughter,
answers
who
to
No.
things? That's really
You don't
funny
even need to
think
finish that, and
that.
then no, it's a no.
That's so cute. You think that?
It's a no.
And he does what any good business owner ought to do: outsources it to the
Cloud
machine.
spec.
He designs a series of fun-time animatronics with features specifically made for luring and capturing kids. We can see it on their blueprints: parental tracking, grouping, deter and misdirect, parental voice sync, and once again, he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids. Or kid, in this case. His
Those
own daughter,
goddamn
in fact,
minors.
who is so excited by the circus baby
Minors
animatronic
DNI.
that she ignores
Damn
her
those
father's
minors.
warnings to stay away from it and
Fucking
falls victim
gingers.
to true FNAF fashion.
Yeah, that's why she deserves to die.
Your blood, die.
I say this while my mom is a ginger.
Wow!
Whoa.
Those are better looking at least.
Yeah.
Trailers say deep below ground where
That clown
memories
is so
sleep,
silly, I
just
love
waiting
her.
for the day
I
that
think
they
we only got
become
an
adults.
official Circus Babies Pizza World thing like last year because there
Yeah.
was a logo on a Hot Topic shirt, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I still want that shirt so bad.
Since this is a pretty extreme break from how most people understand the FNAF timeline, evidence the first, not only do we see the animatronics actively moving around their respective galleries, but their
How old
luring
do we
and
think
capturing
Elizabeth was
features were
whenever
built
she
with the
got fucking
specific
godded?
intention of
2.
them acting as free-roaming
That's
robots.
how a
Something that we
2-year-old
know was
dresses?
phased out in
Yes.
the aftermath of the bite of 87. We
That's how
also know
2-year-olds
that this
look?
incident happens before
Circus
Scary
Baby
Lots.
killed a Circus Baby
Like
killed an
2-year-old.
infant.
Father spotted. 7 o'clock. Go!
Probably like actually like I don't know 7, 8 something. I don't know.
I'd say at least 6.
So Circus Baby and her pizzeria were from a time before.
Yeah, that's a very.
Unfortunate incident at the sister location.
William walked
At
up to
most,
it.
at most, like
Which
preteen.
prompted all
Like at
spring lots
most.
to be banned, aka the bite of 83.
It's like
Bite of
that.
83.
More on that whole thing in a minute. But perhaps the biggest clues to the timeline placement of the baby
William
incident
tried to
come
deter
from
her away from
before,
Circus
but
Baby
most
by
of us
putting a
consider
sign
the
that just
first
said
game
minors
timeline.
DNI.
The child gets bitten at his birthday party while psychic friend Fredbear. He's here.
I can't
he's there,
read, so
he's
this sign doesn't
everywhere.
apply to
Who
me.
you gonna call? Psychic friend Fredbear. promises to put him back together. Throughout the game, the crying child,
I
Afton's
hope
youngest son, keeps
Fred,
hearing
I
the
hope
words,
it's like your friend
"Remember
Fred
what you saw."
gets fucking
Repeated
mauled
over
to
and
death.
over again. When the game first came out, the best I could do
By
was
a
speculate
dog,
about what
by
this was
Fetch.
referring to, but now I think we have our answer. This moment,
Annoying
his
bear.
sister getting scooped. The crying child saw this happen, thus
robot dog,
prompting his
go.
fear of
I'm losing
animatronics.
brain
And we
activity.
know he saw
I
it in
am
one
by watching
crucial
the.
design
That's what I told you,
that
Pin. You're gonna lose your mind by watching this.
nightmares of
I'm
nightmares
hungry.
materialize. The stomach mouth. It's a design detail
Why
that people
are-
overlooked, but
never
there
mind.
it is.
His
In the exact
fingers
same
look
way that
longer on
Baby
one hand.
rips in half to claw grip Afton's
I think
daughter.
it
It's how a
actually
child
has.
would perceive that incident. And that's not all. It also explains why the Afton home has an empty girl's room in it. Something that Scott clearly thought was important for us to see. So why is it empty? Because the sister is gone. She's dead. She's the victim of William's sloppy kidnapping.
She's gone. She's dead.
Get over it.
It was a predictive theory based on visual similarities that didn't pan out. In sister location, Scott very clearly showed us that Afton's daughter doesn't wear her hair in pigtails and has a different color of hair than the pigtail girl in FNAF 4. And we all know how picky Scott is about colors, at least at this point in the series. He learned his lesson after the whole pink guy thing.
That's not all.
What?
Ballora also gives us an interesting perspective as we move on to the next member of the Afton clan. Here's a big question that no one's thought to ask about this series yet. The mother, Mrs. Afton, where is she?
The
I mean,
mother?
don't get me wrong, adoption is a great thing, but something tells me that Slick Willie over here isn't the single.
Slick Willie, do not ever call him that again.
Oh, I was tweeting
What is that book?
Really? Me in the face while I was reading the Freddy files. On page 1,
So it's the cover of the Freddy files, but it has the back cover of the Silver Eye. Okay.
To Baby and Ballora. Quote, Funtime Freddy's audio seems pre-recorded and relates to kids and birthday parties, unlike Ballora and Circus Baby's audio, which is more complex. End quote. It's an interesting detail for Scott to specifically call out that I honestly never
Maybe
considered.
they're just
Ballora
real
is much more
chatterboxes.
aware of her surroundings,
Well, Funtime
responding
Freddy
in
certainly
real time
is.
to movement in her chamber and not seeming to rely on pre-recorded lines like the more rudimentary animatronics.
Oh my god, hey girl.
It seems like more than just a coincidence that the only other robot
That font's
possessing
too
this
scary
level
for
of
me.
speech ability is the one that we
That's
know
the
has
scariest
Afton's
font.
daughter
Get
inside
away
of her.
from
Now,
me.
we've all been quick to write
You're
off
not
Ballora
her.
as just this weird
You're not
kid
her.
34 bizarre new addition.
What?
Why?
What?
Why? Please tell me he doesn't credit her. Please tell me he doesn't credit her.
Pin, look.
Foxy drawing.
Pin, look away. Pin, look away.
I'm looking away.
There's no credits.
Thank
Why
God.
would you do this?
Eyes.
Thank God.
All right, it's gone.
My
It's
little
gone.
freaking eyes. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm a good little Christian girl. I can't be looking at that.
Oh, is this when he starts shoehorning Mrs. Afton into everything?
I think so.
Yeah.
That has to be Ballora. Why else would there be a woman in the establishment?
Character profile in Freddy files. The lyrics go,
Oh my God, that is absolutely vile.
Like, man.
Mrs. Afton still has zero lore relevance, right? Or is there-
Exactly.
What is
Okay,
this?
good. Nice for fan
Get
editing.
out of my face.
I feel myself going insane.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Get out of my face.
I love that I just joined and stream and the first literal thing I see is sexy art of Afton's wife. Good shit. Wow.
Thanks,
What?
Maurice Connor.
The fuck? That is bad shit.
reminding them of their loss.
IKEA bedroom.
Song is referencing the daughter's empty room that we just talked about from FNAF 4.
Oh my
And if that's
Oh my
the
God,
case,
I
does
need to
that
go see
make
if they have a
Ballora's true
blahage.
identity Mrs. Afton?
No!
Ballora is
Mrs.
motherly in a way that
Afton.
all the other animatronics
That is an
Fuck ass.
ugly
Yeah.
face.
her children, and she's a much older and more mature looking robot than anything we've seen throughout the
Tits
series.
out for
If this were
Ballora.
truly the case,
Oh
based
my
on the
God.
song, it sounds like after the daughter done got herself scooped, William retreated into his work and probably a fair bit of child murder, hiding in his private room to bury
Amori.
his grief. That's what Ballora's line hiding inside the walls is referencing. It would also explain
Waiting for
why
something to
William
happen?
abandoned his other two sons
No.
by the year 1983. The time we see FNAF 4 roll around, he's too grief-stricken, leaving
Oh
the
my
older
God.
brother to be the one to have to take care. Somewhere before 1983, his wife leaves him, or dies, or something. It's not
I wonder
really
if
that
MatPat
important,
ever
and
feels
Afton
embarrassed
preserves
making
her
these.
memory inside the animatronic Ballora. And with that,
What is that
another Afton
image?
buried in the basement. Which
What
brings
is that?
us to 1983 and
Why did
leaves
a
the
herd
man
of
in the
bats
household
just
as the
come
last
over
one
the
standing.
screen?
Crying child, older
Scary.
brother Michael, and the fate of William.
Hi, Michael.
One gets big,
Ah,
one gets
Biggie
sprung,
Bells!
one gets sprung.
Ew!
What?
What is-
What
what
is
is
happening? Of whether Michael or William is the true purple guy who ends up in Springtrap
Oh my
as part of
God.
next week's video, along with how we know that this is 1983 and my definitive answer on who the
Oh
crying
my
child
lord.
becomes. So make sure you
Alright,
rate
the
this
final
video.
FNAF
Really
video.
wonder.
Oh my god, it's the final timeline.
Well,
Oh!
hello again, theorists.
Oh.
We have
Kellen!
a party planned today, and it's all for you. So,
I taste blood in the back of my mouth. Like I have a metallic taste right now.
it's
Oh god, are you
too
okay?
late to turn back now.
I think this is just what happens when I watch MatPat.
I love Kellen Goff.
2, 1.
Oh.
Okay, Bon, now hit the second tower!
This is true.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory.
Game
Where, Did
Theory.
you know that Funtime Freddy
I
was
might
also
leave after this
German?
one. I can only handle so much
Jawohl, check
MatPat.
it out.
Yeah.
Can we end after this one?
I think
Oh
this is
my
a good place to stop, right?
Yeah.
How many are left?
There are.
It might have to be a 4-parter, Roxy. I don't know what to tell you.
There's 47 left. Oh no.
I love just that. I love that
How
there's
wild
just
is
like a
that?
whole
Forget
list
Freddy
of just Golden
Fazbear,
Freddy
it's
there
Freddy
for a second.
Fuzzball. Calling it right now, FNAF 5 gave a sister location, FNAF 6 gives us international expansion. So, this is it. The end of an era. The last more theory until a new game gets released. Makes me kinda sad, actually. So let's make it a good one as we set out to finish the job that we started 3 whole years together. And spoiler alert, purple guy, it's not the first guy. Believe me, I tried.
They severed his
Twelve to
hand.
5 Aftons, last time we had killed off
I always just thought it was
other
his hand.
daughter who
I never
was
thought it was
the
anything.
Ballora.
Yeah, I also
Afton's
always
daughter
just
getting
thought
I just thought it was like a
results
big
via
funny
the
hand.
enclosure of
Yeah.
Circus Baby's Pizza World, leading the
I'm gonna draw that now,
company to
actually. Hang on.
creepy, rosy cheeked characters deep underground where memories sleep. But now let's talk about one question I haven't addressed yet, and one that was on everyone's mind during the launch to Sister Location. Where is Chica in all this? For the first time in these games, one of the core 4 animatronics was just
Off-kissing men.
gone. That's significant, right? And it is. I joked earlier about
Or
FNAF
women.
Lederhosen
She could be
location, but it
bisexual.
touches on an element of these games that we tend to brush aside. That there's a business element running through all of them. Corporate speak and liability talk coming from Phone Guy, parent companies in the form of Fazbear Entertainment, franchising with sister locations. So what if Chica is missing from Circus Baby's gang because she was her own independent mascot at the time? It's not just wild speculation either. In the Scott Games source code leading up to Sister Location's release, we got all sorts of hints in the form of animatronic maintenance schedules. But mixed in there was a reference to something surprising. Chica's Party World, mentioned by name. Definitive proof that the character was the mascot of another business existing at the same time as Circus Babies, which was also a client of Afton Robotics. Chica isn't in Sister Location because she isn't a part of the family yet. She's still a solo act, but we know by FNAF 4 she's clearly a part of the Fredbear and Friends lineup. So it would seem that Fazbear
Hi,
Entertainment
Nightmare
grew
Chica.
by merging with or buying out the other animal-themed restaurants in the area, with Chica being the last addition to the crew and why she's a part of the series from here on out. So no, theorists, contrary to popular belief, it wasn't just Scott trying to reduce the amount of creepy poultry.
What the fuck?
Let's be real here for a second. Bibs aren't sexy. Just
Oh my
saying it
god.
now. All in it like a season. So Fazbear Entertainment decides to go all in on the animal-themed robots.
We don't need another situation.
Just a stupid idea.
A third one.
Seriously, William,
A
this
third
is market
situation.
research. Americans are more afraid of clowns than global
Okay.
government.
Situation.
Know your consumer, man. Anyway, in FNAF 4,
Government
Fazbear's
corruption.
expanded to
That's
have itself some
hilarious.
Friends, and has become so popular that they're in full sellout mode, complete with plushies, toys,
Oh my God,
a
my
TV
fucking
show, and
cat.
the ever-popular item, masks. Get them now, because I hear they're selling like a god church. None of this would exist if this were truly the first
God
location of a
What
local
is a
What are
god
the kind of
church?
churches
confirming
there?
that this location in FNAF 4 is not where it all started like many have been assuming. What we're seeing here
They
is
rushed it
something
out.
else, strictly what the TV says. Fredbear and Friends, a hybrid restaurant of the old Fredbear characters and the new spin-off ones where
Just the
every
big silly
character
hand.
has their own
He's got them yowie
Notice that
grippers.
FNaF 4 Nightmare animatronics all have 5 fingers. The only other animatronic to have that feature, Springtrap. 5 fingers because the humans have to wear the suits. Which leads us to one of the biggest debates in this franchise. Is this 1983 or 1987?
Three.
The birthday party makes it seem like it's
I love that image he
1987,
used for
but the TV
1983.
Never before has so much nerd rage been prompted by discussion over trademark dates. Rage that lives on to this day, but now I can finally bring home to the store. This is 1983.
Yay.
We know this based on a recent
is
Reddit
literally
post made on
1984.
the subject of whether or not he's ever
Guys,
retconned his story.
this is literally
Quote, the truth is that I've
1983.
done one actual retcon in the series, although I'm not going to say where it was. There have been other times, however, when my
Why?
original intentions didn't come across clearly. In those instances, I make a point to clarify in the next game. I used sister location to clear up a misconception from FNaF 4. End quote. Reading this, the obvious misconception from
This is
FNaF
just gonna
4
be
was
an
the eerie
endless
events
cycle
that
because every
took place,
FNaF game
which,
exists
true
to
his word, he
not
clarified
retcon, but not retcon, but you know,
Yeah.
justify something. But then immediately there's gonna be something else that he needs to do it to. So we're just in this loop.
Yeah. Oh, this doesn't add up. Gotta make another game. Oh, made a mistake in this game. Gotta make another game.
People didn't understand. People didn't understand that this was supposed to be a dream. So now it's actually a bunker. There's a bunker underneath it, and there's a sister location and
Gash. Is his older brother who taunts him mercilessly for
9-year-old
years. The
father.
story comes to a climax when the brothers teasing goes
I hate my brother, rotten boy.
Rotten guy.
Rotten baby, rotten child, rotten little
Pending,
boy.
promises to put his son back together.
Rotten
Except he's too late.
preschooler.
We hear a hospital flatline faintly in the background as the cutscene ends, meaning that the child dies. That's far from where his story ends. He appears in every other.
We have
FNaF
too many
game,
minors.
but
Send
even
that
though
shit to
Daddy
Freddy
Fizz
Fazbear's
came
Pizza
back
right now.
Miraculously, the crying child finds his way into becoming the ghostly golden Freddy.
No.
For proof as to why, let's
Oh God, not again, Matt. Says the caption.
Clarify things in the next game, and between FNaF 3 and FNaF 4, there's a point he made sure to clarify that happened
Oh.
in the game. Notice the masks across the two games, not just symbolic imagery, but a direct reference to the masks worn during the crying child's failed birthday.
No.
Foxy, Bonnie, Chica. The restaurant
I
layout
like
is
that
also
Chica
the same as
mask.
mirror flips. Party tables decorated with green, yellow, red, purple, and blue.
It looks like
And it's a
it looks
birthday
really
party that's like
deflated.
the cake. The food is recreating
love
the birthday that was stolen from the
this
crying child, and the mask that the crying child is seen wearing, Golden Freddy. But that's not all. The crying child gets taken by Death, aka Nightmare, an animatronic who just so happens to have an inverted Golden Freddy color palette, yellow hat and tie with a black body, as opposed to a yellow body with black accessories.
Did you speed it up or is this just the video?
That's just the video.
Animatronics to have a jump scare with
Oh.
a static image with crazy noises that crashes the game. The other Golden Freddy.
Which leaves
No!
us with two.
Incorrect.
William and
Hi,
Michael,
baby.
father and son. Purple guy and other purple guy. The rest of the timeline
Yes.
is the story of a serial
Rick
killer
Astley.
father and the son who's following behind, retracing William's steps to undo his
Purple guy and
father's
little
cruel
fucking
work
twink.
and free the spirits of his dead children.
You
This
call him a
next bit
twink
we're all
again, I'm
pretty
gonna
familiar
kill
with
you.
since basic evidence
fucking
from Phone Guy. The bite of 83
Twink.
causes spring locks to get discontinued. William,
let's
acting as a
see.
technician across all the Fazbear
Are you finding out my IP?
over handling the retrace suits and starts using the golden
Oh my God!
We found him dead. Dead.
There's
A
not
body
three
has
people
been
in here.
discovered!
There's not 3 people in here, so that doesn't even fucking make sense.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't even
The
like
body's
that
been
game
discovered by
anymore,
2
I still
people.
remember the logic.
Yeah.
A body has been discovered!
Well, do we count the people watching as also witnesses of the dead body?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
then we have like several people finding out the body.
Oh hey, it would be 16.
Yeah, we have like
There's 14 people watching. There's 2 people here, so it's 16. It's perfect.
And there's...
strikes again, causing the place to get investigated. William
Oh yeah,
flees
but
the scene,
Flash
leaving
Series
the
don't
day
make
shift
jokes with that
security
again.
guard
I don't like
position
that
open.
game.
Jeremy
You know,
Fitzgerald
that's
moves
me.
up to fill the empty slot, but gets himself
I will
bit
kill
by
you.
the agitated animatronics.
I
at an
will-
event
I
that
will
comes to
make
be
you
known
get
as the
bit
Bite
of 87.
An event that forces the company
Yeah.
to cease any
Ooh.
free-roaming
I'm gonna
activities
call
of
up-
animatronics
I'm gonna
that
call
move
up
forward.
John.
The toy animatronics get
I'm
scrapped
gonna
for
call up
just
John.
sucking
Oh
and
my-
spotting the child murderer, and the old robots get stored back to the
Okay.
original location. At this point, though, William knows that these things are alive and angry at him, so he tries to dismantle them using the safe room as his cubby. Meddling kids,
Parried
or
it.
at least they're meddling spirits, because he didn't calculate that the spirits could live on without
Oh,
any
I cannot wait until he gets to security breach.
trusty murder suit, but his haste coupled with the moisture of the room causes the
No, the security breach theories are gonna tear our friendship apart. Actually, no. Would it really? Because I think we all disagree on everything, right?
They would bond us together.
Yeah, that's true.
Inside. I know, but Michael might be Springtrap.
No!
The management instructs all Fazbear employees to behave as though those safe rooms never existed, and
Michael is not Springtrap.
Only this time he absolutely, totally deserved it. But now let's look at the final Afton.
Nah.
Michael. His story begins with the main game Dave's sister location, where Mike Afton.
Can't believe they had Perfect FNaF as a cameo on the show.
Recognized me at first, but then they thought I was you.
Is sent by dear old dad to put his sister back together. A promise that William makes to apparently a lot of his kids. This request of Michael presumably happened some years earlier when Mike was still a child or before Afton ran away to escape murder charges, as implied by him saying,
I'm going to come find you.
Mike succeeds in saving Baby, but gets himself scooped in the process, having his
Play a
innards
little British
replaced
boy.
with innards.
Play.
As we see throughout the canon custom night cutscenes, this causes his body to slowly decay, turning purple, until Ennard abandons ship to look for a fresher body that will draw less suspicion.
Right?
Michael
Yes.
miraculously survives his
That one
Ennard
fucking-
enema.
That's the purple guy's son. The purple.
And he got
guy's son.
Ennard enema!
His name is Michael, but that he also goes by
Yep.
Mike.
His name is Michael. My name is Jonas.
What's up, Mike? What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mikey, you going to work?
Oh no, this guy's hiding behind the crib now. He's like, no, I'm not fucking with that guy today.
Scott doesn't do jokes.
I love them.
Doesn't do jokes. Slash serious.
Yeah, take this, Matt Pat.
Location, Mike's mission is to free the spirits of children killed by his dad. He would absolutely be guilty of tampering with the animatronics.
I'm being really loud,
For an
so my
explanation
entire
as to why
family
the
hears me.
animatronics would be trying to kill him in the first place. We hear
Not
it
the
in
dodgeball.
Sister Location. He looks just like his father.
What the
which,
fuck?
Man, William, if your face looks like a rotting corpse, might be time to consider getting some plastic surgery. But if all that wasn't
Don't
enough,
put
we
that
can even
beautiful
hide in
young
with
man under
Golden
the knife.
Freddy's
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
game. Anytime Golden Freddy appears in FNAF 1, he's accompanied with the flashing text of "It's me." As we just saw, Golden Freddy contains the spirit of the crying
Nope.
child, Mike's brother. So that "It's me" is one brother speaking to another brother, making him aware that he's here. He's present. And he
wrong.
Now, knowing that Mike and Mike are one and the same, rewind to FNAF 2 and the character Fritz Smith, a security guard fired on his first day on the job for what? Odor and tampering with
Oh my god.
coincidence? Absolutely not. Scott doesn't do coincidences. Michael Afton
God doesn't do jokes, you guys.
He doesn't do coincidences.
and stinking up the places as he do,
Like,
like Michael says at the end of Custom Night.
You've heard of Old Man Consequences? What about Old Woman Coincidence?
Does at Fazbear Fright.
But before we get to the end of the timeline, let's address the elephant in the room.
Oh my
The
god.
guy is established to be the killer, and Michael is clearly shown
Okay,
to
can
be
you
the
speed it up 2
suspect,
times
so wouldn't
speed
that make him
to add to it? We need to go faster.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we need.
Playback speed, playback speed.
Yeah. I want to see how this turns out. Yeah.
Yeah, get it out of here.
This is about
What
I
is blood
expected.
yapping about this time? Why does Michael have purple teeth?
A blood on the screen? Hold on, go back, go back, go back.
Go where?
Go back, he just said go
What
back
the
a
sick
tiny bit more. A tiny bit more.
Here?
He's a
Yeah, what is
what
he-
on the screen?
Why does he have purple teeth?
He's just a what?
Look at Michael.
Oh.
He has purple teeth.
Oh. Do the red circle pointy thing. I don't know.
He's just a what on the screen? Sorry, my FNAF thing is.
Oh, placeholder.
The true MatPat experience. Lobotomy.
Well, I need a lobotomy. What are these people? Alright, it's over.
Oh, wait, okay.
Game by game,
Now make it slow.
piecing together the family reunion.
No, we don't want it to last
No.
any longer.
We're not doing this.
Then in FNAF 3's Fazbear Fright, Afton's younger brother, now in the form of Golden Freddy, receives peace
Wait,
via the happy
Afton's younger brother? What?
These about Michael.
Oh.
Even the spirits inside Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica get exorcised by Mike, which is why the good ending of FNaF 3 shows 4
Exercise
empty,
so I can
unlit
put them on a
animatronic
treadmill?
heads. That's also why in the main gameplay of FNaF 3, the only animatronic that's
Render!
in real life is Springtrap. Mike has been successful at appeasing
Too veiny.
every other one of the
Why are you so
spirits, leaving
veiny?
him alone with dear old dad.
I'm Jumbo Josh.
I'm Jumbo Josh, bro.
Oh my god, Roxy, are you still planning on doing the Ban stream someday?
Whenever I get a better computer, my computer can't run that shit.
Damn.
I can stream Ban.
It can't run Ban 2 and stream at the same time. It'll take hours.
I'm gonna draw like a really. I've mastered the Ban art style, so I thought about drawing Leadbear in the Ban art style.
Can you can you draw me in the Ban style? That will be
I don't want to.
You what?
Huh.
The end.
Look at the story. There really isn't a need for FNaF. Outside of the return of Springtrap cliffhanger.
I can't believe you bought that. That was real.
Remember that? Everything else pretty much has an answer. Sure, there are still parts of the tale that could be more fleshed out, like the origins of the puppet
The what?
and what happens after
The tail?
Afton gets ejected from
Oh, the
Mike, but at
pizza
this point, all the characters have completed their story arcs. The family is reunited, and the spirits are all at
Completely inaccurate circus baby height, by the way. She's not that small.
Everyone thought she was small, but she turned out to be the
She's
biggest of all of them.
7'2".
It's-
She's
it-
7'2".
Like everyone thought she'd be like this gremlin and that Ballora would be the tallest, but no, she actually ended up being the tallest out of every single one of them.
She's a complete girl boss.
One that I feel provides a sense of closure to the series, and one that I'm going to let stand as my final word on the 5 games of the series lore until a new installment. Crap, a new installment that just so happened to get teased immediately after last week's part 1. Scott, don't go getting predictable.
No, it's just a pizza game, you guys.
Yeah, it's just a fun pizza game.
Tycoon game.
It's just something fun until the next game comes out.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Shaggy Kudo and Violent J from New Thing Final Fantasy.
Mini games where the first child gets murdered and the puppet pops out of the screen. Also notice that the rainbow design is a direct callback to the aesthetic of 70s
Pansexual.
which is when Fredbear Family Diner.
What is what is paragraph 4? Do we even know what paragraph 4 is?
What is paragraph 4?
Even he doesn't know. He's asking.
thing that jumps out at me is that as soon as my
The
episode
fourth
on this
paragraph.
teaser came out,
You've heard of the fourth quantum? What about the fourth paragraph?
about William
Boom.
Afton's first murders.
I like Scott just putting these things in and just never
Part
elaborating.
one more deep dive on the whole Will Trap versus Mike Trap debate.
Oh.
Let's speed it
The
up.
trap. They don't have casing around their arms.
Oh, this is awful.
Put it on 2 times speed.
That's a Ban. That's a Ban OC.
He's gonna what?
These are easily explained away. We've heard Springtrap talk before, or should I say gurgle before in FNaF 3. And Mike's voice is very different. Springtrap pops up and I'm going to come find you.
Oh, so much misinformation.
I fucking love misinformation.
I love it. I'm so full of it.
Dad ain't dead.
Dad ain't dead.
Rubs my
Dad ain't
misinformation shaped belly.
Me and I'm at a misinformation concert and I
What is that?
You think your life is so hard? You try being filled with misinformation 24/7.
same legs.
No,
Go back. What is that?
no, I cannot live with that.
Please go back. Yeah.
That is atrocious.
Short circus baby strikes again. Quit it with this fake news.
Are you getting a screenshot?
I'm really up in arms about this.
These rentals appear in the wake of
Oh.
but the safe rooms were sealed with Springtrap's pizza still open. That's why there's a whole series of phone guy tapes telling employees about the safe rooms, how to use them, and then, oh wait, no, we're closing them down, pretend like they never existed.
Oh, I'm melting. My mind is melting. Can't do this.
My popcorn melted. All the butter melted it.
If Mike were to
It sounds like Mango talking.
never would have had the opportunity to assholes and Circus Baby's rentals wouldn't have opened at that point, and he would have been trapped in the
What?
location in the Springtrap suit. Lastly, if Mike were Springtrap, then who set fire to Fazbear? Right, I guarantee you
Fire.png.
the last awful pieces of Freddy's legacy, and Mike's really the only one possessing
Oh.
motive. William is the established killer who would be cocky, thinking that he got away
Was
with
it Mike?
Yeah, if I've learned anything,
What is it? Is that is that
murder
Foxy?
cases,
What is
you
that?
need motive.
Why is that Foxy?
What
Do you see that?
the fuck is that?
That's like, what the fuck is that?
That's old.
Oh yeah, let's also
That's Oofy.
Oh my god.
If all of that doesn't convince you, I look forward to watching your research. Alright, 12 pages later, I'm finally ready to close this thing out. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Now don't get mad at me when the new game comes out in a few weeks and everyone tells me to do another thing.
When did this come out?
November 5th,
Yeah.
2017.
It was in December, right? The last game? Or-
It was literally a month after this.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny.
Uh,
Yeah, I
Very
need to
special
go
thanks
eat.
to Kellen Goff, the
I
voice of
also need to
Funtime
go
Freddy,
eat.
who recorded that.
I got up and just immediately hopped up on stream. I have a terrible sleeping schedule.
I
I have a normal sleep schedule. I was texting my friend before the stream, and like the stream started right after I got done texting him, and it was really funny.
Oh my god. Wait, are either of you able to come back later?
Maybe.
No.
No.
Not me.
I might be able to.
You might be able to get more guests though if you like.
Oh my lord.
Can you do it? Can you watch every single one?
Yeah, I'll be able to do it.
You're dying.
This shit is gonna fucking kill me.
I want to come back for this. I really want to come back for the security breach part, like all that. I need to see
Yeah,
the
what I might
insanity.
do, I might sit through the pizzeria and stuff, but then dip for a little bit.
I'm just gonna leave in general. I think I've had my fill of Matt Pet for my suspiciously
What?
Matt Pet shaped stomach.
Rubs my Matt Pet shaped stomach.
Don't say that!
I don't know what you want, guys.
That is awful. Your Matt Pat shaped stomach.
My suspiciously baby Springtrap shaped stomach.
Alright, well, I'm ending the stream immediately. This is awful. I'm.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I hate you all. I hate this. This was a
Hello,
terrible.
my name is Mark upon looking at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my lord. Alright. Alright. That. Oh, shit. There we go. Alright. Well, that is part 1 of this. Oh my god. Part 1. I don't know what. Maybe I can do this again tomorrow in the morning. Yeah. This is gonna be like at least a 4 or 5 parter because good lord, I will not be able to survive this. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Oh, I will see you all for part 2. Hopefully some of the other members can show up this time. Alright, that's all. Bye-bye.